the new TikTok build as well as XM did call it. It just feels like you have so much tankiness, you have so much magic resistance. It's very difficult. Like a lot of these melee heroes on the mid lane, also Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit, they lose the lane against Lina, and it just feels like it's never good. Like you don't want to be playing into this matchup. And a lot of the times when you go in, she's always going to have damage to burst you down.
I do also like it for Team Liquid's playstyle, specifically for Mickey. I think they have really high success when he's playing these extremely aggressive carries that use spells for damage more than just like pure gold. You think of like his Nature's Prophet, like he just shows up to fights. You think of his Kez recently, he just shows up to fights. I think Lina's another one that farms really quickly and has the ability to show up to a 15-minute team fight, 20-minute team fight anytime and can be there. So for Liquid, I do like that Lina potential. And there's a couple of the heroes that are not the strongest that are in his arsenal. And these carries are so different. We talk about like the teams have very different hero pools, but I think the carries themselves are very different. When I think of Mickey, it is those. And then Troll's like Spectre, Drow, PL. Like he's going to be just this guy who's going to get 3 items and then try to win the game just for his whole team.
Yeah, well, Mickey, he played 5 different heroes in 5 games, so you don't
Name
really...
them all, Lacoste.
Yeah, you don't know what can happen with him. And I feel like Mickey is like type of a hero. You did talk about the Duraccio, who can, like, he's not playing actively anymore, but this type of a carry who's going to be joining some of these earlier fights as well, who's going to be, trying to make something happen. And
like the sacrificial carry,
the
which
sacrificial,
is a weird statement, but
Mickey is maybe like less because
Mickey
always has the farm, but you get the point.
Yeah, if we were going to say earlier, like Satanics, like not in like a bad way. Than the farming. I think that does fit Liquid's playstyle a lot because they do carry a lot. He's also just not necessarily will soak up the farm, but uses whatever he gets to such a good level that having this carry who's a bit less greedy, a bit more supportive in a sense, like a team fight in a sense, just enables.
Espritက Spirit အများဆုံးဖြစ်နေပြီနော် TI မှာ တော်ကြမ်းနေပြီအဲ့ hero
Bane there is supposed to Liquid. Oh, you want to leave the Spirit in the pool? We'll very
မင်္ဂလာ
gladly
ပါ
pick one up
မင်္ဂ
for
လာ
us.
ပင်တဲ့
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine this is Nisha. I believe Boxy is also willing to play the Earth Spirit.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. It's like the fours are always like they can play, and I do think it's a good as a +4, but.
Let me rephrase that. It's the position 4 saying, please let me play it,
Please,
please.
I want to grip my allies and kick them in, but
I want to magnetize them.
But what ends up happening is then you think of it as like, is it, even if I'm countered mid by a Husker, like, is it really worth not having the most broken, like, just 20,000 damage a fight as a mid, just scaling? Well, ask the mid player. I think it's generally up to them if they want to play it or not.
They do know.
Most of them these days, I would say, want to play the Earth Spirit. Unfortunately for all the support players out there.
Sure. I think a Ringmaster is one of the better, if not like the best.
ဒီကမာယုံကြည်သူတွေပဲရလိုက်ကြတာဟုတ်ပါဒီခေါက်လိုက်ထည့်ရမယ်ထင်တယ်လို့15သားတွေ10သားတွေကြာညလုံးမိတ်ပြီးတော့ရော့သွားတယ်
People try to figure out like,
ဝဲလောက်တော့ထိ
what's
ကွာ
the best hero, so you're just waiting to use the box. Shadow Demon can work kind of the same
ဟုတ်လား
way.
မင်္ဂလာပါ
but
မင်္ဂ
also
လာပါ
love to
ခမ်းမ
see
နိုင်ရဒီနေ့ကြီးပဲ
people
9သိန်း
pairing
လောက်
with Bane. I
ရ
think
တ
this
ယ်
is how you can
ဟုတ်တ
potentially
ယ်
break the side
စွမ်းနေ
lanes,
နော်
especially like the enemy.
မနေ့ကဆိုရင်လည်း
super
ခမ်းဘက်
safe
တာ
lanes
Sprit
with,
ဆိုလည်း
just like any
Game
kind of
2
a
ခမ်းဘက်
setup
တယ်
where
နေ
you
က
go
မာ
through
ဆို
the
လည်း Game 2
gates,
ခမ်းဘက်
you
တယ်
get the kills in your safe
နေ့
lane
လည်း
as
နေက
well.
မာ
This
ခမ်း
is
ဘက်
also a team that can potentially play this Bane as a
ခမ်းဘက်လိုက်
position
10သား
four
အ
if
ထက်
needed.
လောက်
Yeah, one of the biggest
Oh,
strengths
yeah.
of Bane right now
Combat.
is why you need these like banish type of effects, like the Ringmaster, the Shadow, like you were saying.
Yeah, Bane
is because Lotus doesn't work on the Bane Ags.
Yeah.
The main hero will get canceled, but the 2 illusions will keep gripping through Lotus, which is kind of strange. But because of that, you don't really have like reliable ways to consistently cancel the grip once it gets Ags. So he just scales in this such a strong way because BKB piercing stuns have kind of been nerfed over time. And that's why you always are going to want to lean towards a just guaranteed way. In the past, there have been an Oracle, there's Silencer as well, but those heroes are a bit under the radar because, again, supports really want to have either perfect control right now or high damage. And Silencer and Oracle don't really do either.
I also think that like Pause 5, there's just so many like broken Pause.
There's so many better ones than picking the Oracle Silencer.
But there will be a Hoodwink for Liquid. That's a Boxy special. He pops off on the 0 a lot, I would say. He's definitely very comfy there. Adds a lot of follow-up damage to the Earth Spirit.
ဝင်းရ
I like this
စပို့
from
ထင်တယ်
Spirit. Big
Rangers
Deck
နဲ့ Bane နဲ့
Slaughter,
support
which can be used
single target တွေများနေ
as
ပြီ
a
ကွာ
lane counter to Earth Spirit, can be used
ဗဒဲ
in the
ကောင်မ
offlane
ပါ
as
သေး
well.
ဘူးနော်
Same
Split
goes
က
to the Wind Ranger. They're not
အဲ့
revealing
မျိုး
where
က
their heroes are going. This Wind Ranger can be played as
ဗ
a
ဒဲ
position
နဲ့
4,
ဗဒဲ
as a
နဲ့တွေ့
carry,
ရင်ရှုံးတာများ
even in certain situations in the mid lane, like we've
ဗ
seen
ဒဲတကယ်
Top
ဆိုင်လို့
play
ရှိရင်
the
single
other
target
day.
တွေက
So a
Lit
lot
though.
of flexibility coming out from Spirit. Back to you, Matt.
I like it because Wind is they're setting up for a high physical damage team, which I think is one of the better ways to deal with Earth Spirit. He does so much because it magnetizes
အ
like,
မို့ back တို့
everything
ပါ
kind of
လို့
pierces BKB, but just
ပန်
the
ဂိုလီယာမစ်
idea
တို့
that
ပတ်မစ်တို့လောက်နဲ့တွဲ
you
လိုက်
can
တော့
fight into BKBs, you're doing so much damage, and then the second they end, you win. You're pretty much one of the best mids at fighting post BKBs. That being able to force him to just die or have to buy like all these defensive items to survive his own BKB timing is just good. And like physical damage is the best way to kill.
အော်
this hero
DTR
during
ရဲ့
BKB.
ပွဲတွေကမိနစ်60အထ
Also,
က်တွေ
I
ကြီး
will
ပဲ
mention Liquid has been getting Centaur first phase
များသောအား
ban
ဖြင့်
against them
အဲ့
all
လိုဖြစ်
5
နေ
games this
ပွဲတွေက
tournament.
အကုန်
and
duration
this is
over
gonna
တွေ
be
ကြီး
their
ပဲ
first
ကြည့်နေ
time
ရအ
actually
နည်း
playing
ဆုံး
Centaur
50
compared to other
Hello.
teams, which
60
pretty much
60ရောက်တဲ့
everyone
ပွဲ
is
တွေဆို
getting
တော်တော်
Centaur
များနေ
right
ပြီ
now.
မနေ့ရော
I
ဒီနေ့ရော
wasn't so sure about that one.
It's a very good hero.
မနေ့ရော
against
ဒီ
the
နေ့ရော
Wind
ပြောတာ
Ranger.
ပေါ့
She
နော်
doesn't
နေ့
get
ရော
to
ဒီနေ့ရော
OQ
လုံးဝ
almost ever
From
up
Yanni.
until a point where she maybe like has satanic, but not gonna be interacting too much with the hero because she does kill herself on the retaliate damage. With Slaughter, it can be a bit more engaging because you get that extra bit of a damage coming out, and they do have a couple of saves as well on side of Liquid right now. You have Tusk with the snowball, Stampede on top of that, kick from the Earth Spirit, quite a lot of things, but quite a lot of melee heroes as
And
well.
it's the banish versus Bane.
Yes.
You snowball a guy, instantly ends the grip no matter what. So I like the save versus both the Bane and the Wind.
Liquid
Assuming- I
win,
think this
Liquid win
Wind is
မကြိုက်
probably
ဘူး
going to be in that support role now. You take a new carry, seeing your
ဒီကွ
lane
ဝင်
like
မကြို
Centaur
က်ဘူး
Hoodwink.
ဒါပေမဲ့
There's
လော
not
တဲ့ pick က
necessarily amazing heroes versus that,
Pick
but I would
community
lean
ပဲ
towards like a Terror Blade, something just like very solid.
Separate pick
stable.
ကိုလည်း
There's,
တိတ်မ
like,
ကြို
a
က်
life stealer is
ဘာထွက်လာ
decent,
မလဲ
but
မသိ
I don't particularly like it versus the Tusk with
ပစ်
a
တွေ
punch
ရင်
like,
ရှိုးရ
built
မ
in.
ယ်ပစ်တွေ
What would your thoughts be on like a Morphling? I know that's a Yatoro special. How does that go against Centaur, do you think?
I mean, it's fine. It's decent. The hero's definitely
not-
weak. And I think honestly one of the strengths of the heroes that you need are games where your ult has value, like turning into some guy in the team fight you're playing versus like a life stealer carry, something with rage, or this game you can turn into the Centaur and have like one extra stun for your team, but it doesn't give you that like this is a reason to pick the hero. This is really good to pick the hero. I'd rather
တ
him
စကား
even,
ဘိ
like,
န်း စ
something
ပယ်
like
တွေကဲ
Medusa,
ဖို့ပစ်ထားတာ
just this like kind of more standard late game carry, even like a Sven, just something that is going to win the game eventually rather than that kind of like more skill based,
Yeah.
not like skill, but
Are you saying Yatoro's unskilled?
I don't think that's what I unfortunately.
Sorry, I'm just hearing what you
အ
didn't
ဒါ
say.
လောမိုက်အဲ့ပစ်တော့ကြိုက်အဲ့ပစ်တော့ကြိုက်တယ်
Because he's
Oh,
so skilled,
Salada
he
Midi
has
pitသွား
that
တာဗော
massive
Of
hero
course,
pool,
yes.
so they're actually going to take the
Oh,
alpha
be.
hero of Underlord right now.
အဲ့တော့ပစ်တော့ကြိုက်တယ်ဘာလို့တက်စကားတို့အဲ့
versus Earth
aspect
versus
တို့
Centaur.
Yeah.
တောင်းတိုင်းပဲ
particularly the Tusk,
တက်စကား
I'll
ဆို
give
လဲ
it a
တ
big
ကား
shout
ခုံ
because
ဝင်လာပြီးတော့ရှင်
You
စ
can't
နူဘောတ
snowball,
န်း
right? So
လုံး
it's
လို့မ
like
ရ
you
အောင်
and then you drop
BKB
the
by
root on the
Telu
ground, and the
Avian.
Tusk can't blink into
ဒီ
snowball.
ကောင် green တွေက
the-
တော်တော်အောင်နောက်
the Fiend's
ပါ
Grip, he has
Can
to
you
punch
need
it.
the
You need to snowball
6,000
through
plus
it.
gold or
Blink BKB.
Blink
So,
BKB,
depends
or
on
you
it, no.
need like some like insane position.
Split ကြိုက်သွား
Could
လေးကောင်
counter
လေးကောင်မှာ
emo
split
through
ဘက်
it,
ကို
but it's
ကြိုက်
like, it makes it so much
နောက်
more
ဆုံးတစ်ကောင်ထပ်
awkward
ဆောင်
for Tusk. It doesn't just
ကယ်
have
ရီ
this
က
just
လိုက်
like,
စီ
oh,
လာ
I
လို့ကောင်
can
ပဲထွက်လာ
snowball,
မလား
everything's
ဒါမှမ
good.
ဟုတ်လိုက်စီလာတော့မ
Very
ဆို
good
ဆလာလာနဲ့
against,
တွေ့
like, in
BKB free
general,
ပါတယ်
area where they can take the fight, percentage based damage is
အဲ့
going
ဒါ
to be
ဒီကောမှာ
extremely
team
good
ရင်ထဲ
against
တာ
Earth
စကောက
Spirit,
ဘာ
who
လို့
has
0ပြနေရလဲ
insanely high strength gain. Same
မ
goes
တွက်
for
ပေး
the
ရသေးလို့နေ
Centaur.
မှာဗော
So this type of like they have magical damage, they have very good
But to
scaling
be a
so
little
far
bit.
inside of Team Spirit. So does Liquid. Like they have good objective taking with Hirosh. You have tag team, so you're never going to be lacking damage. But same goes for Spirit. Whenever you see Slaughter, he can easily take Roshan. He can easily take Tormentor on top of that. And I want to see how Liquid's going to read this, where this Wind Ranger is going to go, because I feel like they want to shift this to position 4 after seeing the Centaur, after seeing all of these heroes who can be quite annoying for Wind Ranger, and they are banning out Templar Assassin.
I would
အမ်ပလာပန်းနေ
assume it's going to be a Windrunner
အဲ့ဒီမှာ
support. I
နောက်တစ်
think
ကောင်
that
လိုက်စီလာပ
it's
န်းလိုက်
like,
ရင်
yeah, you can play. pick
That's not
against
in it,
Centaur,
though,
but
are
it just
you?
feels so bad in a 1-to-1 matchup for the whole game. That is, it makes way more sense to be like
ဟာလာမ
Wind 4 is fine. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think in terms of this, like you force them to maybe pick the Centaur. Maybe you do have a counter pick of something, and you have a fine 4. It's a way to just get past the draft instead of having. Sometimes there's like hiccups in the draft where you feel forced to pick a hero and you pick something mediocre. I think Wind kind of can skip that by having a good carry or just an okay support?
I think Spirit also, they probably want to combo with the Slardar amp damage. They probably want to go for this heavy physical, instant burst lineup that we've seen a few teams do, and they're like maybe they're looking Clinks, maybe Drow. I mean, they don't have the melee pause 5, but Bane's basically a melee. He likes to get in there. He likes to trade he can secure most lanes with most carries. I feel there is the Lifestealer ban.
ဆရာက win range carry လုပ်လိုက်ရင်လည်းမကောင်းပြန်ဘူး
Sometimes it feels way worse to have to play it with a BKB piercing stun. Like the Tusk can always cancel your TP. You can't be just this complete wreck. But still takes it out. And again, I'm still looking at that like Sven kind of angle on it. It doesn't get countered too hard, but
ငှက်ကွာ ချက်ကလေးထွက်လာပြီချက်ကလေး ချက်ကလေးမဆိုးတော့မဆိုးပါဘူးဆလာနဲ့တွဲရင်တော့တောင်းရင်တော့ကျန်းပါ damage တွေက
Yeah, this hero can definitely
ဒါပေမဲ့
pop
အဲ့
off
ကောင်
like
nature prophet ကိုရှုံးနေမလားပုံမှန်ဆို
you're
liquid
never
က
gonna be lacking damage. Mid,
Nature prophet
early,
carry
late game,
ထုတ်တဲ့
you
ကောင်တွေ
are
လေ
covered. I think this type of a lineup, something we talked about, is scaling. Like both of these teams, they love scaling. They are always gonna have love scaling. They are always gonna have like all these boxes kind of.
They're gonna have to find something for themselves, though.
ခါတိုင်းအဲ့
my initial
carry က
thought is
nature
the
prophet
Nature's
carry ကို
Prophet,
ရှုံးနေကြ
and I
တယ်
think it works well with the support duo.
Mickey ကလည်း
and
nature prophet
It's like
player
very aggressive, very go.
ထွက်လာရင်ရှုံးမယ်
I
ထင်
do
တယ်
worry about the specific, like the Slardar and the Kez. Both of those are really good core matchups into the Nature's Prophet.
ဟုတ်တယ်
So
မ
maybe if you
Castai
want
လည်းပြောနေပြီ
more
nature
specific core
prophet
matchups for them.
ဘာလို့အဲ့ဒါမြင်မှုတယ်ဒီကောင်လေးပဲ
high armor
ဒီကောင်လေးပဲအဲ့ဒါကိုမဘန်းသွားဘူးမဘန်းမင်းနဲ့တိုင်းနီးဘန်းသွားတယ် why
It's a ranged carry, lands well with the Tusk. It's not amazing until
Mickey hero ကို
Underlord,
လွတ်ပေး
but
သွားတယ်
kind of like you were saying, Monkeys.
danger
There's no perfect pick here, really. Everything kind of is like countered by one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what they pick here.
โอ้
Luna.
လူနာပစ်တယ် okay
Dude, the Luna taunt has to come out like a billion times this game, please.
I mean,
nature
Luna
prophet မပစ်ဘူးလား
in theory works really well against all of these heroes. These are triple melee cores on side of Spirit. There's a bit of a new build on Luna where you are picking up a relatively early blink
လူ
dagger.
နာ
and
ဆိုရင်
then,
တော့ဂျုံ
like,
လို့ရ
blinking on
ဘာ
top
သူ
of
ဂျုံ
them,
ကိုဂျုံ
using the
ချပါ
eclipse
nature
as
prophet
well
ဆို
with
ရင်
the
တည့်ရတာ
glaives
အဲ့
with the
ချုပ်
damage reduction
ထုတ်ခံလိုက်ရရင်
and
ခွေး
sharing
ဖြစ်
some
ဖြစ်
of
သွား
that damage as well could work out
ဗတ်တယ်
really
မှာအဲ့လို
well.
ရောင်း
Like,
ပေး
this
စူး
has
ဖြစ်
been Mickey's
အိုက်တန်6ကွက်ကို
specialty
ဘာမှမလုပ်
a
လိုက်
lot
ရအောင်
of
အဲ့
the
လိုဖြစ်
times
နောက်
when,
ပိုင်းည
it's a Timber Saw meta. It's a lot of these melee
The
heroes.
Britain
Mickey,
Homeland
he will
League.
fall back to this Luna pick, even though it's not the most common pick nowadays.
I might also go like the magic build, the Ags at some point. I think that he can go.
အော်နေအောင်က
once he gets like the
separate
5,
ထည့်လို့
6
မရ
items, yeah,
ဘူး
he's
နေအောင်
taking
နေ
enough
အောင်
to
နေ
get
အောင်
the whole team.
တကယ်
But
တေ
I
ချာ
think
တွက်
there's
ကြ
a
ည့်
very long
ဒီ
point
ဘက်
in
လေ
the
ကိန်း
game
ရောက်
where
မယ်ကွာ
BK's
ရောက်
not
သွား
with
လို့
them
ရှိရင်
because
ဝါချီ
obviously
ပြ
they
ကြောင်
don't
နဲ့လူနာနဲ့
and
ဆို
he'll
ရင်
just
စော
die.
င်းချမ်းသွားမှာ
So maybe going more towards like an Ag magic damage kind of maybe the blink
အဲ့
dagger,
လဲပေါ်
and
တင်
playing
ပြီးတော့
more
ပြစ်တဲ့
backline,
အကွက်ကြီး
letting
ကို
your 2 tanky heroes go
ခံ
in
နိုင်မှ
for
မ
you
ထင်
and
ဘူးဒီ
just
ဘက်
having
အန်
this
ဒါလော
kind of nukes coming from the outside, and then yeah, at the end of the fight you commit and you, but more of
လာ
a
တာလေ
objective taker, not a team fighter.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this also just goes into what we were talking about of each team kind of has their unique hero pools. Like Luna is definitely a Mickey staple, like I don't think we're seeing too
They
many
can liquid
people
pool jai
picking up
toa
this
yi
hero lately. So I think this is,
super
this is
league, yeah.
definitely Liquid's comfort, and I would also say Spirit's comfort. I mean, again,
I don't like Luna.
these two teams are just very stable.
အင်္ဂေကမ
teams,
ကြည့်
and
ဘူးလား
they
အင်္ဂေက
like to
ကြည့်
pick
လို့မရဘူးလေ
themselves,
အ
they
င်္ဂေ
like
က
to
အဲ့
do
လို
what they
ပြန်
wanna
ပြန်
do,
ကိတ်ခံ
and
နေရ
I
စာပါမ
think,
နိုင်
I
ဘူး
think both of them have drafts that
ဒါ
feel
ဖြစ်နေကြပဲ
feel
မ
that
နေ့ကလည်းဝင်ကြည့်တာကြည့်လို့မရ
Is this a new Mickey hero Lacoste?
Potentially, and I mean that he's gonna make it work, but I think there's gonna be also extra bit of a salty considering that they got eliminated by Spirit in the recent EWC. So there's gonna be extra bit of
revenge on the
absolutely.
line. I like to say the last tournament, you guys had the best of us, but for a tournament right now, TI a lot on the line for themselves. Both teams 2-0 at the moment. This game number 1 puts them in a great position to be our first 3-0 team looking towards the next matchup, and it is going to be our casters, Cinder and Sunspan.
You screwed it up again, Nat. It's Suns fan and Cynical. It just has a better. It just sounds. I'm not trying to be egotistical here. See, Jenkins has the same problem. People saying Jenkins Suns fan. It just sounds better with my name first. Just saying.
Yes.
as we get into the game.
Very, very good, Shannon. Thank you so much for that contribution. Welcome everybody to game number 1.
ဒီနှစ်ကောင်တော့ကြိုက်တယ်
Liquid and
တော်
Spirit.
တော်
Of
များများ
course,
ကြိုက်
as the
ပါတယ်
panel mentioned,
အဲ့
both teams 2-0.
ဒူတာဒူကက်စတာဂျူတွေတော်တော်များများကြိုက်တယ်
A battle of two teams that have
ဒီ
played
နှစ်ယောက်
each
ကတော့
other
လုံးဝ
countless
အခွီ
times.
အဲ့
but
Sans
with
Van ဆောင်း
a
ခွီ
little
อ่ะ
bit of a newer-ish flair, of course, having Miposhka in the coaching chair for
Yes, that is true.
Spirit, and I think
Luna
that is going to
Luna
be one of the
လေ
biggest
ကင်း
tests
ဒီကွ
of
ကြိုက်
this
တယ်ကွာ
tournament
ဘယ်
for
လိုလုပ်ရ
Spirit,
မလဲ
with
ဒီ
how
ပွဲ
well
อ่ะ
it goes, is how much
တောင်ရ
can
လေကင်း
Miposhka
ရောက်သွားရင်
do
Liquid နိုင်
from
သွား
the
မှာ
coaching role, because I think
Liquid
he
လည်း
has
မ
been
ရိုက်ချင်
an
ဘူး
absolutely instrumental
ပစ်က
part
လည်း
of
အဲ့လို
all
ပစ်
of
ဖြစ်နေ
Spirit's
လေကင်းကြရင်
big
နိုင်မဲ့
wins
ပစ်
when he
ဖြစ်
was playing on the team. Now,
Brew
ဟော
is dead.
ကြည့်အောင်ပြောရဆိုရင် Fab
Well,
လဲ
I don't think
First
it's the
blood.
top before the game, Tofu
Tofu
will
will
take.
take it. Okay.
So
I mean,
You could tell.
if somebody gets sick, he
Yeah.
can
Liquid-
sub in.
That's right.
They
ဒီလို
can
ကြိုက်
have a
လို့ဆိုပြီးရိုက်
strategic
ချလိုက်ရင်
Oh.
တော့
vomitorium.
Oh, you're
Split
not
will
feeling
this
so
up,
good
how
today,
it
Rue.
jump,
Oh, you are. We'll
ဒီက split လုပ်ကြွေးထား
we'll
တာ
do something about that.
Take care of that. Yeah.
No, but you could definitely tell from the pregame camera that Miposhka had a lot to say when the drafts were over.
Liquid က ရန်ဒက်ကို2-1 နဲ့နိုင်တယ် VGO 2-0 နဲ့နိုင်တာ
I think he has a very clear impact on this team, and I personally found that they leveled up a lot when he got into the coaching seat again. So the guy is just a generational support player and can obviously transform a lot of that.
ဒီကောင်
from
စော
the-
က်ကျန်းတဲ့တပိုင်း
communicate a
6
lot
6လား
of
မ
what
သိ
he did
ဟုတ်ပါ
in-game, hopefully for
တ
him.
ပိုင်း
from
နေ
the
ကြာတာ
coaching
ကြာ
role,
တာ
but
ဆိုတော့မြင်မ
You
ကောင်း
can't do it live. You can only do it until the game
But
begins.
how
Then the
about the
coaches
Vine
leave the
even?
booth, and the players have to do it for themselves. So how much could he communicate about the game
How
plan?
much would change if you could do that during the game?
A lot. I
Kinda
believe
interesting to think
I believe
about.
there were 1 or 2 tournaments in the history of the game where coaches were allowed live. Maybe it was
Very
only
brief.
one. And
I only remember one. I don't remember what it was though.
yeah.
But yeah, we get to see a Luna
Yeah.
played by Mickey, one of his old classics. We don't get to see it too often anymore, though. What do you think about this pick?
I'm not convinced, actually. I think
Duration over
elements of the
bound,
draft
wale.
for both
Duration
teams I really
over.
liked. They dug quite
He's a
deep
choke up
into their
with me
time
now.
to find this Luna, which goes to show that there was no
Yeah, yeah,
obvious
look.
choice. I just personally don't find her
But I
hero
know.
matchups to be that good here. She's fine against Underlord, but I think Kez can be quite dangerous. I think Kez Slardar, particularly as a duo, obliterate a hero like Luna who doesn't. She's weird because against certain carries she's fine that they come up close, but against others they just overwhelm her too fast, and that's my concern here, is that Kez Slardar are going to make quick work of her, and there's Fiend Script. So I think there's a lot that's going to come down to the supporting cast around the Luna, because like the panel mentioned, there was no perfect pick. I can't off the top of my head be like, wow, he really should have picked this instead, but it's not a great Luna game.
ဘယ်ဖွင့်ပေးရမလဲဝိုင်းဆိုတာဘာလို့ဆိုပွဲတိုင်းလူလူကမိနစ်60လောက်ကိုရောက်နေပြီတပိုင်း item သွားတဲ့ပွဲတွေကများလာတော့အဲ့ကြီးကမဖွင့်ပေးရတော့ဘူး
However, they are playing against Anisha, who's in form.
အနေ
and
ထားအဲ့
playing
လိုဖြစ်
what
နေ TI မှာ
I think it's fair to say is
အကုန်
the
လုံးရဲ့
mid-hero
soft
of
out
the
တွေက
tournament
ငြိမ်
so
ပြီး
far.
တော့ညီနေကြတာ
Mirror
ပေါ့
Spirit. The win rate of the hero is not that ridiculous.
တိုင်
but
မင်
when
တွေ
the
ကလည်း
right
အကုန်လုံး
players
က
play it, it
မှန်
looks
နေကြ အမားလုပ်တဲ့အသင်းကရှား
insanely powerful, especially in the late game. Ironically
အဲ့တော့
enough,
နည်းနည်း
this
ချင်းစီ
used
ပဲ
to be
မှားနေရဆို
Earth
တော့တ
Spirit's
ဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့လေကိန်း
weakness.
ကိုရောက်သွားတာ
Now
များ
it's his
နေအဲ့လို
strongest
ဖြစ်
suit, Tofu.
ပြောပြီး oh miss
Yeah, Void
နှစ်ချက်တောင် miss
both
တက်သွားတယ်
attacks
what
courtesy of his innate. That's pretty damn
Good
lucky.
stuff. Not me. Going to continue to pursue. Don't think he can finish the job though. So Tofu
ဟုတ်
shall
တပင်နာမှာ
survive.
နေတော့ဒီကောင်က miss ထားအဲ့နှစ်ချက်သက်တိုက်ကြီးရ
All
တော့များပါ
that,
တော့
first blood money
Over.
what did he spent it on just consumables. Sad.
Yeah, what would you have liked to see?
Ag's first item
Yeah.
before boots.
All right. Yeah, if you were to buy Ags for first blood, he might have done it. I think teams would approach the game drastically differently if first blood gave 4,000 gold and every subsequent kill gave 150, though.
I think there'd be no action at all
Yeah.
for quite a while if that were the case. We went through a lot of rubber band patches in the past. A lot of different economy changes.
Yeah, we've
Right
never
now
had.
we're in,
Fortunately, we've never had.
ဒီ
the
ပွဲရှောင်းလိုက်
4,000
တော့မယ်ကွာ
first
ဘာ
blood.
လို့မှမသိ
That's
Never
probably-
that crazy.
Honestly, there's probably was a bug at some point.
ဖေးရဆိုရင်တော့
Something
liquid
similar,
ကြိုက်
so I wouldn't
ဒီ
even
ဂိ
say
မ်း
no
ထိ
to it.
liquid
Long
ပစ်ပို့ကြိုက်
history
အဲ့
to
aspect
to.
impact က
One as well. since-
I don't know why.
Hey,
you
game
just
only
reminded me of
post
that,
only,
but Do
man.
you remember the one day that Chen?
တကောင်နဲ့ငါးအောင်လုံး
persuaded
တက်လို့ရ
us?
အဲ့လိုအနေထားအဲ့လိုအနေထားလောက်ထိ
That is the
damage ထွက်
equivalent
အခု
of
ကြည့်နေ
4,000
ဒီကောင်ရဲ့
for first
level
blood.
25 တဲလန်ကြီးကစောင်းကျန်းနေ
Pretty good.
မကနတိုက်ကိုကိုဝင်တာကွာ
Unfortunately, they did.
အဲ့
fix
အဲ့
it.
မကနတိုက်စ်က
Yeah,
မကုံ
should
တော့
definitely
တခါ
keep
သုံး
that.
ပြီးပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကြောက်တုံးလေးတွေကိုနားချနေုံနဲ့တင်အဲ့မကနတိုက်စ် effect တွေက
And he
သူ့စီ
shall-
မှာပေါ်နေတာ
to
ကွာ
get the other.
အကုန်လုံးလိုက်ပို့နေလို့ရဒီကောင်က
Quite bad for Nisha. He's going to have to do the long walk of
ပြီးရင်
shame. back to
catalyst နဲ့
base
ဆို
now
ရင်
without
ဆောင်းရဲနာ
resources. He can't lane into Slardar.
မိနစ်အဲ့လို39လောက်ကြာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်
I
အဲ့
guess
အကုန်လုံးပေးဖို့သာ
expected.
ပြင်တာ
You know, Slardar does very well against a lot of melee heroes, but Earth Spirit inherently tanky and farms very well with his spells, so Slardar can't really
Does
box
he
him
still
out.
have the highest strength gain in the game? Or one of the
Earth
top?
Spirit?
Is it top 5 maybe?
Yeah, it definitely tells. He has
Hey, like,
3.8. It's super high.
Okay, somebody, it's probably Centaur's 4, I would guess.
အားရ
Centaur is 4.2.
အဲ့လိုတော့မလွယ်ပါဘူးဟောလက်ပြပုံတွေပါ
Triant is
ပြစ်ထ
also
ည့်
up there somewhere, but Earth Spirit definitely one of the highest.
Maybe Taro. Blocked in a bit. Won't lose any CS though as a result. We'll be going for the Mage Slayer build. We see slight variations here and there with Kez, but typically will be the Mage Slayer into the Deso as the cookie cutter.
Yeah, you have effectively you have two choices when you play carry Kez. You either get Mage Slayer or get Battle Fury. I don't think there's any other option that's good enough. And in this game, Mage Slayer is just a complete gimme because the active or the proc of it rather is just so valuable. There's arguably four heroes that it's really good against. Earth Spirit obviously number one, but even a hero like Centaur does a lot of spell damage. Luna. Speaking of Luna, Mika got caught out. That's nasty
Not enough to get
damage.
that second proc,
အားရ
though,
မား
as
ကန်နေရပြီ
McKay
အော် shot
will survive just barely.
That was expensive though.
But you're right, it's all spell damage. Mid laner, all magic damage.
ဒီပွဲက duration
Centaur as
over
well.
လဲကြိုက်
Luna is a mix.
အဲ့မထည့်တော့
So the Mage Slayer is going to be
ဒီပွဲကိုရှောင်ပြီ
extremely
ဒီပွဲ
good
က
this
I
game.
think Mickey misclicked.
စိတ်ထဲမှာ
This is
တစ်မျိုး
actually
ကြီး
a
ခံစား
rather
နေရ
big mistake if true. His career has a mango.
duration over လဲဖြစ်ဖို့တော့များပါ
haste.
တ
I
က
think
ယ်က
that mango is meant to be a healing
မိနစ်
spell.
50လောက်ပဲ
Because he is
Đi ra là lọ.
running this lane on 250 HP.
အေး power
currently
shot
with
ခိုး
no
ပစ်တာ
regen.
မထီဘူးဗျာ
And he's sending out a mango with
ပွဲငိမ့်တော့ငိမ့်တယ်ကွာ
60%
6မိနစ်မှာ
off is a
1 စီး
very
ပဲရှိ
rare
သေးတယ်ဒါ
mistake,
အဲ့
but I
1 စီး
can't
တောင်မှ
imagine this
လိမ့်
was
မ
meant
သေး
to
တာ
be
မဟုတ်
solved.
Let's see what he does with
အာလီ
this.
ဘိုင်းကို run လို့တဲ့အချိန်မှာ
Immediately
ကို
doesn't
တက်
really
ခံ
see the shame.
Yeah, that's good. It's
Good.
probably good for team morale.
လိမ့်နေရတော်တော်
I eat
လေး
my shame too.
ညီနေရပြောလို့ရတယ်လက်စစ်တွေကြည့်မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့
You have no shame.
ပြိပ္ပနည်းနည်းလေး
That's
တာ
why
နေ
I
ကွာ
eat it.
ဓာတူရူ
So I
ကြီးက
don't
မှ
have
ထိတ်
it
ဆုံးရောက်
anymore.
73កောင်တ
It
နိုင်
goes away.
Okay.
You eat it.
ဒီဘက်လူနာ
Bushwhack.
နည်းနည်းနဲတယ်ဓာတူရူထက်နည်းန
Collapse
ည်းနဲ
on maybe not the prototypical collapse type here. He
Lea
can't
de
do any
relao, eh?
aegis with this guy. That'd be a lot very difficult for him. As Tofu, no second proc this time.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
This combination of heroes actually does so much damage. The panel was talking about how
ခုနက
mid-range
aura
deploys
item
is
တွေသိ
the
မွေကြ
greatest,
လို့
but
ပဲ
with Underlord, you actually have a great setup.
အဲ့
and a
အဲ့ဒါ
great
ကြောင့်ပဲ
pressure.
လာတော့မသိဘူး
After
ကွာ
dance onto Ace as the corrosive haze makes him very much so not tanky. As Utoro looks to finish the job, he'll get
ပွဲ
it.
တွေက
He's
လေ
put
ကင်း
on
ရောက်
the
ရောက်
wall
လာ
of
အဲ့ဒါ
the
ကြောင့်ပဲ
spirit.
လားမသိဘူးဘာလို့
Is not
aura
being
item တွေနဲ့အဲ့လို
flying
ပိုက်
on
တို့
the other side.
crimson cat တို့နဲ့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် off lane တွေကသူတို့ရဲ့ timing က early game ကွာအော် early နဲ့ mid ကွာ
Both
အဲ့လိုဖြစ်
shrines
သွား
of spirit, by the way.
အဲ့လိုဆိုရင်ပွဲက
Off to a great start
အဲ့လို
overall.
လေ game မစခင်လောက်မှာ
Definitely
ပြီးသွားတာ
favor
မျိုး
their
တွေရှိတယ်
lineup
ပေါ့နော်
if
အခုနောက်ပိုင်း off lane တွေကမအန်တိုင်း
I would
ရ
say
င်း
if
နေ
they're
ဝါ
even
ချီဆိုလဲ
slightly
head
ahead in
တွေ
the mid-game,
အဲ့
once again,
အဲ့လို
because
ပေါ့
I have my worries for
ဟို
Luna.
အနာလုံးဆိုလဲအပြာကြောင့် first
And
item တွေအဲ့
our
လို
two
တကယ်ကို
biggest
item အ
problems
ကြီးတွေပဲ
are the
သွား
top
နေ
two
ကြ
heroes
တော့
in the game right now.
ဟိုပွဲက late game စီကိုပဲ
Slardar
ဥတည်
Kez
နေရပါ
off
တော့
to
အဲ့လို
great
ဖြစ်
starts.
အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်လဲပွဲတွေတော်တော်များမိနစ်
Effectively
60ဖြစ်လာ
everybody on Spirit should be
ဒီ
pretty happy
TI မှာ
now that they got both
အားလုံး
wisdoms
အပိုင်ပဲကြံကြ
and
တော့သိရမ
I'm
လား
not
ဟို
saying the Luna's not gonna
aura
work. I
item တွေ
think
ထည့်လိုက်
they're
လို့
happy
တစ်ချက်လောက်
with Luna being
ဟို
picked.
timing လေး
I don't
မှား
think
သွားတာ
this is
နဲ့
they're necessarily
ဟို
afraid
အဲ့ဒီ
of.
ထည့်ထားတဲ့ item တွေကပုတ်သွားကွာ late game ရောက်ရင်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်ဒီကောင်တွေကမထည့်တော့တာ
Do
လားမသိ
something with this 8-minute power.
Hey, like,
Gets
be-
nightmared back into the fray though. It gets taken
Oh,
off by
Stampede.
Stampede to help get away.
Oh,
Ah.
Rush misses completely from Laurel.
how did that miss?
Oh,
Fox, the only level 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Nisha
Oh,
he does get the rune.
အဲ့ဟိုကမရှိဘူး
Fiend's Gate comes in though. The silence to try to
Rolling
protect a
မရှိ
little
ဘူး
bit, but the
Nisha
pin mouse
rolling
eventually
မ
comes
ယူထားဘူး
for
ဟာ
him, so Nisha pays the
why
ultimate
တစ်စိမ့်
price,
မ
but
တင်
he's
တော့
a
ဘူး rolling
greedy
အဲ့တော့ဘယ်လိုလုပ်
little
လွတ်မှာ
boy.
တော့လို့
there's
aspect က
something
တစ်စိမ့်တော့တင်းတင်းသ
wrong
လားလို့
about Earth Spirit not having roll. I don't know. It just
is
feels
weird.
like it used to be the hero's identity, and you just sometimes don't skill it in mid at this point.
Still action going on.
Oh,
mostly
shaka
Shadow
knock on
battling
cheat, eh,
several
yeah.
heroes as Tofu. Trying to run away, but the back
Ah.
keeps him in place with the crush that
Yeah,
finishes the
yeah.
job. Boxing on the
ဟို
run.
မှာ
again.
ယာတိုရိုပါရောက်လာပြီ
Three heroes.
ဟိုမရှိဘူးအကောင်းတယ်ကွာစပယ်ချောင်သွားတာယာတိုရို what the fuck
The Centaur Do they have the follow-up to finish it? It's going to be close. The
Oh!
hits, and Yatoro gets the kill with the damage
Wow,
over time.
beautiful.
Finds Boxy as
ရတို့
well.
special က
Does not
ဆောင်း
have
ရန်
combo
လာ
for
ဆောင်းရ
Spirit.
န်လာ
That was actually just
ကျိုးဆွဲတယ်
completely
ပြီးတော့ဟိုကောင်
flawless.
who stop
Yatoro
တုံးတဲ့အချိန်
dodged
မှာ
the
ဒီကောင်ရဲ့
stop
ဒီ
with the
ဗာလဲ
invulnerable
Raptor Dance
frame of
သုံးချရတာ
Raptor Dance,
BKB
then they hit a clean power
ခဏလေး
shot
ရတယ်ကွာ
from
အဲ့
off
Raptor Dance က
angle, and
BKB
both of
ဘယ်လောက်လဲ
them died to the
0.5 လား
like katana
အဲ့လောက် second ရတယ်
Really,
အဲ့ဒါနဲ့ရှောင်
really
သွား
nicely done
ဆောင်းရန်
on the
ကျဲ
side of Spirit, and this is going to start creating quite some distance now.
အဲ့ပြောတာဒီဘွဲကြောက်ရတယ်ဆိုအဲ့ဒါ Steve Spirit ကဆောင်းရန်လုံနိုင်ဆောင်းရန်လုံနိုင်ပြီးတော့ Pick က Liquid က
Also up
အဲ့လို
600 against
ကိုကြိုက်နေတာ
Centaur.
အဲ့လိုဖြစ်နေလို့ဒီဘွဲကိုရှောင်လိုက်ကြည့်အောင်မှထင်တဲ့အတိုင်းပဲ Spirit ကလုံနေ
Laurel's able to pressure the tier 1. Despite
လေ
being
ကိန်း
slowed
ရ
up.
အောင်ဆောင်းနိုင်ရင်တော့ Liquid ပြန်နိုင်သွားတယ်အာလုံးပြန်ပြီဒါပေမဲ့ဒီတစ်ခါဆလာတာ level 6မပါတော့တိတ်တော့မနာခြင်းဘူးဆိုပေမဲ့ရအောင်သေတော့မယ်ဟာ what the fuck ဒါမဲ့တွေကိုလည်းကြည့်ရော
First magnetize onto
ဒီမှာ
Laurel.
ဆရာကြီးလာတော့ရှော
With
ပြီ
the supports teaming up, they should be able to tick him out.
ဒါအဲ့လိုကောင်တွေနဲ့မလိုက်ဘူးလားအဲ့လို
Comes in to die to the tower to try to give
မ
less
သေး
gold to
နိုင်မဲ့
Mika.
ကောင်တွေနဲ့မှလိုက်တာအဲ့
And Boxy
Mission
has to
complex.
take the rune.
ဒီကောင်ပတ်ကို
Rune
ပါလို့ပေးထားမှာသူက
does
လည်း
force
သူ
that out. Will
သိရမ
cost
လား
him
မ
his
သေး
life,
မ
though.
သေးတော့မှာဒီချာဦးတိုင်းရိုးမပါသေးဘူးတကယ်လိုက်ရိုက်နေ
Making
တစ်
them
ချက်
work
ချင်း
for
နေ
it a bit.
This is Yatoro's nearby, looking for an opening potentially. Thinks better of it though.
I think Spirit were debating actually turning that with an Underlord ulti. This is something you always have to be wary of as Liquid when you go on these long chases is effectively the enemy team does have one more and then the numbers showing on the screen. Oh my.
နှစ်ချက်ပဲ
It's just such a good spell. Just
ရာ
absurd.
တူတော့အကုန်ကိုင်းတာပဲအာရာတူတော့ကျန်းတယ်စကေး
Likes of Kez later in
ရ
the
င်းနေ
game.
ကဟိုးရင်းနေကပလေယာတွေ drawing ကြောင်အဲ့လိုမကင်ကြဘဲ
Madness
နဲ့
now for Mickey.
မကင်နိုင်ကြဘဲနဲ့ဖြစ်နေကြတယ်
Heroes
ဒီကောင်တစ်ကောင်နဲ့
by the side
drawing ကြာ
of the
ကြီးကင်ပြီးတော့လိုက်ကျိတ်နေတာ
Current
လေ
meta.
ကိုရင်
Feels like it's mostly just Luna.
ဂိုင်ယိုတို့လူနာတို့ခက်အဲ့ခက်ကအဲ့အချိန်မှာ drawing ကြာကြီးနဲ့လိုက်ပစ်တာဘယ်ကောင်းမှမခံနိုင်
Yatoro, we've seen this
လုံးပြန်
before.
ပြီ
Not able
အဲ
to
မ
dodge
ရ
the
ဒီ
stun
ကောင်တော့
this
မရ
time.
အောင်ကွာ
Ace
ဘာလဲက
Now has to take the pressure from the
ဘယ်
mage
ဆိုကြောင်ရ
Slayer.
why
It's just
The
dead.
Veil, Yatoro. Yeah, there's not going to be any support for Ace. So another death for the Centaur.
ဟာတော့ရလားအဲ့လိုတက်လို့ရ
Yatoro's having a completely
Oh my
free
god
game on
ဝါချီကို
Hitman.
second tower ရှိမှဝင်တက်တာရတယ်ပေါ့
Boxy in the mid lane
အဲ့လောက်လွယ်လား
will eventually be finished off by not me
သူလုံးပြအောင်လဲလွယ်နေရပဲနော်
and the player not me.
Yeah.
တော့ TI နော်လို့
Just to be clear.
အဲ့လိုကြီးရုံမပေါက်နဲ့လေ
Tower's
second
almost
tower
dead as
အောက်မှာ
well.
ကူကဲသူမဲ့ဒီမှာစတက်တွေပါစတက်တောင်ဖြစ်တယ်စပိတ်တွေပါ
After
ခိုး
even
စားနေ
starting
ပြီ
to steal away the enemy triangle here, Yatoro.
No,
but
first item,
still
Mace
gets the
Slayer,
space
okay.
that Kez usually doesn't
Abo
get
jaa
to
hai.
take this early in the game.
ဘယ်တာဝါလဲ
But
ကျိုး
when you
ပြီ
win your
ပါ
safe lane this hard and you take that tower, you can get down to that triangle area.
အော်နှစ်တိုင်ရပါ
Is filthy, filthy rich.
10 မိနစ်မှာ network 3k okay ပါ
I mean, how is Liquid's lineup against Kez in general, outside of the fact that he's just having an incredible game?
I mean, I think Earth Spirit and Tusk are kind of the wild cards in that regard. They have an instant silence and they have punch. Well, eventually, Boxy's level 4.
ငါတို့သာတတိယတရန်ရသွားလို့တော့တကယ်နားလို့ရသွားပြီတဲ့လားဟောဆရာကြီးပဲ
And the sharpshooter,
ဟော
Laura.
ဆရာကြီးတွေတော့မှ အေးရောက်လာပြီ collapse
They will get a trade.
ပေါစီကတော့
As Boxy did hit level 5
ပြော
in
ပါ
that
အဲ့
engagement.
လောက်ဆိုသေးသွားလွတ်ပေးလိုက်လို့ရပြီ
Check out to Yatoro again.
ကနာဒါတမ်းမဲ့
Traded
အဲ့
very
ဟာ
quickly
တော့
with
စပင်းနာမည်မိ
Liquid,
သွားပြီဘာလဲမသိ
especially considering Underlord ulti and TPs were used for that.
အဲ့ကတ်ဆယ် level 3 စပင်းနာမည်
And of
တော့မိ
course, that means Mickey gets to do what he wants down
အဲ့
bottom.
ကတ်ဆိုတဲ့ hero ကလည်းနောက်ပိုင်းထွက်တဲ့
Ace.
Hero အသစ်တွေထဲမှာကိုတော်တော်လေးကြိုက်တဲ့ hero တော်တော်လေးကြိုက်တယ်အဲ့ကောင်
can be there to help destroy the half man, half horse.
Is level 7. Oh, he just got 8, excuse me. Level 8 on Centaur. Kez is 12.
Yeah.
This is about as stompy as a lane
Mechanic
gets at
ကတော့န
pro
ည်းနည်းလေး
level
ရှုပ်တယ်ဆိုပေ
nowadays.
မဲ့
He's being doubled up
တော်တော်လေးမို
by
က်တယ်
Toro. It's almost the entire net worth lead is in one
K
lane.
base
That's true.
Kind of crazy. So you look aside from this, Liquid are keeping up quite well, but
ဟော invoker ပြီးရင် spell အများဆုံး
isn't it
hero ပဲ
ironic that this hero got banned against Liquid 5 games straight, and then they get it and he gets owned?
True.
Kind of funny. See if Ace can somehow recover this, but this is a tough position to play the Centaur.
Look at all these TPs coming in from Liquid. They do not want to lose their Wisdom Shrine again. Toro
လက်
would
ရှိ TI
obviously
ဝင်တာ
be
ပဲအတင်းလေတဲ့ Falcon လေ
the best case scenario to get that kill. Gonna go
အ
on
နစ်က
the Bane
Falcon ရ
instead.
တာ
We'll be able to clean him up, and that should be their wisdom shrine. Spirit
အမ
we can get away with everything, not
Maru.
that big of a deal. As Collapse gets the opposing one.
Collapse is also level 12.
ဒီနေ့ကသူတို့က champion ကိုတိုက်တယ်ကိုကာကွယ်ရမှာ
are level 12 and their mid is
ဘလို့
level
နေတော့ဟိုဘက်မှာ
9.
သူတို့
How
တ
does
ပွဲ
this
ရှုံး
ever
ထားတယ်
happen?
Iron Wing ဟိုဟာကိုထွန်ဒရာပေါ့
He's
ထွန်ဒ
supposed
ရာ
to
ကို
have,
တပွဲရှုံးထားတယ်
somewhat comparable
အခုတော့ဟိုဟာ
experience
ဖြစ်နေ
from
ပြီ
solo lane.
Iron Wing ဖြစ်နေပြီ One Wing ကနေပြီးတော့
Very unusual
I
level
Wing ဖြစ်နေပြီ
distribution
I
here.
Wing
But it's going to work out great for them. And of course, player personality-wise, Laurel great at playing from behind and giving more
yeah.
space to his teammates. So I'm sure they're
အ
happy
ဝါ
with
တ
it.
န်းနဲ့
Want to find the
Iron
biggest
Wing อ่ะ
opening.
Absolutely,
အ
Laurel.
အဝါတန်းနေပါလေသုံးလို့အိုးသေးပြီ Stampy 3 မီတာလည်းမရလိုက်ဘူး
They get the big kill on the Mickey.
Smoke နဲ့
Question is,
အေး
can
အမ
Liquid get
smoke
anything
break
out
သွား
of
ပြီ
this? Focusing on not me, but he's got that win
Yeah.
run. He is super fast.
တော့မှာ
Nisha might
နီ
share.
ရှားပါထပ်သေးဖို့များတယ်
Low,
နော်
Low
ရှက်ကဲ
so does have to be
အ
a
ကိုက်
big
ထားလိုက်တယ်
Fiend's grip. And look at the rest
Oh,
of Liquid.
shot.
They're going to have to just give
That's
this
the
up.
Wabi,
So
yeah.
2 big kills for
Oh.
Spirit. The second one completely
please
handed
တိုင်ရ
down on a
နော်
silver
စပရစ်က
platter.
တာတယ်
That
Don't check
is bad news.
This is getting out of hand real fast.
It really is because, yeah, sure, it's a 5K lead at 15 minutes, which is already a lot. But again, looking at the lineups and the overall flow of the game, when the Dire lineup is ahead, it should be a formality to take Tormentor and Roche. And now, then we're not looking at 5K anymore in 5 minutes. Then we're looking at 8K and an Aegis.
အဆိုရသွားပြီ
Liquid really have
ဆ
to
ရာ
start getting
Oh my
something
god
going there,
15
right?
မိနစ်
Connecting a move. Finally,
That's
Tusk
so
at
neat.
6 after 15 minutes.
Mace Layer နဲ့
this
Collapse
has been a
ကအ
rough
ပြာ
one
ကြောင်းပဲ
for
လုံးဝ
Boxy.
aura item မပါဘူးနော်
Bottom
ဒီဘက်က
lane,
Aspid တွေ Luna တွေပါတယ်ဆိုပြီးပိုက်တွေပါမထည့်တော့ဘူးလုံးဝ
He avoids
Hey,
going
man.
to Nisha here.
ကြာ
That's
ကြောင်းပြင်ဟို
another
လာမ
failed
ထင်တယ်
attempt
ကလိပနာ
from
တို့ဒါမှမဟုတ်
Spirit.
ရှီဘာကဲတို့အဲ့လို Gwyn
And looks to
ဝင်းကျဲ
actually
စီမဲ့
get-
item တွေ
he is getting
ထည့်
out.
တော့မှာ
Four Liquid heroes
area
down here
effect
failed
area
the
effect
mission.
plus တဲ့ item တွေ
And the tower
အကလိပနာပုံမိုက်တယ်
almost
ကလိပနာ
full
ဆို
as
နှစ်
well,
ချက်
which is what Not Me was busy focused
အညာ
firing.
အတန်းပဲလी
Just nothing
ဝင်း
going
လည်းကျဲ
right.
တယ်ရှီဘာကဲဆိုရင်တော့မာတော့
Oh,
မာ
Water
ပါ
Boys.
Toro has his Deso.
အဲ
Very
အဲ
fearsome
တေတော့
creature
မယ်
this chicken
ရ
is.
တိုးတို့
Gonna
chicken
get the
chicken
grappling claw off. It looks like he was stunned while he did that. but of
ဖိတ်
course
ထား
gets
တာ
to do
ဟော
anything
နီ
as
ရှောင်းနှစ်ချက်ပဲ
Nisha
ခုတ်တယ်
will
ရော
pay the
အေး
price of facing the
အာမ
chicken.
ရှော့တယ်ဓာတ်ဆိုးနဲ့ခုတ်တယ်ဇွတ်ဇွတ်ဇွတ်ပဲ
Toro gets his first stacks now on that Deso
ပေါစီ
later. Boxy,
မိဘကြီးဟိုမှာအပြာကြောင်းနဲ့လမ်းဖမ်းလိုက်တာ
finds
ရှော့ပြီ
him. My goodness. Just
Hey, I'm
getting
up, win,
out
up,
of
win.
control. I mean, that is an Aghanim scepter already
Just
for the
see.
Underlord. Collapse. Seeing the power of this already in the
အမလုံး
last
အဲ့
series.
ထွက်ပြေးလို့မရ
Second
တော့တော့
Deso
ဘူးကွာ
stack as well for Yatoro. He's involved already
တောက်
with
သွား
it.
နေမှာ
So that's going
အဲ့
to
ဒါ
start
တော့
ramping up.
လန်လန်ဖမ်းပြီးလို့ရတယ်
Not done yet.
ပြင်ဒီ
either.
ဘက်မှာလည်း
Being
အေး
pursued.
oh my god
goodness.
ဘာလို့လို့အဆင်မပြေပါလား
Honestly,
my.
it's a good ulti. Otherwise, he dies. So I mean, it looks stupid, but
Yeah, maybe you're right.
he kind of has to try to fend them off.
Another roll in, not gonna hit. Nisha. Looks like he'll get the magnetize and the lucent beam slows down Not Me. Looks like he's gonna fall.
သင်ပဲအတူတူ
eventually.
ဆိုပြီးတော့လှဲ့တော့ပြစ်လိုက်သေးတယ်
So Liquid having to feels like they have to rotate.
ဒီနေ့က no one ရ
constantly
သေး
to
တယ်နာ
counteract this constant action from
အေး
Spirit.
နော်
I
ဒီ
mean,
နေ့က
finally they get something.
ညီ
but
လေး
it's
လည်း
just
ရ
a
တော့
four.
ရတင်နေပြီလား
And now,
တော့
Nightmare
အငယ်ဆုံးလေးအငယ်ဆုံးလေး
Oh,
oh
it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
Corrosive Haze opens up.
အခု
Chicken
PV
Man.
က group stage မှာဒီကောင်လေးအခြေအနေကောင်းတယ်
Is,
မှာ
on another level right now.
invasion 3C ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါ
Usually I'd
ကို
make a
မှန်း
KFC
တာမှန်တော့
reference.
မယ်
This is more like Canes. Got to step
ပိုး
it
စီ
up.
ဖြစ်မဲ့သတင်းရှိတယ်အဲ့
Higher
သတင်းကို
tier chicken.
အဲ့ကောင်လေးကိုမှန်းတာ
Okay.
no one ကိုမှန်းတာ
Remember that.
အဲ့ဒီကောင်လေးနောက်တစ်ပွဲနိုင်လိုက်ပြီဆိုရင်အဲ့တစ်ခုတော့မှန်သွားပြီ
I'll remember
prediction က
that.
What did I say?
That is an insane. How do they have this wave? Wait, what happened?
Rush initiation onto Nisha.
Oh.
Echo slash to fall.
Oh.
Trying to get out. The roll is going to be
Yeah, like-
successful. But look at Spirit here in numbers.
ပွဲကဟိုကောင်လေး
They
အား
are
လေးဖြတ်နေ
very
ပြီ
scary
လေဂိမ်းမ
right
ရောက်
now.
တော့
They
ဘူးထ
get
င်
the
တယ်
nightmare onto
လေဂိမ်း
four
ပေးမသွား
boxing.
ဘူးကွာ
Has the
တီအောင်
snowball,
လို့
but
ပြန်မဲ့လမ်းမှာအဝိုင်းထက်ချထားတယ်
Yeah,
သေး
the
ပြီ
grip onto the low ground.
ဒီမှာတစ်ကောင်ထပ်မိနေတယ်
They even find a squirrel on the backside. So Tofu will be the next to fall for Liquid. And Spirit with an
လေ
enormous
ဂိမ်းပေးမရ
advantage.
ဘူး
Look at that tier
လေ
2
ဂိမ်းရောက်
tower.
ရင်
Can we?
တော့
Can we
အခက်
get a
သွားမှာ
replay
ဆိုတော့
of how
အခါ
big
တည်း
that
ကိုဖြတ်
group
နေတာ
wave was,
အေး
by the way?
တကန်တာကလည်းပါသွားပြီဒီကောင်လေး Russian လှုပ်ချင်လဲ Russian ဆိုတာခဏလေးနော်
Spectacular
ဘိုင်းရအရာ
thing. It looked like it was 5 waves.
ဟူလာလာ
I don't.
33 is going to have to pause the game just to see what's happening here.
တကယ်ကောင်းတဲ့ spray ကွာ spray ကိုတစ္ဆာဖောက်လို့မရဘူး နော်စပစ်သစ္စာဖောက်ပြီး liquid သွားထည့်ရင်ကိုအခုချိန်မြိုက်နေမြက်ခွက်
Had Centaur just been stacking waves with the
စပစ်တ
Dominator
ကယ်
for
ကျန်း
like
တာမ
4
နေ့က
times
လည်း
in a
လှုပ်ကြွေးတယ်
row,
ဒီ
and
နေ့
then
လည်း
they
ကွာ
finally
ငါယုံလိုက်ရမှာ
dive
စပစ်
the
ကို
tower. I mean, effectively, he just lost.
တပွဲလွတ်သွားပြီ
tower
တပွဲလွတ်သွား
and
ပြီ
4 waves
တကယ်ကောင်းတယ်ရှက်ကဲမချိတ်ဘူးကသေးဘောမစ္စတာလာ
Still not
Yeah, but
safe.
they were-
Laurel able to get out just barely. No, he
တေး
dies
သွား
to
တယ်
the
တေးသွားတယ်
tower.
တေးသွားတယ်
And not me. We'll
Đó
pay
là
the
tùy
price
quá
as
đấy.
well.
Oh, Yatoro.
Yatoro
That's maybe
mana
a little bit
mashiu.
too cute. He's getting in quite deep here.
majestic
The TPs are too long though.
They kill off Nisha, but Spirit able to get away with everyone else.
လာမသေးတော့မ
Diving
သေးသေး
very far. Yatoro's still there. Oh, is Tofu just dead? Man, he is so squishy.
Yes.
This is
တ
tough
တာ
to
နာ
watch.
ဒမ်းမစ်တွေနဲ့ပဲချောနေတာ
16 stacks already.
I've been reading Reddit recently though, and people are saying that Kez got nerfed way too
ဒီကမာကို
hard.
ပဲယုံ
So,
တဲ့
This is the
Big
best carry in the
amount,
game,
yeah.
as far as I'm concerned. Every time
အေး
we cast this,
10သားတွေ15သားတွေမှာ
when I see this hero with Slardar,
ဒီကောင်
at
လိုက်ထည့်ရ
least,
မသိလား
I have a very hard time
နံ
predicting
ပါတ်
the
ဖြစ်နေ
other
တာနှစ်
team's
ပွဲ
win,
ရှိ
'cause
တယ်ဒီ TI မှာတယ်
I mean, this is
I don't-
anecdotal. I don't know if we've ever cast a game of these two heroes together where they lost.
I don't think so.
I think every
နောက်တစ်ခါ
single
အဲ့လို
time
အခြေ
it's
အနေ
been
ဖြစ်
a
ရင်တော့ထည့်
landslide victory.
Yep.
Um,
တော့ဘာသိနေဖြစ်ဖြစ်
and
ထည့်လို
this
က်
is not looking any different for now. 20 minutes
ရှုံးမှလား
arriving,
ရှုံးရော
so
လို့
it's time for Torment.
မီခဲကဒီဘက်မှာခိုးဖမ်းနေတယ်နော်မီခဲကနှစ်ကွက်တော့ရနေပြီဒါသူနောက်တစ်ကွက်ထဲမှာ flying ကွာ
at 20 minutes.
အတူဒီဘက် BKB ထဲလည်းထူးတော့
Satanic
ထူး
is
မနေ
watching
ဘူး
and
မှာ
telling
ဘိန်း
me
ကြိုက်
his
တာရှိ
amateur
နေ
CS numbers though
ရန်
only
တော့မထူး
200. This is meant to be
အဲ့သူ flying တွေ hurricane bite တွေအဲ့လိုမျိုး
There's a
စော့ရင်တော့
trade-off.
ရ
He's been very active on the map, and you can't do both at once. So a different style.
You can with Fiend's Gate.
Okay,
technically.
there goes the Tormentor. That took 3 seconds. Cool.
Right,
Tormentor shard for Rue. Only has level 2 on Brain Saps. Not the greatest, but still all the gold and the fact that it
ဟွာနေ
doesn't
ပြီ
go to the
area
enemy
ဖက်ကျဲ
team.
တဲ့ item ကြည်ပါက
I don't think they were going to be taken.
ဂွင်းကျဲကြီးချတော့မယ်ဂွင်းကျဲကြီး
But yeah.
level ကိုကြည့်အောင် mega ကောင်12တယ်
When does Mickey come online? He's going for
mega
a
လာ
double fly,
12ဖြစ်နေပြီးတော့
check.
collapse က
It feels like he
15
does need BKB on top of
ကြာ
that.
ကြီး share ဖမ်းထားတာ
And even then, there's still Fiend Script. It's just a really difficult game, I think.
Did you have a better carry in mind?
I couldn't on the spot tell you a better choice. I just don't think Luna was that.
အာ BKB ပါကြည့်ပြတာ
Nowhere to go. Good Fiend's Gate placement. Ace will tick
Yo,
out as
Abby.
well.
ဒီဘက်မှာ
They're
ထပ်
gonna
မိ
find
ထား
a
တယ်
squirrel again. So two dead, just like that for Liquid.
And the tier 2 tower and probably Roche.
I mean, I'm not sure if it would have been good in the game because we don't see this hero anymore. But first thing I think
အဲ့ဒါ
of
nature
against
prophet ပစ်လိုက်ရမှာလေလား
minus
nature
armor
prophet ဆိုဒီကောင်လေး
style,
အရှိတစ်ခေါက်က
high armor heroes like
ဘယ်
terrible.
ပွဲမှာလည်းမသိဘူးကွာ
Yeah, he
အဲ့
was
sprint နဲ့
mentioned
ပဲ
as well by the
sprint
panel.
က
He was available.
Okay.
အဲ့ဒီ
TA was
cast
banned,
ကွာ
but I
carry
think TA could have also been an
မိခဲက
option.
nature
She
prophet
lanes
တယ်
fine into Underlord and she can
အဲ့လိုပဲ
actually
စောရင်
survive
စောရင်
Kez.
စောရင်နောက်ဆုံးပြန်နိုင်သွား
But
Like she hasn't even had time to do
တစ်
anything.
ချက်ချက်ချုပ်ထားလိုက်
that's the other. Yeah, I mean we can talk
Don't
about
doubt
it.
it, he-
I think Mickey has
That's
done a
got-
pretty good job. They've just been destroyed everywhere else. So. And if that was a TA instead of the Luna, I don't think anything changes.
Yeah.
In
ကြာကြောင်း
the
သွား
way
နေ
in
ပြီ
which they
ကြာကြောင်း
lost,
သွား
the
နေ
carry
ပြီ
is not responsible. The only thing would be if they could have found a carry pick
Idiot.
that would have destroyed Collapse's
22
game to
minute.
such an extent that he would have needed help, and then resources would have been pulled from elsewhere on the map. But I don't know if that hero exists. I think absolutely destroying Underlord Windranger with a carry pick last pick here, I don't think you can do that.
Nice little casual chasm stone on collapse. So those pits of masses are massive.
He almost has Shivas already. It's 22 minutes. It's really, really farmed. Not the best Shivas game defensively. The armor is actually not that valuable because the vast majority of Liquid's damage is magical, but
It's so
He wants to
funny
get
that
anyway.
yeah, you look at their line. Oh man, it's all magic. 0 pipes.
ဝါချီကဒီပွဲဟတ်သွားလို့လေ
I-
ဘာမှမ
this
ထူး
doesn't
ဘူးလား
exist. Like when do you?
အာမ
buy
ဟာ
it?
ဆောင်
Because we do see
နေ
it every now and then.
I think
အာမလျှော့ပြီးခုတ်မှန်းတဲ့သူဟက်ကဘလောင်းမှတော့ခံမှာမဟုတ်
oh, we saw Vision by it
လီ
last
ရှာလည်း
series
lotus
on
သွား
my
နေ
dogs
ရတယ်
here.
ဝါချီလည်း
I
lotus
think it's
နဲ့
a matter of your
အားလုံး
perspective
အဲ့လို
of,
အာမလျှော့တဲ့အဖက်
are we
ကို
going to play
တောက်ဖို့
teamfights
ကြိုးစား
right
နေရ
now where
ကြိုးစားပန်းစားလုပ်
defensive capabilities are the most important? If not, Pipe kind of falls off, right? Maybe there's like a subset of heroes you almost always fight against, like Zeus. 'Cause
ဒီ
then it's
MBS
relevant the
sprout
entire
leash
game,
က
but
တော်တော်
there's
ဆူ
not
ဆူ
many.
တော့ဟုတ်ပါအဲ့ဒါကြီးကအင်ဘာကြီးလေအဲ့ဒီချိန်တော့
I think Collapse could have actually considered Gleipnir this game.
ချုပ်လိုက်ပြီးဆိုတာနဲ့ဟိုမှာ
Instead of
Storm Split လို
Shivas.
ကောင်းမျိုးတနာပါတယ်ခုံလို့မရအောင်
But it's
တော
still
က်
a
ရဲ
feels
ဆို
good
အန်
win
ဘာတို့ပါလို့
regardless.
ရက်ကန်ရက်ကန်ပဲ leash ဖြစ်နေအဲ့ဒါကြီးတော်တော် OP လို့
And we'll
Count
3.5
later.
minutes
I
on
Dylan.
Aegis for Yatoro. So see what kind of work they can put in. He's working on the Aghanim Scepter right now.
There's only one tower remaining outside the base. This is not usual in this patch to wipe the entire map in 20 minutes of all structures, but here we are. Spirit will finish that too, and the Ags will be completed after the tower bounty. Oh,
That's how confident he is that they're not getting pushed on Cinder. He uses the fortification
And I
on a
like
single
you.
creep bottom.
Yep.
သူကတူဖူးကဖြတ်ဖို့ကြိုးစားနေ
He's dead.
Killed
and
off.
Mickey. Oh,
Oh,
He gets the
okay.
But
Flips, but it's going to cost him. As Mickey trying to run away pretty damn fast, but this is too many heroes to work against. Lotus applied, not going to matter. Collapse gets the killing blow. Nisha showing off that Lotus. We'll be going for the Ghost Scepter next.
Yatoro already 20 damage on his Deso. He's gonna max that bad boy out.
It's actually slowed down. He had 16 within the first 3 minutes of buying it.
စတက်တစ်ခုကိုနှစ်ပေါင်းတယ်
And I'm trying to look
Nip
for
bound is
Bright. Oh, hang on.
ဒါပေမဲ့လေးတဲ့ပေါင်းနေရပါဘော
One
တက်
on
ဆို
one
က
against Not Me does find him.
Yep.
An important kill for Nisha, because now in the post-game screen it looks like he's higher level than the enemy position 4. It's level 13 before that to the 14 of Not Me, which should just never happen.
Nisha. Gonna have to settle for the squirrel yet again.
It's tough to find the silver lining here for the Radiant lineup because I think it's so timing
အဲ
dependent.
နီရှာအဲ့နားမှာပဲစောင့်နေတာ
I'm
ဟေး
enjoying this gate
Around.
area.
All right.
အေးကောင်းတယ်
Another
နော်
little snack for Earth Spirit that will give him level 15 talent. I guess what you do is you try to stall out the game until Mickey has BKB, and then you need to take one decisive fight where things just go right. So for now, Chicken Man,
Oh
he
boy.
gets the mark.
chicken man chicken man chicken man လိုက်ရွာနေနောက်မှာ aspin ရှိတယ်
Roll coming in from the other side. They get the connection onto Kez, half HP. This is the Aegis. They will burn it.
He is
Good start for
completely
Liquid.
alone. For
Oh,
now.
You say that. Fiend's Gate coming in.
BKB.
He collides with the roll. The
Oh,
Torp off the BKB
okay.
now can go to work. Look at the damage coming out. The Eclipse coming out from as well from Mickey trying to get out of this pit. It's
There
not
you
going
go.
to happen though.
ကဲဘိတ်နေတာအန်ဒါလော့စစ်ကြီးကအချိန်မီပဲကြာလာအိုးရှက်ကဲချိန်နေတယ်နောက်မှာ
Everyone from Liquid just dropping. Nisha next. Double kill.
ဘိတ်
for
နေတာ
Yatoro.
အဲ့ဒါကြီးက
It was a trap all along.
It was.
trap
I mean, again, one of the best.
အမင်းတကာကို
acts in
ရာ
the
တူ
game
တို့က
is
တကောင်နဲ့လိုက်ချပြနေတာဟိုက
just crazy good. Shout out to
ကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေက
for
ဂိမ်းနဲ့ဆင်းနေတာပြီးသွား
suggesting that spell.
Oh, okay.
You were the reason it was put in the game, Synderen. Don't be coy.
That's okay. Oh, nice nightmare. Well, Tofu will be.
And now it's a full team wipe.
Yep.
Now, right now.
And that should be Elena Barracks too, because Kez can also push quickly. Did you know?
The only good thing about Kez, actually, redeeming quality is what I meant to say. Feels like he's, I don't know the right way to put this. Watching him, I don't mind.
3Z
it, actually.
3Z อ่ะ
It's
ပဲ
just
သိ
being in
ပါ
a
လေ
game with him is.
အိုး
You know what I mean?
He makes other people suffer, and that's fun to
ဒီ
see.
ပွဲသာ split ဒီ
Like, if
series
this
သာ
was
split
techies,
နိုင်သွားမယ်
the
ဆို
old
ရင်
techies, I didn't mind
PV
casting
နဲ့
that
တွေ့ဖို့
much.
များတယ်
It makes some hilarious moments. You have very high
Huh?
peaks and some lows, of course.
That was
PV
my
နဲ့တွေ့ဖို့
most
များ
hated
ပါဘူး PV
hero
နဲ့
to
တွေ့ရ
cast,
မှာတဲ့
To cast.
3Z 3Z
because it created
တော့
the
ဝဲ
most
မရှိနဲ့သင်
The
awkward
stalemates.
stalemates that were so difficult to solve for the losing team. So it was very hard to really even imagine a way for them to access the game. I mean, not that this individual game is particularly different, but it's not because of the heroes. It's because they're owning them.
Now roll in with the punch. Counter action coming
အိုး
through.
ကောင်းတယ်ပါအာအကုန်လုံး3កောင်လုံးဟေး3កောင်လုံးမဟုတ်4កောင်တော့ဟိုမှာ
Many
ဝင်းနဲ့
heroes trying to kill off Nisha.
နောက်တ
Another
ကွင်း
pit comes out from Collapse, and this is going to be the death of Nisha.
Don't
Rolls
they
right
go
on top
out?
of the big fat boy.
ကွင်းတွေက
And the Eclipse,
Oh,
though,
ဒီမှာ Luna ဝင်လာပြီ
Mickey
Luna ဝင်လာ
getting
ပြီ
a decent amount, but you can see the farm disadvantage is not remotely close. And Yatoro using that BKB to full effect.
အော်စီ
dodging a
ကတော့
lot.
အလုပ်တွေလုပ်တယ်သူ့ရဲ့တက်စကားတော်တော်ထိမ့်မိထားတာဟာ
Honestly, that was pretty
တော့
good.
ရာတော်
for
တော်ပ
the
လိန်လိုက်ခုတ်လို့မရအောင် BKB ကြီးလိုက်ပြီဆိုတာ
end
နဲ့
result
ပြည့်ပြည့်
of
ပြီးတော့
this is a 2K gold game.
ရိုက်
for
ပေး
them.
ထားတယ် level 6နဲ့အတင်းလိုက်ခုတ်လို့မရတော့ဝါချီကအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မသိ
Step
သွား
number 1.
အော်စီတက်စကားကတော့စွမ်းတယ်
Luna
လိုပဲ
involved,
ဖြစ်
and that is
လောက်
going to
နေ
be
နေတာကို
2K.
impact ထွက်
Oh, A little bit of, oh, I guess he barely got into chump change as a matter of fact. But
လူ
it's
နာ
gonna give him
flying
time
ရ
on
သွား
the
ပြီ
map
ရောဖြစ်တော့ဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်
to
နင်
hopefully
liquid
for him finish off this BKB. And
liquid
like I was saying
အောက်ကြီးလေး
before,
သွား
I
နိုင်
genuinely
ကောင်းမလားမ
think
သိ
this is a game where Liquid get one
ဒီအချိန်မှာ
fight
battle လေး
as
တစ်ပွဲ
their
လောက်အခြေအနေ
true
ကောင်းသွားရ
chance.
င်
If they can win a fight convincingly with the Luna BKB,
Luna
maybe this is
ပြစ်လို့ရတယ်အ
possible
ကုန်
to
လုံး
swing
အဲ့
around.
ဝါချီအပြာချောင်းလောက်ရသွားပြီဆိုရင်အကုန်လုံးပြစ်လို့ရတယ်
Dragonlance. This is going to be a much later BKB suddenly.
15သာပေးလား15သာပေးရင်ထည့်14သာ
Okay.
တော့ခတ်ထားတယ်ပေါ့
Underlord Octarine Core.
Yeah, nice luxury item for him.
Oh, a Solar Crest. Don't see them that much on the Hoodwink.
A rare treat.
I love this item. I wish it was a bit better, but it feels like it's always in this limbo between every game or
ဒါတူတူ dateless item ဆုံးသွားပါပြီဒါဆို charge ကလည်း maximum 30
yeah.
item လုံးဝဆုံးသွားပြီနောက်ဆုံးတစ်ခွက်က
as a tier 2 neutral item, but it's just not.
base layer နေရာမှာသူဗာထည့်စိတ်တန်းနဲ့
Free.
ကာဒီ
Anything that's free is not
စိတ်တန်းနဲ့ပိုကောင်းတယ်
not as satisfying. When you purchase something and you get
ဒါ
to
မှမဟုတ်
enjoy
MKB
it
မ
yourself,
သွားဘူး
it's
လား
more satisfying.
သူနာ flying နဲ့ဆို MKB လည်းမစိုးတော့မစိုး
Tofu.
Hello.
He will tank the gank in all likelihood. Get spotted, killed off easy. Roche potentially in 20 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And that is tower number 2 taken for Liquid. And now is the mid lane.
Yep.
30 minutes in. Not a good sign. Mass TPs for Liquid.
ဆက်နှစ်စားတယ်ထည့်ပြီကွာဘာညာပေါ့
Such a
ဘာညာ
short
မဟုတ်ဆက်နှစ်စားပြစ်ထည့်လိုက်မယ်
He has it
Yeah,
every
when you suggested this,
Oh,
why
gee.
did you say longer cooldown?
နှိုက်ကြည့်လိုက်မယ် liquid လုံးနိုင်လားမလုံး
I
နိုင်
mean,
လား
he has Ags and Oxarine, okay?
ဆက်နှစ်စားပွဲ
Relax.
How does it feel to have an idea of yours put in the game? You,
အော်ရာတူလို့
when
တစ်
you
ချက်
think
ရှော
about
သွား
it,
ပြီ
you
ဆို
did.
ရင်
Giving
ခန်းဘက်က
me
ဖြစ်
credit,
သွား
like,
လောက်
You did though. It's why are you
ဟာရီကိန်း
even-
ပိုက်ရသွားပြီလူနာကိုလိုက်တတ်ဖို့ကမလွယ်ဘူးနော်
Admit.
admit it? Take credit where credit is due.
I think what I'm trying to say is that I
Duration
believe
over
I and
48
another
ထည့်ထားတာ
person have the
Faircon
idea
ပွဲ
at
လေး
least
ရော
somewhat independently of something of
ဒီ
this
ပွဲတော့
type.
duration
I don't wanna take
over
all the credit.
48ဖြစ်
Just
ဖို့
take
က
it. No one's.
It's my idea, Shannon. Shut up.
Yatoro gets the shard,
That's right.
so everybody on their team.
liquid
has a
ခန်းမ
shard.
ဖြစ်မှာပဲရတော့မယ်ဒီတိုင်းသွားရင်ပုံပြီ
That's the upgraded Kazurai Katana. and
Faircon ပွဲကတော့
Shirota-san.
duration over ဖြစ်လောက်တယ်ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့အဝါဒန်ပွဲကြီးအဝါဒန်တို့ဘာလို့ကသိရတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲလေကင်းကြီးရောက်ကိုရောက်
Say
အဲ့
Tanic
ကောင်
now.
ကြီး
On the Kez.
At 40 seconds from Roche, Fiend's Gate.
အဲ့ရှက်ကကြီးကဘလို့ကြီးတော့အဆောင်ကြီး
Be another easy.
line မင်းနဲ့
pick off
ဆောင်း
Tofu.
နေရ
Death number 8.
ဒီကနေပြစ်တာကို
What's the
He
kill
lose
record for
Cheng
the
Wai.
tournament so far? Do we know?
လို့ကြီး
that?
တော့
I know you don't, but
Yeah,
I'm,
who would know?
I'm hoping we would be got some very educated gentlemen in our ears occasionally, and Seb.
Foxy on the run.
All right, the current record we are being told should be something like 23. So keep an eye on your Toro to
Okay.
maybe overtake.
Oh my
Oh.
God.
He's on
Kevin.
18. What will decide if he can beat the record is largely whether Liquid survive.
The record for this particular TI?
Yeah, I think.
What's the
I think
record for all TIs?
it's probably over 30. I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. There's been some ridiculous games in the history of this tournament.
Now another Roche goes the way of Spirit.
Wow, that's really quick. Okay. Chicken Man will backpack his Ags for an Aegis. One of the very few heroes that do that. Oh, well, he ate it.
He ate
အဲ့
it.
အပြာကြောင့်အိတ်ပလိုက်တယ် okay
That's
စား
an
ပလိုက်တယ်
early
စောကြီးပြာကြောင့်စားတာ
consumption
အေး
of
ဘယ်တော့တော့
hungry
body
chicken.
ကြလဲဆိုတာ
Very interesting.
Nullifier now.
တကယ်တော့မ
for
စား
Oro.
သင့်ဘူးကွာအပြာကြောင့်စားလိုက်ရင် ဘောနဲ့ attribute တွေအကုန်ပျောက်ကုန်မစားသင့်သေးဘူးနော်အဲ့ဒါအရန်စောသေးတယ်ဒါအပြာကြောင့်စားရမယ့်ချိန်မဟုတ်သေးဘူးအရန်တာနေဆိုပြီးအပြာကြောင့်
Forcing
စားပ
Luna
လိုက်တယ်
to not really be able to use her pike as a force staff defensively.
Honest stat
Pike
မ
was
ပါတော့ဘူး
somewhat
အဲ့ဒါ
awkward.
Well, they get Roche's banner. So you would think if all things go according to
နော်
plan,
မီ
they'll get this second set.
နော်မီက
Next push. They're going to smoke out though.
မသိ
for a
ဘူး
pick
အ
off.
ရင်ကအသင်းတော်မရှိ
Will
ဘူး
be
ထင်
the
တယ်
one to break the
အဲ့လို
smoke.
public
Actually, does
star
smoke
တယောက်
out,
ယောက်
gets
ကို
off the snowball
pick up
as
လုပ်လိုက်
well,
တဲ့
but
သဘောကြီး
Gale Force, everything.
အရင်ကမ
goodbye.
တွေ့ဘူး
19. I feel like what do you call the announcer in darts that yells out how many points?
Kobe.
I have no idea. Cinderella.
ရအောင်နော်အေးအဲ့မှာပြစ်ပြီး
A little bit of trouble. Yator doesn't want to burn the Aegis this
စနဆာ
quickly.
နော်
Gets
စ
the
န
full
ဆာ
round.
မှာ
He's
မိ
gonna
ခေ
be
ပြစ်နေပြီ
fine. Booster team, Eclipse comes out, Collapse
အေး
taking
အဲ့မှာ
the
စန
front
ဆာ
of it.
စနဆာပဲဟေ့အောင်အေး
Of the
ငါထင်နေတယ်
Eclipse,
စနဆာဝယ်မိသွားပြီအောင်
from Boxy.
Not
A
bad.
good hold.
လူနာအမှအိုက်တန်းဆုံးသွားပြီဥမာအပြာချောင်းနဲ့
Retain the
ဥမာ
Aegis
ပြီး
so
ပြီ
they can just heal up, reset, and try again.
ဝါချီအပြာချောင်းနဲ့
There, but nice
don't-
counterplay.
အဲစပရစ်ဒီပွဲကအဲတော်တော်ရေးကြီးသွားပြီတော်
I
တော်
don't
ရေး
see
ကြီး
it
သွား
in
ပြီ
anyone's inventory.
ဟိုကောင်နေတိုင်ပင်ရောက်သွားပြီ
I don't remember if the overlay in the top that shows the Aegis and the gem timer, if that also shows if
စ
somebody
န
is
ဆာ
holding
ကွယ်
down in the back.
yes
It did earlier, so.
Yeah. So then it was a stupid.
Middle tower is under
Okay.
attack.
No offense.
Fence taken.
It's not on me.
That's the American way right there.
It's on you if you're offended by this.
That's right. Daedalus looks to be next for Mickey.
I'm doing it for Nat. If she hadn't said it, I wouldn't have made the sound too. But
You know, I made a tier list on taunts one time.
yeah.
Number one was, I believe it was Tidehunter, I want to say.
They had Luna number 2.
But Luna was 0
Oh, just,
because it wasn't in the game anymore, and I begged for it to come back, and then they put it back in the game, Cinderella.
Hmm.
So you guys can all thank me.
Yep.
And it's
That was
all
your
me.
idea. Yeah.
Just like the Fiend's Gate was yours.
You came up with the Luna taunt.
No, I didn't come up with the taunt.
You came up with bringing it back.
That's right. A very novel idea, I know.
You're the first person in the history of the world.
hello
to
မင်္ဂလာပါ
reintroduce anything.
မင်္ဂလာပါ
You know, I'll take credit for Mars as well, Cinderella. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Sure.
Itoro, how good is the 25 talent on this chicken?
Very good.
ဟိုနဲ့
Extra
test speed
slash,
during
usually
Falcon
what we
rush
see. It's just a lot more damage.
အဲ့တဲလန်ယူ
And
လာ
it's
လား
obviously AoE damage. So
ဥပတဲလန်
what's
ကျန်းတယ်
not to
နော်
love?
အတာနာ damage က
Gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with Liquid keeping this.
Yeah, the lead hasn't really
This-
grown too much.
They've kept this
As of
afloat for the last 5 to 10
ဒဲ
minutes.
လက်စရာဝါကြီး
without
မိခေက
this.
စုံသွားပါပြီငါကွက်
They're not really
အဲ့ကောင်ဘယ်လိုတက်မလဲပဲ
progressive,
ကြည့်ရ
but
မယ်ဝါချီ
they're still-
လဲပေါ်တင်တာနဲ့ဗာနဲ့
Hope dies last. That's where we are at.
probability 14တဲ့
Okay.
Yeah, it seems about right.
ဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်နော်14တောင်မကလောက်ဘူးဒီအချိန်က
Only you could corrosive haze.
အဲ့
the
ရိုက်ရင်ကောင်းမလားမသိ
buildings
ဘူး
Yes.
and then be a
Liquid
little
9လောက်တ
faster
ယ်ဒီ
for
Great
Spirit.
suggestion.
လေးသာပဲကြံတော့တယ်
Liquid clumped up right now, but not gonna pop the smokes. They do have.
ဝါချီကလည်းတဖြည်းမာလာပြီဟိုမှာ play main နောက်တစ်ခုထပ်ရထားတယ်ဆိုအာမ30ကျော်သွားပြီ
Escorting Prince Mickey to the
ပြီးရင်
jungle.
aspect ကလည်းတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့သိရမလားစလာဒါထက်
like to go to
impact က
the top
ပိုထွက်လာ
waves,
တော့မှာ
Radiant's bottom
This is
tower
old
is under
school.
attack.
That there's an alpha wolf following him. Isn't that just bringing you back?
Yeah, that's true. I missed
Obviously,
the alpha
it's
wolf.
not his own dom, but the fact that there's just a wolf creep following the Luna is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Thing is, playing like this
Enya
with Dominator
ပွဲကြည့်လိုက်ရ
compared to
လား
back
ကြည့်တ
then
ယ်
just feels like the creep's just randomly going to die to some ridiculous
မိ
collateral
နစ်90
damage,
ပွဲကြီး
whereas in the past it might have had
Yeah.
a better chance of.
Can you save the wolf with cart, or is it only for heroes?
I don't know. Even if you can, I don't think he should.
You never know, Sinner. It could be the difference maker.
Now, I would suggest driving in the Luna instead, but
What if you misclick on the creep instead?
that's true. Then
It
he
is
might do
close.
it. Yeah.
What neutral has the biggest hitbox?
Wow, these are great questions today.
That's right.
Leveling up here.
I hold on to the best questions all year for TI. You get the creme de la creme as a smoke comes out from Liquid.
I think hitbox is a CS term, by the way.
What? That's not. I mean, yeah, it is, but
It's not in Dota. It would be like the selection box, no?
no.
You call it hitbox?
Yeah,
in
it's a
Dota?
hitbox. I'm very confidently incorrect here.
Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Rue looking to
The American
maybe
way,
tank
should say.
the smoke gank. So nobody says selection box. It's hitbox, surely.
I mean, I know the term,
No, I know.
but I'm saying it's from shooters because it's where the bullets
like
hit
when you say Gondar in Dota 1, his hitbox was super small. You couldn't
Yeah,
click it, right?
I mean, I guess you're.
Wouldn't you say hitbox even then?
Yeah, you would, but that's because the different term hadn't been invented yet. I don't know. It's not important. I'll just say you're right, so we can talk about other things.
Okay.
Such as. This is when you say something.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were leaving it on me. What about Tower Hero? You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, great. I feel like you have really good ideas, but the reason you have really good ideas is that you have so many ideas.
No, that's not true. I actually don't.
Once in a while.
I don't have that many ideas.
Eh.
I think the ideas you think are stupid because I'm saying them to be stupid. Tower Hero is good.
You think Tower Hero is a good.
That's
what I was going to say. See, and that is your dumbest idea to date.
ဟိုနဲ့တက်လို့မရတော့ဘူးတက်လို့မရတော့ဘူးတတိယရူရှင်ရလေတက်လို့ရမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးထင်တယ်နော်
This tournament already now that I think of
ရူရှင်ဒါတော့ liquid ကထွက်ချလောက်တယ်ဒီတစ်ခေါက်ရူရှင်
really hard today in the bus.
Yes.
Kind of a stalemate here as Spirit likely just waiting for the next Roche, but even that Aegis didn't do too much for them. They didn't get anything out of it. They got the racks before Roche.
Yeah.
And then kind of nothing has happened since. Do you think this is benefiting Liquid more than Spirit, or is it about even?
I feel like it's about even. I don't really think... The thing is, if it shifts slightly, it's still a heavily Spirit-favored game. So maybe Liquid can get this game from, not to lean too much on the win percentage. But let's say it were true that maybe they shifted a couple of percentage points by just stalling and farming and getting something more on their heroes. I don't inherently feel like they're getting anywhere. Spirit's line is not falling behind. Or out. Kez Slaughter can win.
အိုက်တန်တွေကပြန်လိုက်နေပြီဒီဘက်
So
carry ဆိုတိတ်မကွာဘူး
moment if they find the jump here Spirit.
အေးအဲ့လိုကြီးဆိုရင်တော့တေးပြီလေလို့
gets deleted. And the squirrel is next.
အဲ့လိုကြီးဆိုရင်တော့တေးပြီလေဟာ
Two dead, in fact. Make it a third with the Fiend Script coming out from Rue. And you can see the Earth Spirit just left all alone. Only the single buyback of the three that are dead.
That was a 4,000 HP
အ
centaur.
ပြင်မှာအဲ့လိုသွားချရင်နော်
He has 40
whiteခံရ
armor.
မှာပဲ
Yeah.
Well, he didn't when they went on him.
He has
Now got it
Lotus
white.
or plate mail, but they remove almost all of that with haze.
ခဏစားဝေးဝိုင်းလာမသိ
And he got like 3 shot.
Yeah, this combo.
စစ်ပါစနေကမှာ
I
ပွဲ
know
ပြီး
it
သေးပဲ
listens
ရှုံး
to us in the
နေကမှာမရှုံးဘူးအဲ့လေ
100% win rate when we cast
အ
it.
မှန်ပဲ
Yeah,
I would be interested in what the actual win percentage is as a combo, because it has to be high.
absolutely.
It looks absurdly good. That's the second lane for Spirit.
They are trying to force a buyback here, and they might. Oh, this glyph. Yeah, they'll probably back off now and play for Roche.
Yeah, another minute 20 for that.
But another stifling blow. That was about a 5,000-6,000 gold swing. Another item for Kez. Another set of barracks. Now we're looking at the 1-digit expectation for Liquid. Would agree with that.
What's the digit?
6, I think.
Oh.
It's not great. It's in the upper half. No, it's 5.
5% ကိုထဲလိုက်လို့လားမသိဘူး12ဆောက်
This
က
doesn't
မပြတ်
feel-
တော့
They win 1 in 20 here?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
ခေါက်တော့အဲ့လို feeling လေးရဘူးကျင်လို့ပါ
I'd say
လို့
it's
နော်
like a
12ဆောက်လို့ပါလို့
it'll be all the more impressive when they do it.
အိုင်ညာတော့မဟုတ်
Especially if the enemy team is lactose intolerant.
What?
Whoosh.
Yeah, I didn't get that. All right, Bane is 50 gold away from Axe.
Foxy. Oh, Crush is going to miss from Laurel. There's the Fiend's Gate hitting 2. Into the
အို
beautiful
းရှက်ကေကြီးကကောင်းလိုက်တာ
as
ကွာ
Laurel is
သိပြီတ
there
ဘော
to help clean up. Raptor Dance deletes both supports. They both do have buyback. But Roche is about to spawn, and that, in theory, should be a free... I mean, I say in theory. Liquid, I think, have to contest this. There's no way you can give up this Roche.
Yeah, you have to buy back non-fight, I think. I would agree. That was funny to see. Not me blinked in and got a 2-hero shackle shot, but got stuck in the tree, so he hit the really nice shackle, but then he missed the power shot on the tree he was standing next to to get out again. Sometimes, man. Oh, well, hello, Roche. Goodbye, Roche. Aegis Cheese and Banner. Now the Ags on Bane, the BKB on Windranger, so should be some very reliable shackles now from Not Me as well. I mean, surely at this point now it's a formality. Now you just get in there, jump somebody, burst them with Kez Slardar, and play the fight out. just keep Bane in the back line, wait for Luna to come in, go for the grip. If Tusk is at all accounted for, the fight is over if Bane gets grip, or if Luna gets grip, so. Gotta play it perfectly now for Liquid, and even that might not be enough. Need a little bit of luck on your side and a slip up. Spirit, Smoke, trying to take matters into their own hands. Doing this while showing Earth Spirit top. So try to make this less obvious. Let's see how long Tormentor lasts. All right.
Exciting fight for the Tormentor.
Okay. The Tormentor did lose this time. Will come back stronger.
Not really.
Like all the social media posts of teams that get knocked out of tournaments.
Yatoro with the Aegis. Liquid are close by, looking to pounce potentially. I'm not sure which target they would even want to go on. Yeah, sure if you can burn the Aegis and then get out, but can you get out?
I think the ideal fight is where they kill Bane instantly. I think it's not that easy. Rue has...
How's Willy the Wolf doing? Has he died yet? Is this the same wolf?
That's a good question. I haven't been paying attention to Willy.
I feel like they need to add something.
Oh, another item for Kez.
Where they add names to the
ဟို
creeps and then
လူ
if
နာ
they
ကို
die,
လဲ
it's
ပေါ်တင်ပြီး
auto-generates
ပြစ်ကြတယ်
people,
ဆိုတဲ့
so
အခန်းထဲ
you
မ
keep
ရောက်
track
သွား
it's
ဘူး
the same wolf.
လူနာ
Because it does
ပြစ်
matter.
ပေးလို့ရနေ
Actually, not a bad idea.
နောက်ကနေဝင်လုံးကန်ရတာတို့ဘာလို့ဖြစ်သွားပတ်တယ်က
Well, it's called the Alpha Wolf, so it can't be Willy.
ဒီပေါ် split ကလည်းဒဲဒဲတော့ဘယ်တက်မလဲနော်ဒဲဒဲတက်ရင်သူတို့မနိုင်ဘူးဆိုတာသိနေတာ
How about no?
အဲ့တော့ opening ပဲစောင့်ပါပဲ opening ကောင်းကောင်းလေးရရနဲ့အဲ့လို shackle နှကောင်ချိတ်တာ
Well,
တို့
with B Spirit, are we
နောက်
gonna
ကနေ
get in
ဝင်
there?
ပြီးတော့ထောင်းတာတို့အဲ့လိုတွေမှာပဲ
getting in there.
ဝင်ချတော့မှာ
In the
ပါ
meantime, Collapse is just farming jungle.
Look,
and he
Dede
has
doing-
Refresher,
Mata
and
lao.
he's ready to show up behind
အဲ့
the
တက်
fight.
ခက်
Roche banner available here. Not going to use it. I mean, this would be a disgusting Fiend's Gate
Yeah.
if they had vision here.
They're just fishing for info with the Essence Distiller of Windranger. And if they see the right target, I think Collapse is immediately going to connect. But otherwise, he's just going to keep farming.
It feels like it's so hard to play around Underlord when he's at this point.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, there it is. Fiend's Gate onto Mickey. Lotus Orb. Fiend's Grip. Not even needed. He's even alive right now. The snowball's going to keep him alive a
Hello,
little bit
you-
longer.
that
Marlon
one.
missed the ball. Just taking a lot of damage. Pops the
ပြစ်ပြီး
cheese, though.
ပြစ်ပြီး
Eclipse
မ
is
လား
shredding
ရှော့ဖို့များ
food. He
မ
barely
ရှော့သေး
gets
ဘူး
out, takes away
ကွာသွားပြီ
eventually,
လား
but Collapse is
အ
there.
မခဲလဲ
Get another
မွာ
bit
ထ
as
နေရပဲ
Mickey.
ဟေး
You can see
Oh
the
my god
pressure comes out from the Underlord.
မွာထနေရပဲ
Finally from
မခဲက
Mickey.
စေတန်းလေးတွေပါနေတော့
Yeah,
ပြစ်ခွင့်တော့
Torrent
မ
has
ရလိုက်
gone
ဘူး
on, but this is the pit of malice that they can use as protection.
ရတိုရို
Keeping the
ရ
rest of
တိုရို
Liquid at bay. Meanwhile, Nisha focusing on the back line. Yatoro's going to finally help out a bit as Nisha gets to the south side. Toro attempting to pursue.
He'll find Tofu instead, I think.
Tofu will be the collateral.
He's going to bleed out? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, ticks away.
Oh, he died to Enfeeble.
They have
Tuna
triple
buyback.
buybacks here for Liquid. But still, they have not burned this Aegis, is the issue. Okay, they're just going to give this up. No buybacks. Okay. Yatoro will get the melee. There's the triple buyback. He's going to focus everything on this Kez. This is going to be life number one, though. Get the
Give
punch
you
in the back.
shit,
Not to be able to help out too much. There's the grip.
Tight
finally
high,
being
Abby.
used.
Don't
The
guide
Iron
that, yeah.
Scepter is going to be a full duration, but the cart comes out to save the Earth Spirit as Yatoro trying to do a lot of damage here. Onto Mickey. Raptor Net's not going to do too much. Good job from Liquid. They will be able to take out Chicken Man, but still, heavy cost. They get 4 overall, but only a singular barracks remains, and it's the ranged variety. And that's a triple buyback used from Liquid.
Nice hold, though.
I mean,
It's again,
you
it's,
think
ဘို
that
င်ဘက်
makes a
တော့အများကြီးလုပ်လိုက်ရတ
it's
ယ်
still not over.
ရိုင်းမတန်
yeah.
That
ဘိုင်
definitely
ဘက်
could
တစ်
have
ကောင်
worked
လောက်
right there and then, but they
နဲ့
strung it
ဒီလို
together
ပတ်
in
တယ်
a
ချ
good
လိုက်
way,
နိုင်တော့မ
made
ဆို
sure to
ဘူး
protect the
အခု
kill
ဟာ
and
ဘိုင်ဘက် 3 ကောင်က
actually
နောက်တစ်ပတ်တည်း
trying to
ဆိုရင်
fight around.
ဝယ်ပြီးပြီ
Yeah, Toro cashing in his first death of the tournament. Going to be very upset about that. Now he's only 26-1.
What a shame.
There's a decent chance this ends up being the kill record of the entire event, by the way.
Yeah.
Even if it were to end now, but he probably still has a couple of kills in him, win or lose.
Want to see 30.
Yeah. Isn't it usually? Isn't it called? You call it 30 bomb in CS, right? If
That's
you have
right.
a really good map.
Yeah, 30 bomb.
ဘိုင်ဘက်မလုံးရင်မငါတလန်းပါနိုင်
I've
တယ်
had a 40 bomb before. Actually, I've had a 50 bomb.
Against you.
No.
Oh, okay.
How dare you?
Sure, the 50 bomb wasn't you watching a basketball game?
Against easy bots.
ဟာအောက်မှာအောက်မှာမငါယူသွားပြီ not me oh my god
Not no way.
အေးရောင်ရေစပိုတာပါတဲ့မဂါယူသွားတယ်လို့
support wind drain.
ပြီးသွားပြီ
Yeah, it happens.
That is.
I mean, it's an impossible state for Liquid.
GGWB.
To be fair.
Oh, hello,
Laurel.
Ace.
Yeah, we'll have to use the Stampede to attempt to run away.
Guy like
The grip
me.
finds them in collapse. Potentially
Oh,
get
Sonova
some help
gone.
from Laurel gets the crush onto the Earth Spirit. So Ace does survive. You see
ချက်ကဲ
Spirit being
အော်မ
a
ချိတ်
little
ဘူး
bit
ရ
cautious
အဲ့လို
right
မျိုးကြ
now.
တော့မချိတ်ဘူးကြည့်အောင်
Wanna make sure that
ဒီ
these
တစ်ပင်နဲ့ဒီကောင်နဲ့
push
ဖင်ချင်းပေါက်
outs and Liquid
အဲ့
have
လိုမျိုးကြ
some
တော့မချိတ်ဘူးစော
difficult
စောကတစောင်းကြီးကြတော့
positions
ချိတ်တယ်ဘာကြီးတော့
Collapse sticking around pretty long time. He's going to get
Oh.
blown up as a result. It's 100 seconds as well. No
Okay.
buyback.
Well, and once again, they do have Megas against them, so all Spirit need to do is just not die,
Yeah.
and Liquid will have to go back to base.
Mickey's
အော်ဒီ
not
ပြရရင်တော့
that
cast
far
ကို
away
တစ်ဖက်အနေ
from
နဲ့ကန်လို့
Divine.
ရတယ်
Definitely the
အဲ့ဒါ
right.
တော့ဟုတ်တယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဒီကောင်ကဒီပွဲအဲ့အပြာချောင်း
Assume he's going to swap out
သွားမလား BKB သွားမလားဆိုတဲ့ဟာ
for this.
အရန်ရွေးချယ်ရခတ်သွားပြီဘာလို့ဓာကားလိုတယ်ကွာပြီးတော့ဓာကားပြီးတော့ဒီကောင်မှာပတ်စံရလဲတိတ်ရှိတာမဟုတ်နေနေတော့အဲ့အပြာချောင်းကြီးသွားလိုက်ရင်က तू လူကယ်ပြီးလို့မရတော့ဘူးအဲ့ဘိန်းကိုက်ခံတာတွေပါဆိုရင် तू ဝင်ကယ်လို့မရအောင် BKB နဲ့မှကယ်လို့ရတာဒီအန်တာလော်ကြီးရှုံနေလို့
How many mega creep comebacks have you
အန်တာ
seen?
လော်ရှုံနေတော့သူ့မှာ BKB လဲသွားနေရကယ်ဖို့ပို့ပြီးအရေးကြီးသလိုဖြစ်
Summer patch. Yeah.
None, I think.
ကန်ထုတ်လိုက်လဲဟိုကောင်ကကျိုးဆွဲပြီးပြန်ရောက်လာမှာဆိုတော့တိတ်တော့မထူးဘူးပေါ့
I
နော်
don't remember. It could have been a dream, I guess.
ဒါပေမဲ့အခု BKB ရသွားပြီးနောက်တော့အပြာချောင်းကအရန်ကောင်းသွားပြီ
Rapier.
ပြာချောင်းမှာထက်ရသွားရင်ပေါ့အဲ့ဒါ3လက်မှတ်ကလည်းဖြစ်နေပြီဆိုတော့သူတို့မှာခံမဲ့မှု chance က
Are we playing
တော်
to
တော်
survive?
လေးကို
Not-
နဲသွား
that
ခဲ့
doesn't
ပြီ
help
ပေါ့
you survive either, though.
That's actually
အဲ့ဒါ
true.
ရတော့မှလားတဲ့ဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရတော့မှာတော့ဟိုမှာ
I mean, surely.
တော့
he's
မီ
still
က
doing
တကောင်နဲ့
pretty
3လက်မှတ်က
good,
ယူ
right?
သွားရ
Has
အောင်
to.
မှာခိုးပြီးတော့
Even that's the thing. When you're mega, the best way to
3
win
လက်မှတ်
is
က
fight
ခံမဲ့ဖို့ခက်တယ်
and
ခက်တ
really
ယ်ခက်တယ်
just all in.
ချပြီ
Laurel
တိန်
gets the crush initiation.
Oh, oh,
okay.
okay.
They're going to try all this action out to
Yo,
Kez. Already
ဒါ
has
တော့
HP
တွေး
on
တော့နော်
BKB. There's Laurel.
ဘာသွေးပြန်တက်သွားပြီစေတန်းနေနဲ့
They do have
okay
the card
တေး
coming
ပြီ
out
ပေါ့
from Ace. He gets killed off by the chicken man though, and look
အော်
who's
မရအောင်
next. It
မ
is
ရအောင်
Mickey
damage က
on
လုံးဝ
Luna.
breast တွေ
No buybacks. And that should be it. Nisha, the third core to fall. Triple kill for Yatoro. Can he get 30 with the ultra kill?
ultra
He does.
kill
Disgusting display.
အဲ့အရှိမ
from the chicken
rampage
man.
ပေးဖို့အိတ်ထားတယ်ရှက်ကဲပါချိန်ပေးထားတယ်
To get
rampage
31 kills in a game at TI,
Oh.
and it is Yatoro. Beast mode enabled.
Ah, yes, the
Rampage.
classic game with a 40 KDA.
ကြီးကြီး
31
မိနစ်ကတော့90ကျော်တယ်ဘလို့ဆော့ဆော့
I
နော်
have to say though,
Oh,
props
wow,
to
ဖြစ်တယ်
Liquid for making this even feel like a game in the
Yeah.
last 20 minutes. Like that was honestly world-class defense, but they were just so far behind.
ကြီးကြီးကဲကောင်းတော့ဘက်မှာဘာဖြစ်နေပြီလဲအဲပဲကွန်ပွဲသွားကြည့်မယ်ပေါ့ပွဲလေးစောင့်ဂိမ်း2လေးစောင့်
It's nicely done there.
3-3, basically doing the same thing on the other side.
Big one,
Trying
Nate.
to
Hold
get
on.
into the nullifier is almost there. It needs a few
A
more
big one
hits,
down here,
so
suck
that will
it.
help a lot for just trying
That was
to block
17
the
K
heroes
down.
and kill them, since they do have like 4 staff on the clockwork, 4 staff on the Lena, 4 staff on the Ench. Very, very good nullifier game.
And Malrine in the meantime saying, yeah, we're going to take this Aegis and actually go high ground with it. Thinking about what happened in the last game.
You know what I always say, Lyrical? Losing is learning.
That's right.
That's the best part about it. All right, you keep on winning, you'll never learn anything.
He was there
Not
alone.
that I would know.
With all the rest of his team back behind him. Now, again, there is the Arc Warden shenanigans, which are annoying to deal with. But if he's dead, he cannot bubble the buildings.
What? Yeah, that is the craziest part of this game, to kill on the Arc Warden. And immediately rushing to do this was such a good decision.
Yeah.
Such a frustrating hero. I mean, their last lineup was hard to go high ground against. Arc Warden, oof, you don't even need the other heroes. It's just that guy. Plus, Whitemon has been eyeing up an Aghanims for a very long time. He's slowly inching his way there. That
Rampage.
combined
Hold on,
with
hold
Arc
on,
Warden
no?
can make high
Yeah,
ground
yeah.
incredibly difficult.
Yeah, if he could get
Appreciate.
that, that's where like we might see some.
BZN လည်း item အပြည့်ကွာရောဒီပွဲလဲခမ်းဘတ်ထပ်ပြီးနိုင်ရင်ကောင်း
Still just solo carry or solo
ဆိုတော့ခမ်းဘတ်နိုင်တာမအောင်မြင်လို့ဒီပွဲကိုသွားနိုင်ရင်ကောင်းမလား
stun, and he can just kill so many of these heroes with his Bloodthorn.
Yes.
CI မှာခမ်းဘတ်တက်တယ်ဆိုလို့
Bushwhacked,
အဲ့နိုင်နေပါ
they
တ
might
ယ်
just
လို့
die.
Or blink walrus punch.
Yeah.
You know? Like.
လီနာနဲ့အဝါတယ်
It
They
does
gon'
feel
boost
like,
one.
yeah, or they need to be like moving in towards him, and obviously
ဒီနာအဝါတဲ့တင်ပါစောကွာတင်ပါစောကြီးကိုဒီသွေး9300တင်ပါစောကြီးကိုဘယ်လိုတက်
Play together.
အဝါတဲ့ item ဘယ်လောက်များများတက်ရတော့ခတ်မယ်ထင်တာပဲ
Oh my
နော်
god, the rune is being taken away from him. He didn't end up getting the deny off in time.
အာ
Oh, that's so
ဟုတ်ပြီ
annoying. Malrine, Lotus keeping him fine and dandy. And just throws the Laguna Blade. Very frustrated.
Amara, like a magnet pulling him, keeps walking toward the enemy base.
Yeah.
Slowly into the well.
Dude, they're tired of it. After this game that happened earlier and the one the last night, like, Falcons are trying to end this thing.
I mean, they're trying to catch these waves as soon as they come out, but they need a wave of their own to actually succeed in doing something. That Tormentor must be up in a second, right? Isn't it like 10 minutes ago? Am I crazy?
Soon. But they need to get back to their base to
20,
defend.
20 seconds.
Because Falcons
အိုင်တန်ကြီးတော့
still
များရွယ်
wanting
ကွာ
to take advantage.
သူကသူနောက်ဘောတာ
It's
90k ပြတ်နေအိုင်တန်ကြီးကတော့များနေ
Malrine, and there is no easy way to jump in there and force some reaction. They've got the banner down. EZM is out. Amar throws out some chakrams. And the hits are there. Skinner finds
Right on
one.
the
Now
head
the
again.
stun onto Pure. Amar trying to back away. Does still get
ရ
some
မနာဘူး
separation
အဝါ
there.
တဲ့ပြစ်တာအရင်
Range
တော့
fast.
စကီတာတော့နာတယ်
But
okay
the bubble is down.
Đó
Finally,
là-
that one will expire, and Malrine will not get
ချမ
hit
ရ
by
ဘူး
the
ဖြစ်
bushwhack.
အားလိုနေတာဒီကောင်
Amar even timber chaining to kill it, and this is a second
လီ
lane
နာက
of
လည်း
the
physical
first
ဆော့
Aegis.
နေတာကွာဒီပွဲက
Second Aegis.
မ dateless တွေ MKB နဲ့ဒဲတွေလှော်နေ
Macro play from
Bagana
Falcons
lang
is so
bitaw.
much better this game. Like again, that read on the mid game to recognize that they could just get picked off, and like seeing the growth in this Arc Warden and the potential kill squad of just Nightstalker, Hoodwink, and Tusk, they just dodged it completely.
Yeah.
And they did it while not even balling. They just found spots on the map to all farm individually, and they completely outscaled everyone on Iron Wing. And I really thought that the kill squad was going to be good enough. And I think Iron Wing did too.
It was looking like a scary situation for Falcons on the verge of losing 2 games in this group stage. Or 2 series rather, back to back. Now feeling much better.
They lurk their way in. Are they going to do the behind the ancient wrap? That's a good one.
Oh, they spotted BZM for just a moment there. Just out of range.
And this is why Amar plays so crazy when his teammates aren't there. Because when they are, they don't know.
Showing
UV
for a
သုံးလမ်းမှာက
moment. Pure is outside the base. Amar runs forward into all of them. Now getting back down to the low ground, Ari finds that bushwhack. Now Amar.
ပြုံ
saving his
တင်ပါစောကြီးကမ
teammates,
သေးတော့
not
ပါဘူး
losing
ကွာ
it yet.
အဲ့လောက်ဆို
Managed to
ပြုံ
find a
အဲ့သွေးလေး
stun
တထုံး
on
ရော
Pure.
ဖို့တော်တော်ခုတ်လိုက်ရ
BKBs are at a premium right now because of this Bloodthorn.
Yeah.
Ari, once again, on the mission of taunting and running to the farthest away creep wave that he can.
And there's the Aegis.
All right.
Again, this is a strong position for Falcons to be in,
Surely,
but
surely they can't lose 3 games in a row like this.
I mean, I don't think it's an insurmountable lead. And I think that we're starting to see some of the pieces come together. That Tusk Ags,
Yep.
it's
could be
a
something.
scary one.
And what was it, like 12% at this point in the game last game, I would say?
Yeah.
For Iron Wing, and they managed to come back? Oh, well, okay, now it's hopeless.
Hey,
They only got 11. I mean, really makes all the difference.
true enough.
Snaking gets the Tormentor. All right, Sprink. Chucking out some lances at some enemies.
And some of it is needing to like stay in formation and not get picked off. And this is one of the things that the Night Stalker can bring for you is like almost always the best fight that you can imagine. If you're playing good around the vision, it will work that way. They managed to find a courier kill and now going to TP out. Easy.
Who do you think on Iron Wings could throw the shot put the furthest?
Maybe BZM. Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay, that's a good shout.
Find themselves
Oh.
one Ori in some
ပြစ်
trouble.
ထဲရှော့
No way out.
I feel like he's
Let's
definitely
have a
the muscle for it, but I feel like 3K would have the form.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I don't
I feel
know
like he
what you
really
mean.
like
Uh-oh.
walk in.
It's a Lotus. He's fine.
Did your field day have like a replacement for the javelin because it's too dangerous? So, like they wouldn't let all like the general kids throw and you had to throw something else instead.
We did not have a field day.
You didn't have field day? What sad school did you go to?
We didn't have art.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring you back to that life. We didn't have art.
Kids were stealing pencils from each other.
We are canceling art class. There are no more pencils. Any colored pencils have been removed. Your pencils will be gray and they will do math. And that is all. All right.
Aghanim Scepter done for Tusk. Can he find a target and pull them out of position? Falcons, no. I mean, look at this. They're just.
တက်စကားအပြာရောင်းနေကွာကန်ထည့်လို့တော့ရပါဂီတာကြီးကိုကန်ထည့်ပြီးတော့ဝိုင်းလို့ရ
I'm okay with that decision. What do you think this relic's going to turn into on Pure, huh?
No.
Are you optimistic here?
Honestly, I think so. I think he needs more damage. Like a way to kill one of these heroes if they're out of positions. Oh my god. Oh, that's not good though.
Oh.
Does have his BKB already down to like no HP. Raven's Veil tries to run, snaking there, got onto him.
မြင်နေရတယ်
Right
ဒီ
up
ဘော
front center trying to punch
ဒီ
these
ဘော
heroes. He's
ကွာ
tickling them, doing absolutely no damage.
သူကဘာမှ
This
မ
is
ခုတ်သွားတာ
gone.
ဟီးရိုကြီး
And what was supposed to be the one fight they were waiting for now, Iron Wing have nowhere left to go. The stun is out. The right clicks come in. And 33.
Oh, the munch?
Okay.
He's living, eating to survive.
Barely able to get out of that one.
Man, that guy in the green room, that Gunao guy,
Yeah.
he was right about this Essence Still versus Kez. It's destroying him.
Yeah, it's so nice.
ကန်ထည့်ပြီ
BKB will not save you.
ကန်ထည့်ပြီကန်ထည့်ပြီ
Tried
အေး
to do it.
ဟဲ့ရောဘိုင်းတော့
Oh, Malrine
နည်းနည်းလေးပဲရောက်တယ်
staff. There
တိတ်လည်းမ
was the
ဝင်ဘူး
nullifier. They needed one. BKB could have been there, but now Amar is in, tanking all of the
no,
damage.
Tim, I saw-
Nullifier gets the Timber Chain away, and the huge stun, the follow-up there, in from Grid BZM, you're out of the base! There's nowhere left to go. A triple kill for Malrine. Falcons, they are tired of
ဒီပါကြီးကအ
losing
ရန်မာ
in
တောင်း
the
နေ
late game, and they will not be denied here.
But buyback.
ရာမပြေအရာမပြေဖြစ်နေပြီဒီခေါ်သွားပြီကွာ
GG
အဲ့လောက်ကြီးမာမတော့ကွာ
Falcons.
ညွန်တရားကြီး
After a horrific couple of games, are finally able to do what we knew they could do.
That's right. Whitemon not deterred, plays the circus music, says, I'm a little goblin.
ကြည့်ကြည့် BC ရဲ့ BC ကလည်းအခုမှ hero ပစ်တာ extreme လည်းအခုမှ hero ပစ်တာနိုင်ကောင်နေဘာတူလဲတင်းနာမယ်တွေက TN ရောက်မှချိန်တာဆိုတာဘာကောင်နေဖြစ်သွားလဲမသိဘူးကျွန်တော်လည်းမသိဘူး Mirage တို့ဒီသိမသိဘူးကွာ extreme နိုင်မှာဗောဒီပွဲကြီးက Gamer Legion က Ghost တို့ Gamer Legion လည်းတိတ်မကောင်းထင်တာ
Hex hero or even like a shackle coming from a shaman, right? That instantly holds a mobile hero. But because you reveal Lina mid, you don't need that hard lockdown anyway. So you can kind of get away with softer, not really soft, but things that don't instantly stun, still has high impact, really good laning presence with both of these heroes. It's kind of crazy Gamer Legion get away with this kind of support duo again.
It is. And yet they will. They continue to get away with it. Vici Game, they must have a game plan. At the very least, they're not respecting the support duo of Gamer Legion, that's for sure. These opening picks being allowed. Surely they feel as though something else was the problem during that game number one. We'll see what Vici Gaming do. Of course, second pick.
ဒီကောင်နေ hero ပေးကြည့်ရလဲပြင်းစရာကြီးပါသူပြောတာပဲသွားနာထောင်းတော့
В плане какие-то дровки SF, которые просто без шансов, или, он Дритич, который без шансов сносит свою линию, это мне не нравится. А так в целом комфортно.
Have you watched much of the previous TIs, and if so, did you watch them and think, one day I'm going to play at a TI, I want to play for a great team like Team Spirit? Was that part of your plan, or was it just like a dream for you?
Нет, просто смотрел с точки зрения того, что в целом прикольно то, что это главный турнир Dota. Смотрел больше из-за уровня Dota, нежели из-за какого-то титула. И то, что я не думал, что я сюда попаду, просто нравилось смотреть, как люди играют.
How did you actually get onto Team Spirit to come from tier 2 and tier 3 teams? Did they spot you in pub games? Did you know them? How did they recruit you to play for the team?
Да, просто, в моменте я играл за Zero Submarine, и мы играли какой-то турнир, и Диман написал, что так и так-то, у нас неожиданная замена, так сказать, что можем позвать, потестить. Он сказал, что это все на мне, типа, выбирай сам хочешь или нет. И все.
When you guys qualified so quickly after you joined, you had to go through the qualifiers. Were you excited to play at TI, or did the nerves start to kick in? You start to think, oh my God, now I've got to go to TI with Team Spirit and it's going to be hard work. Like, was there any nerves there, or was it just excitement?
Да в целом, не было ничего такого, что, я попаду там на International, все круто. И для меня больше, наверное, не значит что-то, прям этот титул, что это что-то там непостижимое или еще что-то. Просто, мне кажется, это так, микроцель. Это не то, чему ты должен радоваться.
So looking at all the teams ahead of TI, obviously before the group stage, which teams do you think are looking good? Which teams are you looking out for that you think are going to do well at this international?
Мне нравится, как играет Team Vision. Очень агрессивно, очень быстро. Вот. И, наверное, выделю только их.
Okay, not me. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck in the tournament.
Спасибо.
It is always a joy to get to see where players or teams' thoughts are at before coming into TI and how it plays out in the group stage specifically, because with a modified Swiss stage, maybe they don't end up coming up against one of those teams that they coin as one of the best or the most difficult depending on how their series plays out. But Spirit right now, with the fact that they're one game up against Liquid, putting themselves in a good position, Monkeys, to maybe come up against Vision, maybe knock them off of that pedestal of being the most predicted 4-0 team by the other pro players here at TI.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very, very convincing game one there from Spirit. So, certainly on track to get that 3-0 record.
Yeah, but if they make it, who are you going for? Satanic or Yatoro?
Oh,
my
no,
goodness. Hey,
the
we gotta get
impossible
there.
choice. I mean, I would with the way Vision's been playing, I feel like they've been, they've just definitely been the team.
We can't break them.
We can't break them.
Look, I'm unbreakable.
Satanic
What can I say?
Standing Satanic. I do want to, before we jump into what is going to be Liquid and Spirit, very quickly tell you guys what's happening over on our 3 other streams, because there is a lot going on. Whilst it is fun to get to see a Liquid Spirit matchup, over on B stream, we have Ironwing and Falcons going to their 3rd game. So it is an incredibly long day over on B stream. A lot is happening, really long games there. But more importantly, some fun picks coming out as well. Ironwing picked up Arc Warden for BZM, and that is the first Arc Warden at a Tier 1 tournament in 2026. Like, that is insane to think about, that this hero was so down in the dumpsters, and they go, TI, baby, TI magic.
It always happens. Some of these heroes, like we are seeing, it's TI time. There's going to be Earthshaker. There's going to be ET. We're seeing this hero being picked as well, even though nobody wanted to touch the hero. It's that time of the year when people are going to try to theory craft more. We're seeing Core Wisp. We're seeing Carry Wisp, IO from the mid lane as well, paired up with a lot of different things. So you can definitely tell that the teams have tried to cook up something completely different, and this is the best time to use it. Like, you want to be going in undefeated. You want to be going to that main stage immediately, if possible. That's why we're seeing some of these teams experimenting slightly more, and got to reveal the strats at one point.
Some strats working out for teams, other strats not so much. That IO one, I still have a little bit of a question mark about. I know that VG still wanting to run it for themselves, but Monkeys, for your dark horse, Game Legion over on the RC stream, they were able to get a win against it.
They're doing fantastically, just as I predicted. I mean, what can I say?
Doing it live.
But yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I am kind of shocked that both XG and VG picked Core IO against Gamer Legion. I feel like neither of those teams are. I mean, like, I know they pick it here and there, but I mean, the way Gamer Legion are playing, they're just kind of collecting dubs against it. So,
Even Speed, he was very surprised.
Almost speechless.
Like, he was like, I don't know, like they.
I thought it was a mid IO.
Mid IO, but carry IO.
The place we thought
I
they
don't
played
know.
it.
I mean, sure, if Hami wants to play it, I guess.
So what we're asking for game 2 between Spirit and Liquid is we know you guys like stability. We know that you guys want to become the first 4-0 team. Sure. A little bit of Aqua and a little bit of IO here and there. Wouldn't go astray for the A stream.
Yeah, where's my fun heroes in the stream?
What would be your most fun hero, Gunnar, to see?
Did we not get bounty?
Ooh.
I want your most fun and then your most likely fun hero to be picked.
The Ricky, we did see it on the other stream,
We
but
did, yeah.
I miss my Ricky mid. I miss the sleep dart personally of Ricky.
Okay, can we mute
those
his
were
microphone?
the good old days.
Oh, thank you.
Most likely fun hero though, for these teams. Okay, what if
Yeah.
the Ace Meepo?
Okay, I
don't think that's a non-zero chance.
Yep. Maybe not a full 1%, but it is
it's like,
non-zero.
it's between there, right?
Somewhere between 0 and 1%.
That would be really cool though.
That would be very cool. Very fun. Very cool as well. What we're not going to be seeing is Drow Ranger, Bane, Undying, Lone Druid, Lina, or Treant there. So,
yeah, some of the heroes that haven't really been picked so far, I feel like they have a place in this meta. I feel like there is a way to pick potentially Scarlet Mage as a position 4. I think Disruptor, like even Faceless Void hasn't been picked. Lich, a hero that
I'm surprised about Lich.
Lich like dominated a couple of tournaments as well. Like the hero
even like recently in pubs, like people are still picking him.
yeah,
They're
my incredibly
highly-
high level MMR
Yeah,
hubs,
like I'm
they've also
sure
been
it's a
winning
hero
too.
that you have success with, right?
I actually do.
Yeah, and so if you can have success with, I would expect that these
Lower
Tier 1
MMR,
team-
yeah.
lower
Oh,
MMR
sorry.
team, sorry. Would be able to pull it off, and I'm just surprised because I think he did get a couple nerfs, but I didn't expect it to just be like, oh, all right, dropping the hero, toy's not fun anymore, let's not pick it.
And here's the SF, which a lot of teams have been picking, including Vision. Vision was the main team that had a lot of success with it. I think Liquid also won their game earlier today,
Shadow
where
Beam
they
first pick.
first picked SF. So
Bobby.
Liquid may be the
Mickey,
second
Mickey.
team that can make this first pick SF come to fruition and get the dub.
The counter was Darkseer to Shadow Fiend in the past couple tournaments when Shadow Fiend was in this pool of being like first picked overall every single game or banned. It was Shadow Fiend and Darkseer every single game. It started to fall off a bit because I think people started valuing Shadow Fiend less. So it's like, we're not just going to always get the Darkseer here, but it does a lot of things. First off, the laning stage, Darkseer can cut very reliably and not lane into this like Imba hero that just crushes every lane. And then B, when you make an illusion of him, you steal his aura. So you get that minus armor that just to counteract the Shadow Fiend gives you just a nice team fight. And I think the best part is you just win the team fights for him.
Yeah.
Sorry, net game, fair on game 3.
Carries that depends on BKB the most out of all of them.
တပိုင်းတွေကအဲ့လို
they can kind of be tanky enough to fight with.
round မှာကြာနေဝင်းရိန်ဂျာဆိုနှစ်ချောင်းအဲ့လိုကြီးကြိုင်တာတပိုင်းတွေကပေါ်လုံးလို့
combos are coming back. Sven, we are seeing the hero being popular. This has
ပတ်စံတွေကချမ်းသာလုံးတော့အကုန်လုံးဟိုမှာ
now it's even easier to
တပိုင်းတွေ
execute.
ဆက်ကြ
Vacuum
မနေ့
being
ကအဲ့
much
ပွဲက
bigger back in the days, plus the Chasm Stone, like something that they are buying like casual, turning that into Shivas. But also another hero that in theory works really well against this Shadow Fiend because you protect your own team with the Warcry. You have damage that goes through BKB, so you can relatively easy cut down Shadow Fiend. I also like the Nature's Prophet ban. I think Nature's Prophet is also one of the better heroes against Shadow Fiend in general because you can't outtrade this guy in the lane. What you have to do is try to kill him somehow, try to outnumber him, whether from the mid lane, either from the carrier role, TP to his lane and just kill him. I think that has been a very efficient way of dealing with Shadow Fiend.
I also like the Earth Spirit ban. I think getting Darkseer plus Earth Spirit in one draft is a little bit too much of strength. Sure, you still can get, like, the Ember Spirit mid, the Storm, something along those lines, but
အဲ့ဒါ
Earth Spirit
အဲ့ဒါလုံးဝအကိုကြီးညီလေးကွာ
to me probably as
ကိုကြီးနဲ့
close to
ညီလေးနဲ့အ
an
မြဲတမ်း
instant
တွေ့ရ
combo
င်
as you could get.
Yeah, I mean that.
Badu
That's the
Nine
same
Amya.
what Vision did. I think like 2 or 3 times already. This
ကိုကြီးတို့ရှုံးတယ်
tournament,
နော်
so definitely a
လေ
very
ဟုတ်
very
လား
strong
များ
combo.
သလား
At least a 3-0 combo.
ညီလေးတို့ပူကျန်းနေတာအခုဟာ
Potentially even more.
Pretty true.
And the next question is, what's the
idea
pairing with
တာတဲ့
Darkseer?
ကောင်နိုင်ပဲထင်တယ်
Generally, it's been these
လက်က
melee heroes that kind of get paired
မ
because
ကွာဘူး
you're like, I'm gonna
idea
iron show you,
bit
you can farm
idea
together, but we also see a lot
တာ
of the
မဲ့
time
လူ
they can just pick a
ပေါ့
range
နော်
hero and it's completely fine. You can pick some Rubik, throw him there. So it kind of ends up just being what the support wants. I think that Darkseers have, especially with the Helm Dom build, you don't need this melee support. At least you want it from the mid lane, but support's pretty open pool.
Well, and as you said earlier about Darkseer is one of these heroes that can cut waves and opens up that pause 4 hero to really just be whatever Boxy wants to be. You know, like if he wants to roam, if he wants to, you know, go for a more aggressive style, Darkseer kind of opens up that avenue.
ကဲ duration over
And we've
Yellow
seen
may be
different
paying
builds
out,
of
mala.
Darkseer as well. This hero can build into many different items. Of course, your core item is going to be Helm, which is going to give you Ghost Push. And if you're paired
I
up
am
with,
Rubik.
like something that also can Ghost Push, it feels really, really good. Like we saw Enchantress earlier today, where you're pushing out 2 waves without actually being there, which is extremely good. And there's a Rubik pairing that you mentioned that could potentially work out.
Yeah, Rubik generally is one of the weaker lanes, but paired with Darkseer, you can push the first wave really easy, then you can set up for a nice cut position. Also, frees up Rubik to just get free XP if he's like pulling and you're cutting or sapping your XP. So I think it's just like a nice, you support each other in the ways that you don't have that many weaknesses, but you're super covered by the other. And then for Liquid now, you generally would want like a Void Spirit mid is something that looks really good to me for them. Or just like supports that are good at killing. Because Rubik, the one thing he doesn't do for the
တက်
Darkseer
စ
is
ကာ
protect them at that like
ဘောက်စီ
level
တက်စကာ
2
နော်
timing.
ဂိမ်း1
You
တော့
just
က
have
လည်း
to
ရှုံးတာ
live
ရှုံးသွားတာ
to
အဲ့ကောင်
really
impact က
stop
မ
it,
နေ
but, like,
ဘူး
the Tusk doesn't really care. Tusk, Shadowfiend just runs at the
ဂိမ်း
Darkseer.
3
they can
သွား
cut
မ
waves,
လားပဲ
maybe they give up a wave to run a Darkseer. And even if they go on the Rubik, that
အဲ့
guy
တော့
dies
တက်
too.
စကာ
And the Tusk does come out, so Shadowfiend Tusk, a very classic, oppressive lane.
Probably after Tree is the best lane, I think, to pair with Shadowfiend.
Whenever I see this lane in pubs, I'm like, well, I will be losing my lane unless I can figure out wave cutting shenanigans.
Do you guys think this time around in game 2, it's going to be Tofu on the Tusk and Boxy on the Hood, whereas in game 1 it was Boxy on the Hood and Tofu
on the Tusk?
Yes. No, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, I genuinely just confused myself so hard there. It was.
Yeah, they had Tusk and.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that.
But you
the
think
Tusk
they're playing the
will lane with
opposite
the
ones?
Shadowfiend
Yes.
in this game, as opposed to the first game, it will be in the same.
Boxy was Tusk in game 1, and you think it's going to be Tofu in game 2.
Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Correct.
I really confused myself with so many Tusks and Hoods and Tofus.
ဂိမ်း
and
2 ပါတိုက်
Boxies.
လဲဆိုတော့ duration over ပဲထည့်ရမှာ
So okay, there's puck pick, which
ဒီ
again
ကောင်
is
လေး
this,
အနည်းဆုံးတော့
people are kind of figuring out now at this stage of the
45
draft
သွားမယ်
where it's likely going to get countered by this next pick for Liquid, but you pick it because you expect it
ဟုတ်
to
တယ်တင်းမဟုတ်တဲ့တင်းက
survive a lot
ဘ
of
လို့ပဲ
counter picks.
အားလေးနေနေ
My biggest
ပြန်ပြီး
concern
တော့ဆော့နိုင်တယ်
for it is this is a very good Void Spirit game. Not the strongest hero overall, but I think Nisha is a very good Void Spirit. And
Who
just
let
like
back
matchup wise,
taxi,
it's the best mid versus Rubik because he has pretty bad spells to steal.
နေ
and
နေ
he pumps
တော့
into
မှ
them, and
AC ပြန်ခံ
one of
ပါ
the
ဦး
best
မှာ
counter picks to puck.
Yeah. Mikoto had a great performance the other day.
Winter,
I also think there's a
oh.
chance to see Shaker
အဲ့ကောင်
potentially.
ကြီးကတော့ကောင်းပါရဲ့ save တာနှစ်ကောင်တော့ပဲ winter လည်း save တယ် Rubik လည်းပြောရမှာဆိုရင်နောက်ပိုင်းက saving hero တစ်ကောင်အနေနဲ့အဲ့လိုပြန်ပြန်သုံးနေကြအဲ့လိုဇက်မြောက်ပြီးတော့ရွှေ့ရင်အဝေးကြီးပဲကွာ
break your combo, save puck.
နောက်ချောင်းအဲ့လို light ရွှေ့နေ
going for A on this.
မြောက်
but I
တယ်
do
ရွှေ့တယ်
think
မြောက်တယ်ရွှေ့တယ်အချင်းချင်းတွေ like ကဲအဲ့တော့ဒီနှစ်ကောင်
especially now after
saving နှစ်ကောင်
seeing
ဖြစ်သွားတယ်
Winter Wyvern, it does feel like
ဘက်က
you're gonna
save
need
တရားမလို
somebody
လုံးဝ
to jump into back lines and try
အဲ့
to
ပြုတ်
find
ခတ်ပြီး
these
ကွာ
very
liquid
annoying
က
guys, especially because Rubiks nowadays they also build differently. These are not like Ether Lens. They're building into Force Staff, into Blink Dagger, Glimmer Cape, whatever is needed for the
မြင့်
game.
မှာ
Plus
ပတ်
also
ပတ်နဲ့
getting
ထိန်း
the
ဖို့က
shard
အန်
early on,
ဘာ
so
ပဲ
you can list
ထွက်
people
လာ
on
မ
top.
လား
And then
အန်ဘာ
hey,
ကြီးက
you
လည်း
have two supports that can take care of each
Super
other.
10ဘာညာလဲ
always
ဆိုရင်
feels
တော့မ
nice.
စိုးပါဘူး
Guys, what about the Ricky mid?
အန်ဘာရှိမယ်
Ricky is in theory very good this game. I know. Just I'll give it some props.
Okay.
The shard makes it so you can't target allies in the smoke cloud, so you can't save with the Wyvern, you can't lift with the Rubik,
yep.
and you can't surge with the Darkseer. So it is a good Ricky mid game.
But there's no Topson.
There is Nisha.
True.
You don't think Nisha can pull it off? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, that's not what do you think Nisha would want Ricky?
I think he's just gonna go the void. I saw him.
So that was no. No, I don't think he wants the Ricky at all.
Unfortunately, no. But I saw him go a cool build on Void Spirit in a recent tournament. It was Meteor Hammer first.
Okay.
Which
Am
was
I?
kind of
Am I
a
with
question mark for me, but I think he
Oh, man,
utilized
yeah.
it to kind of push towers and farm a bit more paired with the shard, but going more for the I would say standard strong hero. I think Void is in that question mark of how strong he is, whereas Ember's like, okay, this hero is good. Everyone can pick it. Everyone's going to look good on it. It's very, very consistent. One of Nisha's best heroes. And to me, I always worry about Void Spirit, and I'll never worry about Ember's impact.
S or A+, Tia?
He's definitely S.
Okay.
For me. He's one of the most picked heroes overall, I want to say, of the year. I think he's like top 3 or top 4 most picked just because of how consistent he is. He's right above Pango, and Pango's been that kind of annoying hero that's in every single draft because of how consistent he is. So if Ember Spirit's beating him in games picked, it's kind of just a point of how stable he is. And in this game, you get the Vessel buyer as well.
Well,
for the
Amber
weapon
ဆိုတာပဲ
so it has a lot of nice
explanation
matchups. I think it pairs well with
Amber
both
အ
the
ပြာ
support
ကြောင့်
duo, 'cause
ပြီးရင်
you have Humans for
catalyst
follow-up on the chain,
ရ
so you
သွား
have
ပြီ
Tusk
ဆို
for
လို့ရှိ
follow-up
ရင်အဲ့လို
damage.
ရှောက်သွားပြီး damage တွေ
Also, the
ထုတ်
puck doesn't scale that well into the Ember anymore. Now that you don't have the
မ
BK
နေ့က
Christian
အဲ့
coil
Parivision
talent,
နဲ့
you can just buy BK
ပေကွန်
Ember
game
and
3ဆိုရင်
link
no
it
one
with pretty
Amber
easy maneuver.
ဟောပါ
feeling
line
like
ကို
you
လိုက်
got
တက်တာ
something
လုံး
right
ဝ
now?
သူ့ target ထောက်လို့မရ
I kind of like some of the
ရုပ်တွေပြစ်တာ
adjustments
ပြစ်တာ
that
ဆို
Liquid,
9ရုပ်6ရုပ်
made.
9ရုပ်အဲ့လို
There's
refresher
also
အောက်ပါ
gonna be
တုံး
quite
ပြီး
a lot
တော့
of team fight coming out from Spirit
အရုပ်တွေပြစ်ပြီးလိုက်တက်တာ
vacuum
လုံးဝ
on top
target
of
ထောက်
that
လို့မရ
coil, a lot of things to set things up. You have ways of breaking the coil with the vacuum, with the lift. So a lot of these like cheap abilities that can
All
put
I know
quite a lot
see
of
them,
pressure on a
Lava.
hero like Ember Spirit. They do have one save, but I feel like even though in the first game I don't think anything was wrong with Liquid's draft in a way, it's just that their lineup didn't really work out really well against how they played.
Hey,
Maybe a little
Yatoro,
bit of a misplay,
Ahiro
but
Lamle.
also how strong Team Spirit drafted. And I'm a big fan of this Night Stalker ban. I feel like this hero could make a lot of things happen. It counters pretty much all cores and 2 supports. Dark
Raw Ranger လုံးဝ first ban ခံတာ
he would cause quite a lot of issues for the whole squad.
I think of Centaur still in the pool.
It is.
Which is pretty good versus most of the heroes. You get a stun versus the puck. Lanes well with the Hoodwink if it ends up being that position for Hoodwink. There's nothing else that particularly kind of jumps out to me. Axe feels a bit bad into the Wyvern because you can just freeze the guy you call and you do no damage. So I would like something with a stun. I think like they have roots and some random stuff here and there for the puck, but like having another hero that just like goes in, presses a spell, locks this puck down.
You don't like Slaughter more over the Centaur, or you think that's much of a muchness?
I mean, personally, I do like Slaughter a lot, especially with the SF. Again, it kind of goes into that physical damage lineup. I mean, you have the Tusk as well with the tag team amp damage.
But it
will be a Tide kind of rounds out their team with team fight.
Minus armor and it's AoE with Ags.
Also true.
So they
ဟုတ်တယ်
do
TI နောက်ဒါ group ပဲပြတာ
the draft.
16ရက်နေ့ကျရင် Cambodia တော့
Maybe it's countering
အဲ့
more
နောက်ပိုင်း
heroes that they're
ပွဲ
worried
တွေ
about. Maybe some
မရှိတော့
random illusion heroes. They're worried
elimination
about
တို့
the draft, some Naga,
play
so
off
a bit
တို့
better versus that.
အဲ့ပွဲတွေ
Like
ပြ
the
လို့မရ
Sora.
တော့
But since Yatoro does have the
group
final
ပွဲ
pick
လေး
in the
တက်
draft,
ပြီး
it's
တော့
kind of
နည်းအားတက်
do
ချောက်
whatever he wants.
I think Tide is also just like one of the better
Baka,
offers
Baka, Cambodia
against Rubik because you can always protect your spells with your W.
Yeah.
Kraken Shell, you can, ravage instantly, Kraken Shell, and you're really not giving anything valuable away. Like whereas maybe Lord, Rubik loves getting these stuns and
AoE
I think
stem
some
so
faceless
no
wood here, maybe even Tiny, if Tiny's not banned, like because he builds into Silver Edge. Sven's also fine. I think they
ဒီ
have
ပွဲလဲ
a couple
liquid
of
ပစ်ကြိုက်တယ်
really good
ကွာ
options.
ဟို Luna ပြန်ထွက်လာ
Oh my gosh, they do this
counter
so
Luna.
often. The amount of times I've seen
It's a
Spirit.
statement.
Yeah.
Traditionally very good laner against Tidehunter. You can also build into Silver Edge as well, but same amount of team fight. Also this lane, because you're going to be playing with Wyvern, Luna. Maybe at the early levels, she's really not the strongest because like you might need some extra bit of a regen, and Wyvern's going to be able to take care of that. So I feel like this lane definitely won by Team Spirit just by having these 2 heroes.
I like the Luna. Like I like it in the game, but I worry
Duration
that
over ပဲကောင်းပါလေ
whatever
ကွာ
happened in the first game is going to happen
Duration
in
over ပဲ
this
တီး
game with the
သူ
Luna.
ကသူဘယ်ဘက်
I really
နိုင်
like
နိုင်
how
over တော့
Liquid's
ဖြစ်မှာပဲ
draft is overall. I like the Tidehunter with the shadow.
Duration over let's go
Ember feels a bit better to me.
မျက်လုံးမိတ်ပြီးထက်
If Team Spirit's going to win, it's going to be a lot on Laurel on the puck to do like some crazy work and picking stuff off. But how are you killing a Tide? How are you killing an Ember? Like there's a lot of questions, and so maybe he'll answer them, but I worry for them.
What about yourself, monkeys?
I mean, I definitely, as I've been saying, I really do like these physical damage lineups. It makes objectives really easy. I mean, Shadow Fiend, it's been this hero that if the team knows how to play it, like they are able to, be very aggressive. They are able to, run around the map and, create or open up towers, take objectives, etc. So, I think Liquid is one of the few teams that is making this first pick SF work a lot. So I like their draft a lot more this game. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Much more even game potentially on our hands, Lacoste.
Oh, absolutely. I also think that the support duo, this Wyvern plus Rubik with the puck, doesn't feel as strong compared to Liquid's what they can bring with the Ember Spirit, with the Hoodwink and Tusk. These are heroes that are going to be bringing in the damage. So it might be like make or break these 6-7 minute rotations that are going to be happening in the mid lane.
All righty, we'll see if it's going to come back to bite Spirit in the bum the way that they want to be able to win with the Lunar after just beating a Lunar here. But either way, let's get into our game number 2 of this best of 3 with Sunsfan and Synderen.
Thank you so much. Good job, Nat. You did it correctly. You hesitated to make sure that you did not make a mistake in the order of our names. We appreciate that. Synderen does as well. He likes being second.
I'm so happy.
He likes being bottom, as we know. Yeah. Spirit versus Liquid game number 2. Is this going to be
I think so. I mean, okay, regardless of whether Liquid end up winning this game or not, I have a hard time seeing them fall into the same position as they did in the previous game where Spirit kind of just ran the entire map in the mid game. I think it's way harder to execute with the type of lineup Spirit has this time. So effectively, there's a couple of things the panel talked about that I agree with a lot. For example, the support duo running Rubik plus Wyvern, too much of the same. A lot of the time, when we have active pro players talk about this as well, they like when you have one melee support and one range support, for example, Hoodwink, because the archetype of heroes and what they bring to the table, there is some pretty, even though they're very different in their kits, there's some overlap to the approach to fights that Rubik and Wyvern take, right? They're taking the backline position, they're waiting to counterplay most is what both these heroes do. So what does that mean? That means that essentially in this lineup has to initiate almost everything, because your offlaner is a Darkseer, not some sort of blink stunner that's going to give you the fight that you want. So I think if Laurel has a bad game, or it has a slow start, I genuinely think Spirit are going to do almost nothing offensively, and as a result, Liquid will not be pressured like they were in game number 1.
Right. So a potential reversal of fortunes here in game number 2.
It would be ironic if the same thing happened to the other team and they also last picked Luna in the same fashion.
I mean, what do you think about that pick, though? Because Acorn Shot doing a decent amount to Rue. I think it's to be a bit careful.
It's a better Luna game than the last game, in my opinion.
Nah, let me ask you. Forget about how good this is more important. Okay. If it wasn't picked in game 1, would it be picked now? As Mickey gets the first blood onto Not Me, Boxy going around the trees. Collapse will get that kill. But first blood going to the SF, a big deal for Liquid.
Yep. Would they have picked Luna if it wasn't picked in game 1?
Yeah. How much of this is ego, Synderen?
Not much, honestly. I think they were looking at the options that they had. The panel was talking about some of the picks you could pick against Tide. The problem is that all of the ones they were proposing are really bad against Anchor Smash. So until you get Silver Edge, heroes like Sven and Tiny just give Tide a completely free lane. So it's a matter of what are you looking to do? Are you trying to slow down Ace, or are you trying to just get the perfect pick for your Toro in the given game? I think Luna is a bit of a mix, where this hero should, in theory, do better against Tide than Tiny or Sven will, but I just think the hero's worse in general. Rue in trouble, or rather Tofu in trouble.
Yes,
Tofu
eventually will go down to Yatoro's right clicks, which we should mention.
Oh, the
record.
There you go. Good boy.
Dominate.
Tied the all-time TI record for most kills in a single game. on tiny.
အဲ့လိုအနောက်ကဝင်ဆိုင်ခံလိုက်ရတဲ့မကနောက်ထပ်တလန်းထပ်ပေးလိုက်ရပြီးတော့အဲ့မှာ
Very
မ
iconic
ခံနိုင်
game
တော့
in
တာ
TI history
မှန်တ
actually.
ကယ်
It's
ဆိုရင်ဒီ
one
ကောင်
of
လေး
the
မ
most
ကတလန်းပဲ
memorable
ပေးရ
TI
သေးတယ်
moments of
Game
all
1
time
တော့
for me,
အဲ့ချိန်မှာ
where
လူ
against
နာ
OG,
အိုက်တန် 5 ခွက်ဖြစ်
because of
သွား
the
ပြီ
communication error,
ဝါချီကလည်းအတားကြောင့်ရသွားပြီ
Arteezy's
လိုတက်ဆော့
gyro
ဘာညာနဲ့ကွာလုံးကနည်းနည်းလေး
the enemy base, and they ended up
စုံ
losing.
လာ
They
ပြီ
were
ပေါ့နော်
super
အဲ့ဒီအနေ
far
ထား
ahead
မှာ
if
မ
I
က
remember
တလန်းပဲ
correctly,
ရှိသေးတာ
ended up having a bad
ခံဘက်
dive,
chance ကအဲ့မှာလုံးလို့ရ
and the rest is history. That must have been was it
စပစ်က
TI
ဆော့
or
သွားတာ
TI?
အရန်
It's
ကောင်း
one of
သွား
the
တော့
two OG
မကနှစ်လန်းဖြစ်အဲ့နှစ်လန်းဖြစ်သွားတဲ့အချိန်မှာတက်လို့ကမလွယ်တော့နောက်ဆုံး3လန်းဖြစ်သွားတဲ့အချိန်မှာတော့
Things
တည့်ရ
could
တဲ့အ
have
တိုင်း
been
မကြည့်
different.
သွားဘူးပေါ့
That's
နော်
what makes moments.
So a
တော့ဒီ
tied
ပွဲလဲ
record
ပစ်
and
က
a
တော့
win
မျှ
this
တယ်
time.
ဆိုပေမဲ့
in
စ
the
ပစ်ပဲ
record
ကျုံ
books.
အောင်မလားဆိုတာတော့ထပ်ကြည့်ရ
Also, a little detail about this bottom lane that could come into play, by the way, is
လူမမျှဘူး
Arctic
ပြန်
Burn
ခွဲ
has been
ပြီး
changed,
လို့ပါတော့
some months back. The old Arctic Burn, you could apply once
လူ
unless
မ
you had
မျှ
Axe.
ဘူး
Then it lasted longer. But the new Arctic Burn can be reapplied. And the reason that matters in this lane is that if you crack and shell it off, the next attack of Wyvern will apply it again. And that means that this lane actually is a lot better for Wyvern than it used to be. In the past, every time Tide would proc Kraken, you just do no damage anymore.
Yeah.
But now you can just keep hitting him non-stop the entire Arctic Burn. You're going to be seeing Rue maxing this. He's probably going to go 3-1-1. And every time this Arctic Burn is ready, they are going to be pressuring Ace. Which is why he's taking 2 points in Kraken Shell and not even skilled Anchor Smash, which is actually very unusual for Tide and lane. It's just not good in this
ဘူ
lane.
တာကောပူဇော်
Tofu
ဘူး
needs to
တေးပြန်ပြီတိုဖူ
Bushwhack
ဒီလောက်တယ်နောက်ထပ်
He is
Do something.
playing a bit in this
There's a
lane.
lot of damage on the way out, but yeah. Does
ဘာ
fall
မဂျစ်စတင်နေ
nonetheless.
ဆိုတော့
You've got to be careful.
မနာ
Tide is
လောက်တယ်
not
တိုက်ရတာ
gonna
တစ်ချိန်လုံး
be able
level
to
3
help you
3
at
စားနေရ
all.
ဆိုမ
Hoodwink
နာ
has to
easy လောက်
play a more defensive position here.
ဒီမှာလည်း
He
တောထဲ
already
မှာ
got
ဘယ်
his
လိုဖြစ်လို့ချ
Jell
တာ
taking
နှစ်
a
ယောက်
small
နှစ်ယောက်
camp
လိမ့်
to
မှာ
the
ခရီးတွေအောင်
side,
မှာ
so he doesn't even need to play.
Collapse, shadow raises are ripping him a new
ဘာ
one.
တွေလုပ်နေကြတာတော့ဟိုမှာလိမ့်မှာခရီးတွေသူ့အနေနဲ့သူချဒီကောင်နဲ့တောထဲမှာချ
He will.
သူ့ဘာသာတူတွေတီးနေ
And mid lane is Nisha on the Ember versus Laurel on his puck. I feel like they should be swapped, right? I think I see a lot more Ember on Laurel and vice versa. Is the Toro getting gone on? Bushwhack into the anchor smash finally gets that level in. Right click is enough. So Ace claims a very valuable kill onto Yatoro, who
Ace going
died
short now,
a
no?
single time.
လိုက်ဆုံးဝယ်
last
ထား
game.
လားမသိ
Yeah, if he wants to tie last
Alone-
game
alone
from here on
TY,
out,
the
he
gate.
needs to go 29-0-9.
That's right.
Luna not generally the hero that does that.
Never know. Yatoro's
No.
done crazy things.
Has.
I mean, would you consider him the best carry of all time?
Probably if I had to pick one. I think so.
And what about best player, Cinderin?
Oh, are we going down this road now?
Probably not.
It's
You're
all
gonna say
whenever you have.
You're gonna say yourself.
No, it's like whenever you have discussions like this, it's always what are you comparing them to? Because it's
I know,
different eras, right?
Collapse. Ooh, nice golden
Oh.
embrace, keeping him alive. As
Nice
Boxy now on the
save,
retreat.
nice
Couldn't
save.
finish the job. Was close. Trying to deny himself to these ancients. Desperately wants to die to the creeps, but will die to the wyvern instead.
Yeah, I was gonna say this top lane has actually gone quite well for Spirit. If you are even remotely close to Shadow Fiend and CS on your offlaner, you're considering it a huge win because SF, you heard it in the Not Me interview as well. He mentioned he likes the meta, he likes the heroes that he plays. He just doesn't like playing against specific carries. He mentioned 3, and SF is one of them. And the reason he doesn't like that as a position 4 player is, guess what? It's almost impossible to win your lane against this hero. So if your offlaner has 50 CS minute 6, that's great. Yes, Collapse isn't winning the lane,
လူဘီကဒီဘက်
but
ခိုး
he's
စရာတွေ
only
များတော့များ
1,000
တယ်ကွာ
behind
နော်
SF.
Requiem လည်းကောင်းတယ်သိလား
Sounds like a lot still, but
Rubbish
this
လည်း
could have
ကောင်း
gone way worse with
ခိုးစရာအဲ့နှစ်ကွက်နဲ့တော်
They
တော်
knew
ကောင်း
what
တယ်
they
ပြီး
signed
ရင်
up for when they let this
အေး
SF through. It's not me
baby
under
ပြောလို့
tier 1.
လူဘီကောင်းကြောင်းလေးပြောလိုက်တာရှော့
Shadow
သွားတယ်
Rays
Oh, this is a very bad death for a couple of reasons. Now he's unavailable for the wisdom, and there's 2 waves
Wisdom
in
room မှာပါပြီ
tower.
ဟာနီ
So
ရှားပါ
all
လာ
these
တယ်
creeps are just going
ပြန်
to
ဖိနေပြီ
waste.
လေကွက်က
Collapse can't even TP in and
ဘလက်
take
သား
the
ချိန်နေပြီ
XP
ဂိမ်း
'cause
1တော့
Nisha's made his way over. This is
အရန်နေ
massive.
အလောက်ခံတာကတော့
2 wisdoms and the tower for Liquid. Yikes.
တာဝါလည်းရတယ် Wisdom room နှစ်ခုလည်းရတယ်
Like he's
Oh,
going to take
that
one
would
more wave before retreating, so very, very good
မိ
start
သွား
here
ပြီ
for Liquid. They find
တိုင်ရှိ
themselves
မှာ
a
ပဲ
little treat in the form of collapse.
အိုး
Gets the surge
မ
off.
သေးပါဘူး
8-point
ဟာ
shot, not enough. And now even a little pressure to tier 2.
Both of them using Ash Legion shields, the Rubik and the Darkseer, to try to keep him alive.
တိုက်ရတာတကောင်နဲ့ထားခဲ့လို့ရတော့
Be
အေးဆေးပဲ
successful. Of course, the slow portion of this
Kraken
doesn't
Shell 3ဆင့်ယူ
matter
ထားတာ
for
ကွာ
Darkseer when you're surged. So that's
တ
kinda
ကောင်နဲ့
nice.
survive လို့ရတယ်
Mickey gonna requiem the
ပေါ်လမ်းမှာ
enemy
တောက်
ancient
လျှောက်
stack
တက်စကားအလုပ်တွေလုပ်နေပြီ
and raise up the rest.
Oh boy.
အိုးအိုးစတက်အုပ်တွေပါပါပြီအေးနော်မီ
If
တေး
they
ပြန်
get
ပြီ
some
လား
TP support, these heroes are relatively low on the
ရန်
liquid
အဲ့ရော
side.
ဝေါ်ကြီး
And it's a Fable doing a
ကောင်း
good
တော့
amount
ကောင်း
of
သွား
work.
ပြီ
Collapse.
ဒါပေမဲ့
Oh, he gets taken out by the
ညာ
shadow rays
ဇိုင်း
as
စီ
well.
နှစ်ကွက်က
Double
စောင်း
kill
ရ
for
မ်း
Mickey.
နာ
They
တယ်
do
ဒီ
lose
အ
the
ချိန်မှာ
one in
ဒါကတော့
top.
ရောက်လာပြီမန်နာမလောက်ဘူး
All they lose.
မန်နာမလောက်ဘူး
Not a good deal for
သူ
Liquid
ဒရင်း
at
ကွို
all.
င်ချလိုက်ရင် level 2 300မန်နာသိမလောက်တော့
If you want to take that fight, you need to bring the puck instantly. Maybe he wasn't able to TP because he was on top of or near to Ember, so he's just going to cancel him. That cannot feel great.
Early 2K lead for Liquid is starting to look like the opposite of game number 1. Damage rune in the bottle for Nisha. In terms of net worth, dead even.
အဲ့ Kraken ရှက်နှိပ်ပြီးသုံးရနှိပ်ပြီးသုံးရတာဟုတ်တယ်နှိပ်
The
ပြီးသုံး
entire
လို့ရ
lead's
တ
in
ယ်
a safe lane. Classic Shadow Fiend
မဟုတ်လေ
experience.
passive ဟိုဟာ
Do you think
ကာပြီးတယ်ထင်တယ်
when it gets
အ
to
ရင်ကတော့နှိ
mid
ပ်
to
သုံး
late
လို့မရဘူး
game,
နှိပ်သုံးလို့ရ
Oil
နှိပ်သုံးရင်
finds the
ပို့ပြီးတော့
target.
ကာသွားတာ
As
ကွာ
Toro comes in with the Eclipse and the
Oh,
Lucid Beam. It's
nice pick
enough.
off.
Nisha completely caught off guard.
That
Great
is a-
rotation.
မ
from
နှိပ်လဲ
Spirit.
သူ့မှာ
That's a
passive
really
damage
good
block
move.
တဲ့
You're not
ဟို
expecting
ဟာ
that
လေး
play.
တော့
The
ပါတော့
Lunar
ပါတယ်
level
နှိပ်
6
လိုက်ရင်
goes for that TP with Eclipse.
ပိုကာသွားတယ်အဲ့လိုသဘော
Even with, I don't know if, I guess Nisha's Flame Guard was on cooldown, so they found him at an opportune moment.
But looking at the lineup for Spirit, they do have some cool things they can do. We'll talk about the Rubik in just a moment, but
ရရင်ရတယ်လို့ပြန်တော့လော်တယ်
I feel
နော်
like
စပရစ်က
Wyvern against Shadow Fiend, Curse specifically, is extremely good.
Yeah.
And you have something like Vacuum that can actually get him close to a teammate. Seems like a really good combo overall. As Laurel, we get to the other side of the shards, finds his way into Nisha, but no
Yep.
harm done.
They can Vacuum Curse next to SF. They can also just make a wall illusion, obviously.
Yep.
It's already strong. What you need to be careful with is to not have this. This is always the problem with Wyvern, is to make sure you don't have awkward overlap. Where if Wyvern sees a good curse and you see a good vac wall at the same time, and you maybe end up wasting some of Puck's
Maybe
spells or
Wyvern.
whatnot.
လာတာတော့လူနာစီလာတာပဲ
You do have a little bit of
ဒါပေမဲ့
overlap in that
Wyvern
regard.
သေးပြီးသွားတာကောင်းတော့ကောင်း Rubik ကြလာပြီ
Dead.
ပြန်ချမလို့လားအဲ့လူနာကြီးကအဲ Rubik ကပေါ်တယ်ဖြတ်လိုက်ပြီ
Take the first ravage of the game, and that's an
No,
easy kill for
Yatoro.
Ace. So Liquid get an
Liquid got-
unexpected delight for themselves.
Kind of just
သူ့
got
လာလောက်တာ
cornered
လေ
there in the river. This is probably
သူ့
gonna
လာ
be
လောက်တာ
tower as
ကို
well, 'cause Ace
ဝ
can
င်းတာ
just tank this
အ
for
စားသေးပေးလိုက်
days.
ပြီ
Three
အဲ့
points
သူ့
in
အတွက်
back
လုံးဝ
to
free
shell.
ပဲဒီမှာ jungle သွားစားရုံပဲအဲ့ဒါကြီးဆောင်းမားတယ်အဲ့ဒါကြီးဆောင်းရန်ကိုမာဝါကြီးရတူ
So you talked about the support.
အဲ့ခန်းကိုမ
being
မီးလိုက်တာ
maybe
နဲ့
not
တင်သူတို့က
prototypical
တာ
what
နေပြီ
a
ကွာ
team would
အပူတာတ
generally
ကောင်
want.
ပေးပြီးတာဝါပေးလိုက်
Like
သူဆက်ဖမ်းနေ
architecture
အေးဆေးပဲ
whatnot. Talk to me specifically about Rubik and what he offers in terms of spell steal or whatever he can do in the mid to late game. Because it feels like every game is going mid to late.
I mean, I'll be honest. I don't really understand why they picked the hero. So I
ချိန်
would
ပုတ်
be
သွား
curious
ပြီ
to hear that from themselves if we could. Because when they picked it, there wasn't anything inherently obvious you're picking it against. I don't think the hero is
ကို
particularly
ကြီးတစ်ဝဲညီ
great
လေး
at
တစ်ဝဲ
Shadow
လုံးနေ
Fiend.
ပြီ
Yeah,
လားမ
you
သိ
can maybe get a clutch Requiem steal, but that is still not an easy ability to use yourself.
I mean, how many souls do you get for?
I think you have max always.
Oh, you do.
That's really big, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
As Darkseer,
What?
yeah, gets sniped out by Tofu, getting some revenge after his feed.
အဲ့ဒိုင်ယာတွေက
number
တာ
one.
နေတာကွာ
And
ကြည့်နေနော်
With a 4K
စပရစ်
lead
ဂိမ်း1တော့
already.
ဒိုင်ယာရတယ်
Rubik
တာ
actually
တယ်
is an
ဂိမ်း
okay
2ကြတော့လေ
lane, but it's not like
Liquid က
a
ဒိုင်ယာ
WoW
တာ
kind
တယ်
of
ဒိုင်ယာ
lane
တွေ
that's
နိုင်
just
နေတာ
gonna
ပေါ့အဲ့
blow
လို
you away. But the usual
ဒိုင်ယာတွေ
Darkseer
တာ
combos
နေတဲ့
that
ပုံစံ
can win
ပေါ့
lanes like
တိုက်ကဒီတစ်ခေါက်
Spearbreaker
ပိုက်ထည့်
or
ပြီးကောင်းနေ
Yourself
အားလီအန်
Batman
တော့မယ်
early
ပြန်ပြီးတော့
escape from Vision are just not going to win against Shadow Fiend. So, I mean,
ပိုက်ဆိုရင်တော့ဒီဘက်
I just
ပတ်
have
စ
to
ပယ်
accept
တွေ
it,
နော်
it's the
လူ
lane.
နာစပယ်တွေကတော်တော်လေးပုတ်သွားပြီ
Rubik
ဟိုက
just
မစ်ဂိမ်း
doesn't
မှာ
strike me as
အင်ပီတာဝါချူးတာ
a
နဲ့
strong
ဘာ
enough
နဲ့
laner. And when you pick it that early, the enemy team is obviously in control of what spell steals you get access
To
to.
the
There's
game
not a
3.
single like S tier spell to steal in this
အတ
game
ခုတော့
in
ကြောက်
my
အောင်
hands.
မယ်ဒီကောင်းလေးအဲ့
Maybe
Winter Gas
Snowball.
Vacuum
Ravage is
ဆွဲ
too
တာနဲ့
easy to
Winter
protect
Gas
now
နဲ့
that Kraken Shell has an active ability.
အဲ့ဒါ combo တွဲလို့တော့ရ
Forget Cinderin. There's the first curse of the game from Rue. Buys him a little bit of time, but they will find him anyway. And Liquid just rolling over Spirit here. It's the Luna curse. We knew it. Telekinesis finds Tofu though. They will get something.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဟာ
That is such an early Yashakaya, by the way. 12 minutes for Mickey.
ရရှာကာယာ our threat ဟေးနောက်ဘော
What
က
is the build for SF?
လူနာနဲ့2000လောက်ပြတ်နေပြီ
There's different build paths. He's
ဒါ
kind
တို့
of
တို့
queuing
ပြ
up
လိုက်ရင်
pipe.
အဲ့လိုပဲ
Sometimes you go BKB
တက်ချက်
immediately,
ပြလိုက်ရင်
depending on what you need. Sometimes it's Manta. I think I kind of like Pike Manta and not getting BKB until even later, and just racking up some stats, getting tanky, having the Mantas to split push. The downside to making your hero stat heavy is, of course, you make the shadow
ပတ်ကလေးမွတ်နေတာ
illusion.
ပြောလို့ပတ်နဲ့အမ်ဘာနဲ့ကတော့နောက်ဝတူတူပါပဲနှစ်ကောင်လုံးက
So
ဟုတ်တယ်လို့တိုင်းရတာကြီးဝိုင်းလုံးမလို့
Ace is found fully
လုံးတင်
clipped,
ဦး
but
နော်
he
ဟို
gets
မှာ
off the
Kraken
ravage
share
just
နဲ့
in time, and now Nisha comes in. The coil still expended. They're able to take out the
အဲ့
Rubik
တိုင်းဟန်တာ
quite
ကြီးဟိုမှာ
easily.
သွားလို့ရတယ်
And
လို့
now the puck in a lot of peril. Laurel able to get the
Baby
illusory orb off, but
ball.
that's right in the midst of Nisha.
လုံးကိုမလုံးတင်တာ
Just
အဲ့ပတ်က
finishes the job easily again as Liquid just rolling over, continuing to do so on Spirit's face. 3 for nothing. And really not a lot of damage done.
Nice
from the
sidestep
Spirit
from
side.
Collapse. I think he's still going to die, though. Did dodge
Clearing
the...
chains holds him in place. And double raise for the win. Mickey double kill, 4 dead for Spirit, 7k lead. My goodness.
Yeah,
reverse stomps.
It reminds you of game 1, just that it happened even earlier in this one. In the last game, it felt like Kez Slaughter at least needed to get out the ground first. In this one, the Shadow Fiend just wins from minute 0 in the lane. Tide has a good time overall. I thought the bot lane was going to go a bit better for Spirit. I think they thought so too. But yeah, the Luna Wyvern lane, it killed Hoodwink twice or 3 times. That's pretty much all they've got to show for it.
Luna
And
Mickey
Tide
hero
has
ဆိုတော့
now
နော်
eclipsed
ရကာ
Luna,
ပါနဲ့
no
နှုံး
pun
က
intended,
ကွာ
in net worth.
ဒါတို့ဒီ hero ရကာပါနေက Mickey ကိုမမီဘူးဖြစ်နေ game 1တော့ကသူတို့လုတ်ခဲ့တော့ကဟိုကောင်
And
ပြန်
this is
ဖမ်း
where
သွား
Ace
တာ
is most comfortable as a player.
တော်တော်
Like,
လေး
if you think about how he has played
Yeah.
all the tournaments he won with Gaming
ဒါတို့က
Gladiators, it's
နည်း
playing the
ဘတ်တယ်လိုက်
offlane
ချနေလို့လားမ
PvP
သိ
boys and just farming a lot. And Tide is perfect for that.
game 1တော့က Mickey ကလုံးဝ
Gotta see
မ
the
ချ
item that you
ဖပ်ပြေး
think we see
ပြီးတော့
too
နောက်ဆုံး
little
item 5
of.
ခွက်
It's
ပြေး
gonna
သွား
be the
နောက်ဆုံး
pipe.
ရှုံးသွားတယ်ဆိုပေမဲ့ပေါ့ item ထွက်လာခုရာတို့က item ထွက်မလာဘူးလိုက်ချပေးနေပြီးတော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့သေနေတော့အေး
Now getting gone on, pops the eclipse. He's the
Mà
man on
bay
the
cả
ace,
lại
but
bị
he
to
does
bị.
use the pipe as off the screen Mickey kills off Not Me. Spirit not able to get anything to go their
Mà
way.
lá
In
lại
fact,
cho
Laurel
ý.
dying in the river to Nisha. Just getting worse and
Osho,
worse.
This seems like this is twice in the series now that Luna uses defensive eclipse to run away.
Yeah. Oh,
Ah,
she might
Luna
die
ấy.
anyway.
Wọ́n wá ń tè lọ́mọ lá.
Hold embrace.
Oh,
Gonna keep
oh,
her
đó
puts
đi
down the ward for the extra vision, but now has to run away as the reinforcements have arrived. Nice fade ball from Not Me. Seals off the scurry for the death of the squirrel. Not much to write home about though.
Shadow Fiend က share ပစ်တာဟုတ်ပါ Shadow Fiend first pick drawing ကြ first
Yeah,
pick
this is definitely
အဲ့ဒီ
where
ဟာ
we
တွေက
like to
အ
see
လုပ်
Ace
တော်တော်ဖြစ်နေ
just
KVD
getting
ထဲမှာ
very farmed on any offlaner really.
အဲ့ဒီတော့နှစ်ကောင်ကတော့ first pick တွေ
Yeah,
တော်တော်အလုပ်
go
ဖြစ်နေ
ahead, please. After you.
I was going to say that the damage
ဒါ
type
ပြန်ပြီ
concern
Ravi
is
ရှိ
the
တယ်
biggest one.
Ravi ရှိတယ်
I genuinely think winning team fights for Spirit is almost impossible if you don't get a wall illusion of Shadow Fiend that helps kill them. You just Tide is going to
Uh-oh, baby.
Toro dead again, right under his.
ရာတို့တို့က
tier
တပွဲ
two
ပေး
tower.
နေတာ
That is
သိ
the
ကြ
state
တယ်
of affairs here in
သိကြ
game
ပါ
number
ရာတို့
two.
တို့တပွဲပေးနေတာသိကြပါ
Ace
အိုး LD နှစ်ခုထွက်လာတယ်ရှောပြီလား
Another couple kills coming out for
Ah.
Mickey. 10k lead, and yeah, they can get away with pretty much anything now. They're gonna go for this tier 2 tower mid. Might be too early for Roche, but we'll see. Coil will be snapped immediately. Nisha
အိုး silent
gonna get some help from his
silent ချော်သွားတာပဲ
teammates. Able to get out as a result. A nice snowball there from Boxy. Spirit drowning right now. SF, okay, they do
This
run
would
it in.
be
They get
big.
off the wall as
Yeah.
well as Mickey attempting
Mickey
to
က
run
ဘယ်လို
away,
ကြီး
but
လဲ
he's dead.
Mickey ကတော့
So
တေး
a
သွားပြီ
huge kill for Spirit. They need a lot more.
ရှေ့ရကျော်တော့ရသွားဒါပေမဲ့ရတဲ့ကောင်က collapse ကွာ
That is-
collapse ရသွားတာတကယ် back တို့ဘာလို့ရအောင်မသိ
What's that? 1500.
I bet I
gold,
think my
Darkseer
pit,
gets,
that's
the brunt of it. So
X
he's
ရ
gonna get a
ရှေ့
Lotus
ဟိုဟာ
Orb.
ရှီဘာကတ်တွေပါစောဝိုင်းလေအေးပေါ့ဖြစ်တော့ဖြစ်နိုင်ပါလေ
Has no issue staying alive in a 1 versus 3
ဒီ
situation.
လောက်နဲ့ပြဿနာမရှိသေးဘူးပွဲရအေးအောက်မှာရတော့အပေါ်မှာရတော့သေးပြန်ပြီ
Sharpshooter opens it up for Nisha to finish it.
ဘယ်သွားကိုရှော
So
နေ
after
ပါ
getting
လား
a single death and the kill record of TI, Yatoro now 3 and 4 in this game.
He's probably not going to beat the average KDA record in a series now. Could have had a chance at that one.
Yeah, true.
But
Real.
Does get off the cold embrace.
About to die. Maybe with a close one. Finds. Had enough stick charges to survive the urn.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So when the game turns out like this, where a team is ahead by a large margin, but it's still really early. Okay, they're going to answer the question for me.
Yeah.
When do you go for rush? So I feel like some teams still wait.
Yep.
Like they just get the map advantage, they starve them out. Roche is not really even on the list of things to do until 22, 24 minutes. We are seeing it here. Where's Collapse?
Oh, Laurel will spot them.
Oh boy. Get the punch onto the puck.
Laurel will die.
Yes, he will, in all likelihood. Gets the waning rift onto the other side, but gets killed. Not me! Pulling off a huge steal of the Aegis off camera.
He's even getting
and
out.
he gets out on top of it.
Damn.
Some extra Collapse. I mean, Collapse obviously whispered in his ear for that one. What in the world? How? What spell does he have?
Did
he get it off Sleight of Fist?
Don't tell me he stole it with Sleight.
That would be sick.
That would actually be crazy. But he almost must have, right? Because otherwise he could never have got out of the pit again.
That's true.
I don't think he had a movement spell. The only one in the game is either Sharpshooter or...
Yeah, right in a minute. See how much difference this makes in the grand scheme of things. Sharpshooter, Tofu with the Acorn shot.
That is
so
crazy.
Denying the Aegis.
Did he get the last hit too? He did.
Really?
He even killed Roche.
That's crazy.
Made them do all the
ဒီ
work.
ဘက်ကပြောပဲတင်တယ်တဲ့ဟုတ်ပါဒီဘက်ကတော့အပြောပဲ recover rate ကအရန်နေလို့နဲ့ကြည့်အောင် Luna recover rate ကဟိုမှာအမ်ဘာတော့မမီဘူး
It's gonna
အဲ့မှာ
lead the
တော့ကွာတယ်
charge
ကွာ
together
နော်
with Collapse and Smoke.
Tide is the
Well,
one to break
hello.
it though. Can they get the Sharpshooter break? Coil trying to dodge it.
Oh,
Nice snowball.
what a
No break for
save.
you, and just like that, Team Spirit might have to back away. They get the reflect onto the snowball though, as Boxy gets stunned as a result. They're still a little bit scared. They will kill off the support.
Well worth it to save their Tide though. Ace is second in net worth in the game.
နေပါဦး agent ကလူပဲယူသွားတယ်ဘယ်လိုကြီးလဲဒီမှာဖုံးလာနေရတယ်မသိလိုက်ဘူး
So taking this Aegis away.
agent ဘယ်လိုယူသွားလဲ
how
လို့
much
ပါ
does that change in the grand
What the
scheme of
flash?
things? Does this buy you time as Spirit?
I
feel
Liquid might have gone for tier 2s, right?
You don't think they could have gone high ground at all?
I don't.
Still
I don't
three
think,
tier 2s.
I don't think high ground was going to be played with that age.
ရူပေကြီးပြီးတော့ရူပေကြီးယူသွားတာကွာဘယ်လိုကြီးယူသွား
They should.
But-
Even though
but
they
you
don't
are
have the
so
age,
now,
they're still
ကြားကောင်း
confident
သေးတယ်
enough to take a tormentor. They shouldn't be too dissuaded by it. It's an inconvenience more than anything
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire
that they don't have it.
အော် winter gas သုံးပြီးယူသွားတာဟုတ်ပါဖြစ်နိုင်တာအဲ့ဒါတစ်ခုပဲရှိတယ်မမြင်လိုက်တော့မသိဘူး
Trying to
ရှောက်မန်း
scout
နေရ
things out. Wants to maybe go for a Tormentor steal after all this, but he's found. As Tofu sets up his
What?
own Sharpshooter, and Mickey gets a freebie with a single raise. Now has a Hurricane Pike.
ဝင်လူတာတကောင်နေ
And only
ဟာဟာ
100
မိုက်
gold
ထိုင်
away
လား
from Ace's Aghanim
တကယ်လူ
Scepter.
မိုက်ကွာဒီကောင်သိလားနော်မီ
Very big
နော်မီ
purchase.
ပြနေပြီအမ်ဘာတူးခိုးပြီးယူသွားတာ what the fuck ဝဲပလေးတကယ်ဝဲပလေးအဲ့ဆိုတော့ဒါပေမဲ့လည်း
Not
ဒီအ
too
ချိန်က
shabby.
ရိုရှန်အေဂျစ်စနက်နိုင်တာအရင်တော့မသိတာဘူးအဲ့တော်မန်တာတို့ဘာလို့ရှာသွားနိုင်မှသာနည်းနည်းခမ်းဘက်ဖို့ကအင်းနေရှိတာအေဂျစ်ကြီးက
Protect yourself, obviously.
အေးခဏတော့သူတို့
Tide actually
5 မိနစ်လောက်တော့တတ်တာ
especially
မယ်
when
ပေါ့
he
နော်
gets the AoE gush coming his way just now.
ပြီးရင်တော့
It's a nice timing for Ace too. You want to get the Ags around the time you hit level 15 on Tide. Because
ဒီက
that way
BKB
you
တွေ
have
မရ
the
သေးတဲ့
two
အတွက်
gush
Ravi
talents.
ထွက်လာပြီဆိုရင်အကုန်
This is an incredibly
Where's
strong
your mom?
timing for the hero.
လူနာ
Super
BKB ရမှာ
impressive
ဖြစ်မှာ
spell.
နောက်
He
ပြီး
has
တော့
the mana to
Deskia ရောပဲ
play with it.
BKB တွေရှိမှ Ravi နဲ့ကရှင်ချလို့ရမှာ
And of course, as the panel talked about, good friends to use the minus armor between Tusk and Shadow Fiend. This is
အဲ့ပဲဟုတ်နေပြီ
gonna be a tall order for Spirit. And Spirit's biggest problem is going to remain damaged.
ဒီပဲလက် TI လိုချင်နေပြီထင်တယ်သိလားစော့တာမှမကြသေးဘူး TI လိုချင်နေပြီ
heroes that they have.
No me อ่ะ
Darkseer can't
ကောင်း
itemize
တော့
the
ကောင်းတယ်
game.
အဲ့ကောင် supporter
Puck can, but Puck is so
မနေ့က
far
ဆို
behind
သူ့
that
Rubik
it's
က
dying.
အော်တေသွားပြီရောင်ကြီး
All right.
အဲ့ဘောက်စီတက်စကားပဲပြေးမလို့
I kind of like the Jotoro's going Ags though. As crazy as that might sound into the pipe of Tide, I think this is him recognizing that this game is so out of reach unless they win a team
ရာတို
fight
တော့
soon.
BKB မသွားမင်းနဲ့အပြာချောင်းသွားနေတယ်လုံးဘာတွေလုံးနေရတော့ဒီဘက်ကောင်ပိုက်ပါတယ်လေစပယ်နဲ့ဆော့နေတယ်ရာတို
Oftentimes
တော့
the best way to come back in the game.
တကယ်ကို
It's
တ
like,
ပွဲ
I
ပေး
don't
နေတာ
buy
ပဲဖြစ်
something
ပါတ
that
ယ်
peaks
လို့
soon.
နော်
We're just going to lose in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's
so.
fair.
So I like it. He's going to get one good shot with this. If that fight fails, that's probably it. But he is playing for that moment of opportunity. If he could get it with level 18, it's a pretty big upgrade.
It's still a ways away, though.
ရာချောင်း
Age is about to expire on the Rubik.
Oh, they're going to smoke. Without their Ags on Luna, just trying to get out on the map and
နောက်ဒီ
ward.
ဘက်မှာ snowball save တွေလည်းပါတယ်သူစစ်ကြီးက
Should be successful.
save ခံရ
Liquid
မှာ
have
နော်
completely
snowball နဲ့ထည့်ခံရင်
abandoned
ထည့်ခံ
this
မ
part
ထည့်
of
ခံ
jungle.
ရင် bite all ပြီးအများကြီးပဲ save စရာတွေက Oh my god no
There's a
good
blink on Wyvern.
I don't
also having a
approve.
blink on Rubik. Almost blink on Hoodwink. Blink on Tusk. There's a lot of blinks. Every support wants one.
Why not?
Pretty unusual.
Baby.
Oh, not me found. Oh, he's still remnants, though.
Uh-oh.
All right. It's an anime battle for the ages. Who shall survive? Now, unfortunately, Tofu did interfere in the 1v1, so we won't count. That's a disqualification from Liquid.
Yeah, so Nisha lost it.
1-1 ဆော့နေတဲ့ဟာ animation ဘတ်တယ်တွေပါလုံနေတာ
There's the blink, like you talked about, Ace.
ကဲအပြာချောင်းရပါပြီဆရာကအပြာချောင်းပြီးတဲ့အထိ BKB ကို Q-Rap မလုပ်ထားသေးဘူး Hurricane သွားမှာ
Is it really just...
တော့
as simple
Rabi
as
ကို
waiting
Q မ
for
ဆိုင်
next
ဘူး
roach?
မင်းငါထင်သေးလိုက်မယ်အဲ့ကွက်
I suppose
မထင်
so.
မင်းတို့သေဖို့ပြင်ထားဆိုတဲ့အကွက်နဲ့လှုပ်တော့လှုပ်နေဟိုက no defensive item ဟို aggressive item တွေရွေးထည့်တာ
I mean, if they see an opportunity to fight outside the base, of
Uh-oh.
course. But, oh, looks like Nisha does indeed. Well, didn't get the chains, though. He's going to run him down. Oh,
You bet,
Nice
Harry.
dodge, running in a straight
Oh,
line.
Lavi,
Always
Lavi,
works
no
for
me.
me too.
နော်မီရဲ့
No, unfortunately, he will be found anyway.
Ah, Ravi,
Sharpshooter
ခွဲပ
hits
လိုက်တယ်
the
ဟာ
ass of the dark
တော့
seer.
Rabi ခိုးလို့ရရင်မစိုးဘူးနော်
There's the eclipse as well. Into
Ah,
the
ဟုတ်တယ်
back wall.
ဟုတ်တယ်
Three
ဒီကောင်
heroes,
ရှုံး
but
သွား
it's
ပြီ
only the support to die so far. And Laurel gonna get surged away. After all of that, not a whole lot of damage done from Spirit. That's the Aghanim Scepter being shown from Yatoro as well. He's gonna get bushwhacked. Now on the run. Get to the other side of the
ဟိုမှာ
wall.
ဝက်ကြီးထောင်ထားတာ
Boomerang starting to stack
ဝက်
up.
ကြီးထောင်ထားတာဒီကောင်
Not
လေး
be out of position and out of life.
ဝက်ရှိနေတယ်အပေါ်မှာ
Make is just such an insane threat. Like, he barely even interacted with that fight, but if he does, he can blink Requiem, wipe them off the surface of the map.
ဟုတ်တယ်နော် Blink Requiem ဝင်သွားရင်လည်း
Good
တေး
curse.
မှာပဲ
Well save, Laurel.
Yeah, he will survive. Mickey won't take any more damage on low.
Rabi နဲ့ Requiem နဲ့ပေါင်းလိုက်ရင် Luna ရှော့ပြီ
Steam.
BKB မရှိတဲ့အတွက်
Liquid will retreat.
ဒါပေမဲ့
regroup,
Ace က
reset,
တခါမပါဘူးကွာ
and
အဲ့
probably
ဒါကြောင့်
just
လေ
go for this
AC
next
ဖြစ်
roach.
နေတာ Ace ကတခါပါရင်အဲ့သွားပြီ
Is
ဟိုကအပြာချောင်းကြီးထည့်ထားတော့လမ်းလျှောက်ပြီးမြန်မာလူကြီးရေလိုက်ဖမ်းနေတာတဲ့ဒါကနဲ့ဒီ Cherubim combo တွဲလိုက်ရင်ပွဲကပြက်နေတာကြာတော့ကြာ
You said you want Tormentor in the other pit?
It's just that it feels like in almost every single game on a pro level, the Tormentor isn't really a point of contention. It's more one team gets it with no fight.
Yeah.
And that's obviously primarily tied to the location of it. By it being on the side like this, whichever team is in control of the game will generally just get it. And sometimes it gets traded for a Roche for the other team. But I don't know, I think it could be an interesting experiment to see how the Tormentor would work for the game if it was placed somewhere else, either in the opposite part of where Roche is or just somewhere around the middle region.
Right in the center of the map.
Lucian ဆောတယ်
Literally in the
ကွာ
middle of the river.
That's right. Ace showing off that blink dagger, pops the Shiva as the damage coming out
အော်
from Nisha
Blink
is
ကွာ
absurd.
ဘောင်စီကိုမထိသွားဘူး
Uses all his remnants to take out both supports from Spirit.
Damage coming out from Collapse is measly. There goes Laurel too. No way out of this one. Blink on cooldown.
Yeah, double kill for Nisha. First core dead in this engagement.
Hey, this is just too
Monster
easy, actually.
Kid.
This game for the side of Liquid is so much easier than the last game was for Spirit. So, if Spirit want to try to make this interesting, they got to play the mid-late game as well as Liquid did in the previous one, or better.
They'd have
哦，
to
တကားပါလာ
channel
ပြီ
some old
Ace က
school
တကားပါလာ
Spirit
ပြီ
defense. You gotta go down
သူ
mega
သိတယ်
creeps and then somehow
မြောင်နဲ့ခွဲလိုက်ရင်
extend
ပွဲ
the
ပြီး
game
ပြီ
for
လား
another hour.
ဘက်ကလည်းဒီပွဲလုံးဝလှုပ်လို့မရ
Like we're gonna hit high ground here? No, they were thinking about it for a moment potentially on Mickey, but oh, look, another tower, and then maybe mid. They'll play for Roche. Could just go and grab it for free right now. Tide has Ravage, so Spirit can't contest it.
လူနာထက်ရှောတော့မယ်အောက်မှာတက်စကာနဲ့ Shadow Fiend လာနေ
This begs the question, Shannon. Is Luna just the Elder Titan of carries? Is it one where it looks so juicy and you get baited, you're like, yeah, this is the game for Luna. And then it just doesn't.
It's another game where it felt like it was over before the hero even came online. And I don't know how much that has to do with Luna at all.
Yeah.
That's the issue.
That's fair.
They just lost horribly
Just,
in the other
you
lane.
look at one draft having Shadow Fiend and the other having Luna, and you're like, one of these heroes is not like the other.
That's true.
And I'm not saying you can trade another carry for SF because I don't remember the entire draft what was available in the pool, but that matchup is just not.
ဟောလတ်ကလည်း ရှီဝါကသာရ
Why
သူ
not
ရ
just auto win with Slardar Kez?
1900အိုက်တန်အကြီးနှစ်ကွက်နဲ့ဒါပေမဲ့ပျော့တယ်သူကောင်တွေးနေနေတာကွာဒီဘက်က magic damage များနေတော့ armor များလဲဘာမှမထူးဘူးဖြစ်နေအဲ့တော့ရှီဝါကကြီးကတိတ်မတိတာသလိုဖြစ်
are respecting the possibility that Spirit are doing
ကြာ
something.
ကြောင်းနဲ့
here.
ဝင်
They are
ထိုး
not,
ဖို့ကြ
though.
တော့
They're
လေ
just farming.
အဆင်မပြေပြန်ဘူး
And we definitely got to see in this game what we were worried about in the draft, which was what if Laurel doesn't pop off? And that's exactly what happened. Laurel wasn't having a good game, and therefore the Spirit lineup is struggling to string together moves.
Does not me have anything?
No, he has no spell.
He can walk in.
No me,
This
no
is
me.
the limit to his
He
capability.
can walk in. You can do it, young lad. You cannot do it. Mickey gets his first Aegis of the game, despite it being Roche number 2.
Yep. And he's about to finish Daedalus, and then they might just go high ground. Unless, well, is he? Yeah, he must be finishing it, no? He currently has a Chrysalis and a Daedalus recipe, and he swapped away for Satanic. He's just gonna hold on to this recipe then?
And they find themselves a little wyvern snack.
အားလုံးကအားလုံးကအပြင်ထွက်ပြီးတော့တယောက်တစ်ပေါက်လေးသေးနေကြလာထက်သေးအောင်လာဟိုနဲ့ကွာ Aeon Disc နဲ့ဒါမိကဘယ်ထွက်တော့မတော့လို့
Okay, he did. I was seeing things. Or no, I wasn't. He just, okay, whatever. He had it queued up.
You hit your head
Aeon Disc
today.
ပေါက်သွားပြီ
Laurel.
Take it easy. Nice eclipse though from Yatoro. Can they actually find this kill? And Tide comes in to tank up a lot
Garbage.
of Lucent beams.
Oh,
and
so
now
ခွဲလိုက်တယ်
Mickey
ပြီးတော့
cancels Yatoro's
မသေးဘူးတလားအပြာချောင်းကြီးက လူနာအပြာချောင်းကြီးကဘာ impact မှမထွက်တာဖြစ်
70 seconds of no Luna.
It's hard to kill Ember with Eclipse through Flame Guard and Pipe.
Oh, and they
ဒီပြန်ပြီ
find Laurel
အ
again.
ကုန်ဓာတ်ကားတွေနဲ့ကွာ
Yeah.
So 2 cores dead, no
သူ့ဝင်ရအစ
buyback.
ဓာတ်ကားတွေနဲ့ဆိုတော့ပတ်ကလေးဘ
Knowing
လို့မှ
Spirit,
ထွက်ပြေး
they might
မလွတ်မြောက်ဘူး
actually
ဖြစ်
just call it here, and if they don't, they're taking one last YOLO fight in their base, and if that's not a miracle win, then they're just going to end it. This is about as one-sided as it gets this TI. See if they can somehow find a crazy setup, but it's not going to happen for the next 30 seconds, so it's at least one set.
They
Glyph
force
will,
out the fort.
yeah,
and
it's
the
not
creep.
going to wipe out the wave, though.
Yeah.
Is it? No.
All right, one set for sure.
easy မှာက
No tier 2's up. How do you choose lanes here? Like after this,
သူဝဲရွယ်ဒီ time
is
ဆို
there
ကြ
an
ဟုတ်ပါ
optimal choice, top or bottom?
ကိုလည်းဒီဝဲ duration
You
over ထည့်
generally
တာ
go bottom because it's
ဒါပေမဲ့
the easier area to control as the aggressor with how you have
ရ
vision,
တို့တို့
what angles
အားဒီ
there
ပိုင်း
are.
စောတဲ့
I mean,
စော
this
ကွက်
time
တွေက
it's
အ
no
ရန်
good because you have
သ
two
ရိုးရ
seats.
ကြအဲ့တော့ duration ကအန်တာဖြစ်သွားပြီချီချီ
If
game
there
3
was
သွားပြီ
no
ပေါ့
difference between
game
top
3
and
မှာ
bottom
ပြန်
in
ရိုက်မယ်
terms
ထင်
of
တယ်
creep waves, you'd almost always go
Yeah.
bottom. It's faster, it's safer, it's easier to exit for the Dire. Yeah. A clean 2 lanes and out for Liquid. Spirit, they're queuing up a Butterfly on Yatoro. I don't even know if he'll have time to try to get this before Liquid go for the killing blow. It's like they want to maybe do the Tormentor.
Yeah, why not?
With Tusk and SF.
Why not? Why not?
Shard for Boxy. Gets the Drinking Buddies. Very nice for SF. Giving him armor and move speed.
Great facet.
I thought this when this was changed to the facet, or excuse me, to the shard, I thought it was going to make Tusk top tier, like the most contested support, because this was effectively, now you could have both of the old facets together.
Yeah.
It sounds incredibly strong. But I think some numbers changes nerfed him a little bit and kept him in check. And a lot of the time we don't see people buy this shard, which is a bit surprising to me considering how good it is.
Yeah. I would agree with that. It's not me. Takes a tumble.
ဒီရှားလည်း BKB 6 စက္ကန့်ဆိုတော့ Luna Spare တွေကပြီးသွားအဲ့အပြာကြောင်းရောင်းရင်လည်းရောင်းလိုက်ပါကွာအားလည်းမထူ
Count your chickens or whatever they say.
That is what they say. Eggs.
ညီလေးကပုတ်တယ်ဆိုရင်ပွဲမရှိသလောက်ပဲအဲ့ဒါတော့ဟုတ်တယ်ညီလေးက consistent ဖြစ်တယ်
That is kind of a chicken.
ဒါတော်တော်လေးကျမ်းပါတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လိုတစ်ချက်အဲ့လိုလေးပွဲတစ်ပွဲလောက်ဒါမျိုးကွက်တွေပြတတ်တယ်ယာတူက
history.
They're eggs.
ဒီတန်းနေကြတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးနော် consistent ဖြစ်ငယ်သေးလို့
Dinosaurs are eggs.
3လမ်းမှာကပေးပြီလားအားကြီးတော့
All right, Spirit.
Last fortification of the game.
Smoke up. It's time to go. Shadow Fiend 30 seconds on Aegis. Perfect timing here for Liquid to get the job done before it expires. Well, if nobody's going to do anything soon, it's just Megas.
Now or never, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey doesn't mind burning this. They get the melee barracks. They actually use the coil as a BKB purchase.
Okay, Aegis တော့ကြာသွားပြီ
Take out the Aegis.
ဘင်းခွင်မရှိတော့ဘူးကွာ wall လည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးလေ
That's a good death. Good first.
အချင်းချင်းပြတ်သက်ခိုင်းလိုက်ပြီ
Potentially be the death of Tusk. No, able to get off the punch onto the puck now. As Laurel.
BKB နဲ့ဘောက်စီကဖတ်လိုက်တာ
Able to get out for
ဒီမှာလည်းဖားပြောင်းတယ်ဘယ်သူတော့တိုဖူးကဖားပြောင်းတယ်ပေးပါပြီလို့ Ravage
Ravage comes out hitting Yatoro.
BKB ကြီးသွားတယ်ယာတိုရို
This is in retreat. Uses his ult. Decent amount of damage, but with that pipe mitigates a ton of it. The Ace on the high ground. This range barracks, the last remaining building before the mega creeps come out.
Kaji.
And that there is a very important fish for Ace to eat. He's not seeing it. Mistakes are being made by the Tidehunter. Delicious fish for you to put in your belly, young man. There's the Requiem right on top of Yatoro. That is a dieback effectively. And surely now he will eat the fish. He does. Ace consumes the fish, which means now the GGs can be... Oh, wait, there's another fish. Ace, please. Team needs to focus on getting this fish for Ace so they can finish this game in style. As somehow the GGs have not come out. I genuinely don't understand what's happening right now. I think it's the insta-hex on the Laurel. Yep, don't call GG yet though. There's still a Rubik alive. Why would you call it now? After all of this, they kill off the Rubik in the base. And that'll mean the end finally of game number 2. This is long and drawn out. Liquid stomping their way.
Yeah, that was just not even close. And just like game number 1, just the other way.
Not even close. ဒါဟိုပေါင်နေဖဲကွန်တို့ဘာဖြစ်နေဖဲကွန်တို့လည်း game 3 ကို IO carry တဲ့ okay
BKB done on Tiny too.
Okay IO carry နဲ့ကျုံးနေပြီ
damage, but helps them actually, connect with some of their spells.
Right. Well, and if you can keep them alive, you've got Malrine with Aghanims now, like start draining the mana from these heroes. A lot of the damage that's coming out from Ironling is just by virtue of spells.
Yeah.
And that's where Diffusal Blade can make a big difference.
And that's also the solution for Falcons, probably. It's unfortunately they
just drawing ကြောက်ပန်းလိုက်တော့အဲ့လို range hero တွေထဲမှာယာတူလိုစွမ်းတာဘာရှိသေးလဲ throw လို့
could really help versus the Largo.
throw လို့ကလည်းမရဘူးခွေးယူဖြစ်တာများ
and he obviously has to hit his saves and he has to hit his purges.
Luna ကြောင့်မစွမ်းဘူးကသူ့ရဲ့ play style က Luna နဲ့မစွမ်းဘူးဒါတို့ကမီလီကောင်တွေပို့ကျန် cast တို့ PA တို့ဒါ PA တို့ဘာလို့အခုချိန်မှာဘောင်းမဝင်ဘူးကွာ
any hero right now
တိုင်နီတွေပါပေးလိုက်ရင်တော့မဆိုးလားလို့တိုင်နီဆိုရင်တော့ Saber S ရရင်အကုန်လုံးရိုက်ခွဲလို့ရတယ်အမ်ဘာတို့ဘာလို့ဆိုလဲတိုင်နီနားမှာကတ်နေနည်းနည်းကြောက်ရသေးတယ်ဟိုကလူနာကြီးကြတော့ပုတ်တိုင်နီဆိုလို့ပြောရင်းဆိုရင်စကီတာလည်းဒစ်လည်နေပြီတိုင်နီနဲ့ဟိုက IO carry နဲ့တွေ့ကြာကြောင်းရှီပါက BKB တဲ့
Oh man,
it was a complete disaster.
Damn.
A big old whiff, and the window has now closed. It is slammed shut. There is an Aghanim Scepter picked up by the Largo. The combo is here.
So tell me why this is so gross.
Well, I mean, what are some of the ancient lores of the IOs? It's, you know, any sort of double healing is always disgusting, right? Like having a mech and stuff. Usually it was the IO.
Yeah.
The IO has the mech. I heal you, I heal myself, thus heals you even more. Think about Largo. He amps the damage of this core IO. He can put the croak on him if you don't like. You might croak the Sand King still. Either one's fine. You can croak Sand King or.
ဒီ combination နဲ့ကျန်းတော့ကျန်းတယ်နော်
It's insane.
ဒီ level 3တင်ပေးထားလိုက်တဲ့အချိန်မှာ IO ရဲ့ magic damage ကဆောင်းရမ်းသိတယ်မလားတစ်ဖွားဖွားနဲ့ပြီး healing ကလည်း double healing caster ရဲ့အဲ့အကြောင်းပြောပြီးတော့အာရုံရှော့သွားပြီနောက်မှာပွဲကြာဝိုင်းရောဖြစ်နိုင်လေလားဖြစ်နိုင်လောက်ဘူးကျွန်တော်ဒီမို့အပြားကြောင်းရရင်တော့နည်းနည်းအခြေအနေလေးကမဆိုးလောက်သူကကြည့်အောင်အဲ့နှစ်ကောင်တွဲနေဘယ်လိုတတ်မလို့ boost speed တင်လိုက်သွေးတင်လိုက်နဲ့ Damn. Additional magic damage 30%.
So we're gonna up it by 30%.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
ကျန်းတယ်ဒီနှစ်ကောင်တွဲလိုက်ရတော်တော်ကျန်း
Everything that you do just becomes better, and it's harder to kill.
You're a whirling dervish of death.
Do you go after the IO or the?
There's no going after the lyrical.
Okay.
တေးပြန်ပြီမသေးပါဘူး
solution.
I see.
You're watching it
ဒီ
right
အဲ့နှစ်ကောင်လိုက်ရမ်းနေရတယ်တေးပြီလို့
Now, the best part of this combo is that Largo gets to spend most of the time doing that animation when he's so fast that he does like the hopping bound. That's the main reason to do it.
Skitter no BKB is a problem, doing literally no damage.
Yeah, no, it's over.
Oh my god.
The Axe is here.
GG.
Just accept your fate.
He's getting brought down. Yeah, these two are going to be near each other the whole rest of the game.
All right, Amar planning something for 6 minutes and 14 seconds from now when the Wisdom Rune next activates. That'll be our move, he says.
ဒီလေးကိုသူ့အတင်းကထားရလဲ share free fan ရုံပဲ
When it's going to happen, you know?
မဟုတ် separate လဲထားပေးပါတယ်သူ့ဟာသူဟိုမှာ
Feeling adventurous goes off on his
အ
own.
တင်းတွေလိုက်ချနေဗတ်တယ်လိုက်ချနေပြီးတော့တေးတာတကယ်ဆိုရင်တောက်ချောက်ဖန်နေအဲ့လိုမဖြစ်ဘူးတောက်ချောက်အဲ့လိုကတင်းကိုမကူဘဲနဲ့ဖန်နေလိုက် liquid game 1တော့ကလောက်သွားဆိုအဲ့လိုပဲတင်းကိုလုံးဝမကူမိခေကဖန်သွားတောက်ချောက်ကြီးဖန်သွားတော့အိုက်တန်ကနောက်ဆုံးတက်လာတယ်ကွာရှုံးနေပြီမဲ့ရာတူတော့အဲ့လိုမဟုတ်ဘူးတင်းနဲ့လိုက်ချအေးပေါ့ player type နည်းနည်းကွာတာပေါ့နော်ရာတူတော့ team နဲ့နည်းနည်းချတဲ့ type ထဲမှာပါတယ်ချရင်းနဲ့အောင်မြင်သွားရင်တော့ခန်းဘက်ကအဲ့မှာနေဖြစ်သွားမယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ type ချင်းတော့မတူဘူးဖြစ်
Obviously is snaking at a very rough time. The support duo versus the other three heroes is really what sunk them. But also the support duo does not really deal with the Largo plus IO too well, other than the potential to burst them with Shadow Demon.
Right.
But that has not worked out so far for them.
All right, they're going to go on BZM here, it looks like, or just take back over this area.
Do you hear it? Dun 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 dun. They just move it, but it's coming. It's approaching. And what will you do?
Well, they're going to try and take it head on. Jump forward. Everything drops. Seeing if they can get the kill. Will they get him? No! No, they will not. And suddenly 33 is back up almost to full HP.
The tether is broken. Oh, it's back.
Yep, and he's there. Back up to full. That is completely for Team Falcons as they could not get a Reaper Scythe kill. Could not bring him down. And also going to be killed.
What happened to the Tiny? He just like died.
9-0.
Oh yeah.
No, it didn't matter that he was BKB'd. I see. Okay.
Yes.
This doesn't matter. That's cool. 5-16 from the Croak of Genius.
Wow. Yep.
That's crazy. Man, that's a really good spell, guys.
That's a lot of damage. There's no doubt about that. As we see a replay of this.
Look at Genius.
Get the Reapers off, or I guess he didn't feel like it was going to be enough. Not sure.
I mean, the relocate save was nice, especially because he did it so close nearby.
He wanted to Reaper the IO. Too.
Oh, dude, it was the whip into the hypnotize. God, Whitemon's so good. He's gross.
Malrine onto the Sand King, trying to kill him off.
係會標價啦，地
They're friends. Yep. Every time you think something is going good, it turns out it's
我咪趴下啊
Where
要
be
你
the。frog with the guitar?
punching
He's
him.
just punching your buildings.
Oh no. 30-4. Ironwing with the disgusting combination.
We love it.
Move in and take down this tier 3 tower, and I mean, I don't even know. The options available are very few and far between.
Look at him slowly building up his stacks. Doesn't want to waste all his mana because he doesn't have a croak for himself. He's so generous. Oh, actually he does. My bad. I thought you'd given them both away.
Jump forward, burrow strike. Amar gone. Ari is godlike.
Yeah, we have been propping up the cores a little bit too much. Ari's been insane this game. He's 9-0 and 11. I mean,
Snaking, stuck in the trees.
that's fitting for this one.
Just beaten down to death.
All right, without looking, how many deaths do you think he has?
I'm gonna say 14.
I was gonna say 12. What's our end chat?
11.
11.
It's
Okay.
not bad. Okay. Well, it's pretty.
Well, it is bad, but you know,
Yes.
we were off.
Yes.
We didn't get there.
Heart done for BZM, as if it wasn't hard enough to kill these heroes already. God, this has got to be just a kick in the back for Falcons.
Now, if you guys have been paying attention to this series, though, Lyrical.
Yeah?
Yesterday, Ironwing had
That's true.
the biggest network loss in the history of the International. And now, in game 1, Falcons have had the biggest comeback loss, essentially. You know, Ironwings had the biggest comeback of all time. If they can let this grow another 11K,
yeah,
perhaps Falcons could once again find another incredible 99%.
You know, honestly, I think
That's a generous one.
it's going to grow another 11K. That is going to happen. Now, whether or not the comeback happens after that is a different story.
Oh, you guys are going to be so sorry when he hits a scythe.
Listen, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
So they tell him.
If you get these kills, think about the gold coming back in. They're going for Roche.
He's roared.
Dare to dream, BZM.
And they're kind of low on mana. What if he simply burns all their mana?
Glimmers in, glimmers in. Amar.
He's not afraid.
He ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That's because he's the ghost.
That's right.
It's a perfect combination here. Oh, that haste rune looks tempting. He's going to walk into it.
That was already a
he's
lot of
gonna get-
damage. Abba, toss Reaper Scythe isn't enough. No! Fury gets away. Able, no, we don't just end up getting brought down. That's 1,100 gold.
Go, 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 go,
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Oh, kill
Trent.
Kill streak?
Trent. Can they do it? Yes. They get another one. Look at the gold. Oh, they're so rich. They're so rich. Falcons looking for more. 33. Where's your little wispy buddy?
Uno
They're going
mas?
to keep on chasing this one. There are no buybacks on the IO. Tries to TP away Skinner. Avalanche. No.
Oh, good timing.
Not going to happen. Yo.
Alrighty.
Hey.
And Roche up for grabs here.
Oh, that was some gold.
You
That was
know,
some experience.
For a second there, Lyrical, I thought we were going to have a quick game. that was close.
That was your fault.
Phew. What a relief.
So, let's see. 1,500 gold for the Pango. Now they get Aegis.
Yeah.
1,000 for Necro. Oh, no. What have you done?
Yes, the window, the crack remains.
Let's see. Yeah, that's now level 21 on Malrine, 20 on Necrophos.
Okay, Octarine Core next for Malrine.
Ooh, doggy.
He's got to go crazy in these fights with the ulti and just consistently 2%, double the chances of winning. I mean, if your portfolio doubles, you go crazy.
That's right.
You can tell him over 35 because they use the word portfolio a lot now.
That's right.
That's right. You've got to prepare for your future, folks.
33-7. What is the way forward now for Falcons? How can you replicate that again? What are they going to do with the Aegis?
All right, well, you hope that they are all like 20% mana again.
Yeah.
So that's nice. You hope you get the insta jump onto your IO. Onto their IO, rather. And yeah, you just do that again.
Yeah.
How hard can it be?
It does need to be Reaper Scythe on IO. That is
Yes, very likely.
clear.
Or Largo. Well, I don't know. The IO does a lot of damage.
One of the two of them. The problem is that, like, well, honestly, if you get the Reapers onto the Largo, even if you relocate, he's still going to take the damage.
You know, the other aspect we haven't discussed about Shout even, actually, versus Largo, the idea of just putting the ulti on someone so they lose Croak.
Yeah.
ကျော်ထဲမှာ auto ဘိုင်ဖြစ်တာဘယ်လိုလုပ်ရလဲအဲ့ကီးပေးထားရတယ်တိ
That's kind of cool.
ကျော်ထဲမှာဟိုဟာဗါလဲသူက quit ဘိုင် purchase quit ဘိုင်ဆိုတာရှိတယ်အဲ့ဟာကို short key ပေးထားအဲ့ပေးထားတဲ့ဟာကိုနှိပ်ရုံပဲဒီထဲကိုဆွဲသွင်းပြီးတော့သွားနှိပ်ရုံပဲ
Queuing up the Aghanims. He had queued up earlier, but with that huge injection of gold, if he can get to it.
တော့ဘာကြီးမပြတော့ပါအဲ့ထဲမှာ setting ထဲမှာရှိတယ် setting ထဲမှာအဲ့ purchase quit ဘိုင်ဆိုတာရှိတယ်အဲ့ဟာကို
A little bit afraid to make that jump.
Oh,
ကြီးလေးပေးလိုက်
we actually have a Pango interaction this game with his innate. I didn't even think about it because the hoodwink innate, right? I believe they work.
အဲ့ဟိုပွဲလာပြီ
like a
လားလာတော့မယ်
lower chance of redirecting. Keep that in mind, folks. That could change the game.
Interesting.
အေးကြည့်ရသွားတယ်တိုင်နေရဒီကောင်နေနေနေမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးလား
There you go.
ဘလို့ကြီးအေးကြီးတွေပါရသွား
Oh, Pure's queuing up a Daedalus. There you go. Another one.
When are we getting the rapiers? That's what I want to see.
Yeah, level 25 is going to be a little scary.
I mean, I will also say this is probably one of the moments, that last fight, where Iron Wing were at their strongest. I do think that there's like a part of this that this hits so hard right now. In 20 minutes, it might not.
Yeah, no, the Ags was peak, I think. The Largo Ags with these items on Io was peak.
Oh, good work.
Skeeter, Abba, toss, big hits. How much they have? There's the ulti onto Pure. Seeing if they can bring him low.
Gotta wait with the BKB.
They need to wait it out. Gotta wait it out. There it is.
Oh, Pure show why.
They got him dead for 90 again.
Yeah,
Are now being brought somewhat low. They have the epicenter, but another great save from Crit. Amar walks in with that BKB, doing even more damage.
Yeah, ခံမဖြစ်တော့မှာမနောက်နဲ့နော်ဒီနေထားကြီးနဲ့
He too is in trouble. Falcons flying high, streaming back forward and taking more kills. They're gonna lose.
စနီကင်ခိုးပြနေပြီစနီကင်
33. He's trying to stand tall above all the rest of them. Now Rain will end up dying.
Oh.
Doing good hits. Amar still on him though. And now trying to back away.
Hey, what
Does
have
not want to
ya?
be here anymore, but he died.
Yeah, the damage from the shadow. I think he fought back and activated the poison to ensure he died.
Oh,
Crit gets the kill.
What a sick play as they move in now. Whitemon also going to be brought down.
ခံမပတ်တယ်ဖြစ်နေပါလားအဲ့ crit ကအပြာချောင်းရတော့မယ်နော် crit အပြာချောင်းရအောင်အဲ့ shot ရှိတယ်တကယ် shot ရှိတာဟိုကောင် buff တွေအကုန်ပြက်ပြီအဲ့ clock out genius က
He might only have 2 sites for this game, but they were the most important ones.
Oh,
so sick. And look
at that company.
So now
that's with a buyback. He gained 1,500.
Wow, ပြာချောင်းရပြီပြာချောင်းရပြီ crit က
Oh, jeez. Dude, are they actually going to pull
Damn.
This would be one of the craziest comeback stories.
I know. Like
ever.
Like
4%, we're doubling, baby. We're doubling
exponentially. Like it's over. Like a couple more, and we're so back.
Do you know Fibonacci, motherfucker?
Yeah, that one needs some context, doesn't it? All right, Pure. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna still go for the state? Oh, he's got a satanic. That I think was a pivot. Am I crazy? I believe. No.
No, he had it. He had
that. It just hasn't mattered.
Yep, it does not matter at all.
He's just feeling a little poor. Whew, all right, well, he is still the top net worth. BZM still right after him. Amar been crazy this game. I mean, he is clutch on this Necropos.
He's had a great one.
Very impressive stuff here.
I mean, we say that. You look at the scoreline, 4, 6, and 5, but when it
But that's
hits,
how
when
it
it
matters.
matters.
Oh, GG လား
Crozier, yes.
အောက်တီးလေးပါလေနိုင်လို့ရမှာလား2.6ပဲကြံတယ်ကွာဖဲကောင်က
It was the one thing I was looking at, like,
2.6
during the draft is just like, well, I mean, if they go for the
Okay.
IO Largo, that would be the one thing that would be good. Would be the Crozier on the Necrophos, and then he's actually probably going to get there. That could be wild.
ရင်းကင်းလို့သွားပြီအိုင်က Reaper side ကသူ့ပဲလိုက်ထည့်
Largo just completing the Bloodstone.
Yeah, you need the Crozier.
I mean, these fights have gone well because they've killed the IO, but now if they can
Low
also
B,
kill
low carry.
33, he is dying here to this.
ပြာချောင်းနဲ့ cricket စစ်ကအပြာချောင်းနဲ့ဒါမဲ့လည်းလွတ်တယ်ဟာ
Quite enough.
The breakup here from
Amar was
You
not
are
there.
level
Now
6နဲ့
Amar glimmers, tries to back
ပြန်
out.
သွားမှာပဲအဲ့
If
ဆို
they
ရင်
just retreat here, this is all right. Like
မချောဘူးတ
that
ရီ
was
တွေ
PvP
က
used
plus
by
3ပြီးပွင့်
Largo.
ပြီ
You don't lose anyone on Falcons.
တက်ဖို့တော့မလွယ်သေးဘူးဖြစ်နော်
Did they use
တော့ down
anything
spare
else big on Falcons?
နည်းနည်း
Pango ulti, like, yeah, they're all right. They're hanging out. Roche is back in a minute and a half. ECM 24 and a quarter. Largo also about that.
No matters kills, no matter net worth lead.
No.
Like, it's all being undone.
What about the Sandstorm blind at 25? It's 35%. That could be a decent one. Just to mess up the way they're trying to engage in these fights.
You know the other thing about this that, like, talking about Sand King, like, we're trying to find these things?
They're coming in, dude.
ဝင်ချပြီ
Now
အိုင်ယို
have a toss, caught him, still linked together, but do they have the damage that they need?
ဒီပါဆိုင်အော်ဒီပါဆိုင်တုံးလို့မရသေးဘူးဒါပေမဲ့ BKB ကြီးသွားတာသူက BKB ပြီးရတယ်ဒီပါဆိုင်လာပြီနော်ဒီပါဆိုင်အိုးပြီအိုးဒီတစ်ခေါက်ဆေးပေးထားတယ် Okay.
From the Shadow Demon. So now no Reaper sight. This fight is falling apart, but maybe Skinner with the re-engage. They have enough damage. He's not quite dead yet. Here he goes down. Just barely able to get him, but still it's only Amar off to the side.
What a bushwhack.
And they got him caught and killed. 3 down.
Wow. ပွဲတွေကလုံးဝအချိန်နေတွေပဲ
Insane that fight.
အိုင်ယိုတော့တေသွားတယ်ဒါတော့ save တာတော့ကောင်းနော် save တဲ့ကောင်ပန်ကိုသွားမရှုပ်ထားနိုင်တာကြောင့်လည်းပါတယ်ပေါ့
Crazy fear to protect Pure.
Unifier လည်းမပါဘူးဆိုတော့
Desperately need him when he's getting low. He does eventually die, but it wasted so much more time on Falcons that they lose the engagement because of it. 3-3 getting low on mana as he continues to chase into their base, and that's the buyback from Necromos and Tiny, but they lose crit.
Shadow Demon, die back for him. I don't know if they have enough left in the tank now. They need that SD ulti to make this work. Another roll, though, up from Malrine. Whitemon on the back line. Amar is dropping lower and lower. The BZM, as they burn through the mana, maybe there's something there. It makes them feel a little uncomfortable on Iron Wing.
I mean, there's no IO. You're running out of mana.
It's true.
He's doing some crazy shenanigans with his inventory on Largo. Gross stuff. Delivers himself a Lotus with everything backpacked.
The defusal is definitely MVP.
Yeah, it does a lot of work for these heroes. Super important stuff there, but yeah, very expensive buybacks here for Falcons as their chances have now halved once more to 2%. And the Roche is up and available at the top of the map here. Going to be moving in a minute, so if they want, they have to be a little bit quick here.
Oh, he took the stinger damage. So the thing I was going to say...
I mean, the blind's kind of whatever with their...
စနေပြီတို့ရဲ့ separate ပွဲစနေ
And I mean, we
Lina,
do see
first
the Lina coming out from Liquid, which it can be Mickey or Nisha, but considering there's an Earth Spirit, I know Lina lanes really well against Earth Spirit. So, I mean, for me personally, I'm probably leaning more Nisha here, but
it's good, but it's also a weak laner to ganks, and Earth Spirit thrives off ganks.
Yeah.
Like, you have any support come mid. We saw even earlier today, this matchup happen, and one support comes mid and just kills the Lina. And I can always set up this mid game to just give the Earth Spirit a good kind of boost of gold XP, even if he's struggling in the laning stage. So, yeah, it's good, but I've seen this matchup a lot, and surprisingly, Earth Spirit is actually kind of happy into the Lina.
Yeah. But also, as the game goes on, I feel like once Lina starts getting that Ags and the magic resistant and everything, it's like, yeah, Earth Spirit can roll on her, but she kind of just has this like invulnerability against a lot of Earth Spirit's damage. So I feel like it can be a back and forth matchup for sure.
Yeah, the other big thing for me to quickly say is the Lina, Liquid doesn't have the last pick overall, so the Lina will have to reveal what he's going to go, where the lane's going to go, which means that Team Spirit does have that final opportunity to kind of counter it, either if it's in the safe lane, pick a new off laner, or pick a carry that guaranteed matches up. I'm thinking already of a Spectre for Team Spirit. I know it's very early on in the draft, but it's
how this team drafts. Like
it really goes to their playstyle, right? It's a very good matchup with the Lina and the core pairing with Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit loves another core that can jump in with you.
Yeah,
he hates when he's like he rolls in and then your whole team's like, yo man, like I cannot go 3,000 units in a second. Like you need to back up.
I'm taking you in.
Yeah,
I'm a screen away.
but like when you have a Spectre, this guy just presses Haunt, gives the Earth Spirit full vision to take the fight however he wants, and can just follow up to kill these cores. So I know it's early, but looking for that for
just something to keep in mind.
Potentially a better last pick for them.
they played it 2 times. They played it 2 times from the mid lane, and they also had protection. They played it against Yandex. They played it against Vici Gaming. I feel like Lina needs something. Like, she just can't stand on her own and be like, okay, I'm doing whatever I can, even though she's super tanky. She's maneuverable with the Aghanim Scepter. But they did have Shadow Demon. They also did have Winter Wyvern to give that extra bit of protection. If she gets initiated on, to try to split a fight or give Disruption by a little bit more time so you can maybe get your BKB off. So I would love to see something for Liquid along those lines, something that can, give a secondary life to Lina.
Yeah, you want save or frontline when you have the Lina mid, because she basically plays this every 15 seconds, can kill a hero if you have vision, and can just cut your spells off with the Dagon, with the Ags, the 25 talent, all this stuff. But if you're the one that's having to just cast spells by yourself with nothing in front of you, or you get jumped without a team behind you, you just die. We saw Falcons when they had the Marine Lina, they had a lot of save around him. So he's able to run around the fight, and with all the magic resistance, with the save, it just feels impossible to kill the hero. You can fly over cliffs with the Ags. So I definitely would like, some Tusks, some Winter Wyvern, just anything that kind of delays his death in this game.
This is a Mirana for Spirit opening up the phase. Just nice standard.
It's looked good. I want to say I was not a big fan of it a couple weeks ago.
I was about to say the same thing.
Really?
Yeah, but
Mirana
said, like, we were really hating, like, because there was Mirana.
ခုနောက်ပိုင်း Mirana ပါပဲဘက်တွေကနိုင်နေရများတယ်ဆိုတော့ separate game 3တီးလိုက်ကြရင်ကောင်းမယ်
Like, I'm becoming a fan of
Arrow တွေ
I would say
Arrow တွေ
the more I play
လာတော့မယ်
pubs, the more I've seen it.
ကြာကြောင်း Arrow
It feels a lot more consistent. It used to be kind of the
Wicked
I don't know,
you
doing
allow.
support in pubs, so you just get a bad taste in your mouth because you just Aaron creeps and abandons you. But I think especially with the new Ags build, that the supports are just rushing it. It's a bit greedy, but you can provide so much by just existing with the Moonlight Shadow.
3 win 3 lose กว่า soft support
even arrow fall.
Support 7 win 8 lose အဲ့တော့တပွဲတော့ပူရှုံးထားသေးရပဲ Mirana
Solo kill cores. I've seen it where the Mirana just hits a good
Okay.
arrow core, gets him down to 20%,
Hello, why?
one ram nuke from another hero, and you get a kill.
Hello, why? Yeah, but I don't bet
I
at all.
personally started to warm up to it a lot.
I also think the Mirana.
Vision ရအောင်ပစ်တာလားမသိဘူးဘာလို့ Esprit ကိုလည်းဝင်ဖမ်းလို့မရဘူး Mirana ကိုလည်းဖမ်းလို့မရဘူးအဲ့ Claw က
In addition to
တော့တောင်းချပြီးလို့မရဘူးလေခုံထွက်သွားမှာနှစ်ကောင်လုံးက
That's kind of that go-in hero that you were mentioning with Lina, kind of protects her.
Rocket နဲ့
allows
Vision ကြည့်ဖို့လားပါလား
allows
Allows you to get your spells off.
Yeah, exactly.
And
It's
it
also-
provides the vision.
It's like a pseudo save because he has a BKB.
Which doctor? Yeah, why you been here?
We
were
talked
talking about
about
this.
this.
Which doctor?
We actually did talk about Witch Doctor.
I
Healingကြောင့်
I saw it quite a lot. Like, I think like
Healing လုပ်ဖို့များပစ်နေ
multiple times during
တစ်ခုခုပဲ
PWC as well. And
Base.
this is the hero that just ruins offlaners. Like, you're never gonna be tanky. And having Maledict plus Lina, like, the damage is gonna go through. So whoever gets Maledict is like, I'm noping out. Like, I'm not part of this fight.
And it's the first pick. I definitely kind of like you were saying, it is a bit underrated of a hero, I would say. But the one question mark for it is usually you pick it when you see some like tanky strength offlaner, knowing exactly how the lane's gonna go. And it could be this position where you potentially land into like some Darkseer plus a melee hero, and they just cut your waves in area, which like sure you get this like double cask on the waves, but it doesn't have the same like killing pressure that you'd have laning versus Tidehunter.
That's gotta be a
I
cool
keep
why.
going back to EWC because I've seen good amount of Winch Doctor, and the teams are trying to like, we're picking Viper. Like, we don't want to be laning into this guy, so you end up with the draft that you kind
တူ
of
စီနဲ့ပြတ်မယ်ထင်တာဘယ်လိုလုပ်ပြတ်မလို့ရာတူတို့ကအခုမှလုပ်ပြီးအမှ Nature Prophet တဲ့
and
ဒီပွဲမှာ T-Switch ထည့်ရတော့မှာ
where he's putting quite a lot of pressure on the draft.
ဒီပွဲက T-Switch ထည့်ပြီ
What is the item progression for Witch Doctor more often than not? Like, what's the itemization
I mean,
that you like?
seen different things. Like,
Yeah.
from
That- I was
Blink
gonna say, I've seen,
Dagger,
like,
Holy Locket to amplify
Yeah.
the healing. We've seen like some Spirit Vessels if needed, Glimmer Cape, depending what like he can buy whatever he needs.
But what do you?
Depends on the game.
In this game, I would like depending on how much gold he gets, I think Locket and eventually like a pipe.
Duration
It's a lot of gold for support, but versus Earth Spirit in particular,
Duration
you
over
basically completely offset his ult.
Duration
There's a
over
talent late game too, if it ever gets to that point, that it's like percentage of your health is healed every time, and that just completely kind of shuts off Earth Spirit in the late game. So, but even just Locket plus a pipe, I think is enough, and or if you have a core like a Tidehunter that buys his pipe, I think that just getting a Holy Locket on the Witch Doctor can completely turn the fights around.
Yeah, Glimmer, Guardian Greaves as well. Like you get these items, and especially as you said with the Tidehunter, there's a lot of synergy, and they have protection now. Some of these cores they are lacking a little bit of protection of their own, and then you can pick a Tidehunter like they did in that second game.
Relation over again.
Whole squad.
Yeah, I also really like Tide into Nature's Prophet because, you know, you just put a couple points in Kraken Shell. Treants don't really matter to you. Getting hit by Furion doesn't really matter that much. I mean, obviously, Furion is global teleport. So, you know, if he has an annoying lane, he's just like, I'm just going to go somewhere else and kill other heroes. But I definitely like Tide into that matchup.
Yeah, I think Nature's Prophet is... We talked about Spectre. It's a pseudo Spectre because you have a global TP. So it's like if Earth Spirit's able to come into the fight on the Lina, you find the supports, he can always TP into this backline, has a BKB, can kill the heroes, and it's a much better blind pick. And kind of like we said, since they have this overall last pick, they guaranteed get to know where the Lina's going, whether it's safe lane, whether it's mid, and with having this Witch Doctor potential as the pause 5.
Post 4ပဲသွားဖို့များတယ်ဘာလို့ဒီကောင်အပြာကြောင်ရအောင်လို့
I think Axe could be good because he can cut. He's very good against Tidehunter.
ဟွာစပစ်ပေးမှာကွာလက်စကားအဲ့လောက်မလိုဘူးလေမရနာဓာတ်ကအပြာကြောင်ပြီးရင်အဲ့လိုနောက်ပိုင်းကျရင်
It's good against Lina as well.
လေဝတင်နိုင်ပါထည့်ပြီးတော့တကောင်နဲ့ဖမ်းတာတွေပါလုပ်လို့ရတယ်အများကြီးလုပ်လို့ရတယ်
click damage.
ဒီကတော့အပြာကြောင်ရအောင်
and they also don't have many abilities that go through like BKB, which is his core item after he picks up Blade Mail Blink.
I definitely think that the magic damage Lina surprisingly does, maybe not surprising, but does a lot of physical damage. So even with no items, just getting that 10 talent plus the stacks of Fiery Soul makes it so Axe solo kills you if you're at 7 stacks. So I definitely like it. It would need to be mostly finding a way out of the laning stage. That's always my big concern with Axe versus Witch Doctor. Like that's like probably one of the oldest just counter pick matchups, like 1-to-1 of Witch Doctor Axe.
Separate က offlane ပါထွက်လာတော့လေ။မရှိတော့ဘူး။ Okay တိုက်ဟန်တာကိုနိုင်မယ်တင်မစော
make it out of the lanes.
I mean, is there really any hero you want to be playing against Witch Doctor other than Darkseer?
တင်မစောတော်တော်ကျန်သွားပြီ separate ထည့်လို့ရတယ်
Maybe like
တင်မစောဆိုရင်
Okay.
Not versus this game, not versus the Tidehunter, but that's the hard part. I think that Tide and Witch Doctor both fix each other's problems, and then I mean, depending on whether this Lina's carry or mid, also potentially fix some of their problems. So, as of now, Liquid's draft looks really well-rounded.
Please.
I think for me, this pick for Liquid's not as important. I think to know whether I like Spirit's draft is on Collapse's hero. I think if they find some offlaner that looks good in the lane, looks good for what they need. It's
okay.
Okay. Like it's one of the better matchups against Nature's Prophet because like he TPs in, you have this global vision as well, and there's going to be a lot of vision coming up from them. You have this Lina, you have Clockwork with the rockets, Tidehunter kind of in the front, and Spectre.
I mean,
but on that lane,
this is a real good Viper game, right? Like you have break for
Viper လည်းမဆိုးတာ Viper တော့လေးွားမယ်
Witch Doctor, like
Viper ဆိုရင်လေးနဲ့
you just kill the Witch
Doctor.
Exactly.
တိုင်လို့လား
I like it. It doesn't really feel so much like Collapse here to me. Like when I think of him, I think of more a team fight, like the Centaur, Mars, Slardars kind of vibe, and I even think the Slardars not too bad here, pairing with the Nature's Prophet.
Slardar got.
Death Prophet, why you know?
I was thinking
Death Prophet because going through the hero list, and I think this hero also has.
Ali ပြန်တက်မှာ
လား ဘာကြီးတော့ I feel like this hero has.
Death Prophet နဲ့ဆို Ali တော့တက်နိုင်တယ်
small buffs that people have been sleeping on. Tried it a couple of times and it felt good. Every time I played it, I feel like this is also one of the old school classic counters to what Tidehunter wants to do. With the Spirit Siphon Exorcism, you just run him down with the BKB. Multiple options that you can go with the itemization as well. And in the lane, I think this the range hero playing into Witch Doctor.
Yeah, and also
အဲ့ development pick က lane မှာတာလောက်တယ်တာမှာစပတာဘာလို့လို့မရဘူးအဲ့တော့ lane မှာဆောင်းတာသွားပြီးတော့တရေနဲ့တာဝါချိုးဘာညာ
very oppressive ability in the lane that like makes you never want to approach creep waves, but Death Prophet is one of those heroes that can approach creep
waves. ဝင်ကြိုက်တ
တယ်
ကွာဒီဝဲ Spirit ဝင်တီးပြီ
I do worry a bit for
Vision over plus Spirit win.
A lot of it's on the Earth Spirit and the Tusk. They have to
Let's
do
go.
pretty much all the work, the arrow setup. It's like, yeah, go roll on an Earth Spear, and then I'll arrow off it. I
promise,
got
bro,
you.
it'll land.
Like, I got you, man. So
ဘာလို့
it
နေချာ
definitely for me
prophet
team
စင်း
spirits
စင်းလာ
that
ပြီး
tempo
ပြစ်မာ
draft,
တယ်ဗာနဲ့ဆိုရင်
which
ဟိုကောင်လေးထွက်
they're
ပြေး
good
ရ
at,
မြေ
but
တော့
their
တိတ်
tempo
မရှိ
I
တော့
think is more the mid game. It's not so much on average like the Death Prophet tempo, but they do have the perfect carry to match that tempo of the Death Prophet, right? You have this guy who's going to exorcism, take the towers. You have Yatoro who's going to be able to TP and do it. Earth Spirit's going to be follow up. So I think if they kind of hit all their timings, I actually do really like the Team Spirit draft.
And Lacoste, do you want to quickly put it out? Liquid, Spirit, it's game 3.
I think I'm gonna give a slight edge to Spirit. Like we've seen 2 very one-sided games that did go on for like relatively long time, but I think this one's gonna be the most even out of the 3.
And I'm already just going to assume Monks is going for Liquid here because he loves the Tide, so I won't even let him speak on this one there. I'll just say it for you as we're going into this game 3. The winner comes out on top. A 3-0 team for that group. It's with Sunspin and Syndrome.
Thank you very much indeed. Game 3 it is. 2 stomps so far for each respective team. Will it be even, Cinderin?
It'll be closer than any of the previous 2 games, which is, I guess, not.
That's not saying much.
That's not saying much indeed. I do think this time around, though, I mean, first of all, we've changed the carry away from Luna. Not that either of the previous games per se was Luna's fault, but
she was in those games, so it is her fault.
That's right. That's how it works. No, I think the
အပရစ်ကိုအားပေးလိုက်ကြဆိုအပီကူလိုနိုတေးတို့ခစ်ကလို့အောက်ထွက်ကြမျိုးရှိသေးလား
because Spirit run them over so Prophet and
အဲ့လောက်တော့ဟိုမဖြစ်တော့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့
the death
ခစ်ကမတူတော့ hero တွေကဆောင်း balance အလောက်ခံရတော့
it's cool to see Death
အဲ့လိုပွဲမစားခင်တည်းက out trap သွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့ဟာမျိုးကတော့မရှိတော့ last bit တွေမှာ out trap flight တာတွေတော့ရှိတော့မယ်ဒါကတော့ဒူတာပုံစံအရရှိတော့မယ်ပေါ့နော်
best heroes you can pick against Tidehunter in my opinion
balance တွေဖြစ်လာပြီလေ hero တွေက balance မဖြစ်လဲဖြစ်အောင်လို့လုပ်နေကြတာဟုတ်သိရမလား
that does not get reduced by crack
မဖြစ်လဲရော့မင်း nerf မင်း nerf နင်း nerf ဆိုတော့မှ3កောင်လောက် nerf အဲ့လိုမျိုးဂိုင်းဝဲတဝဲပြီးတိုင်းလက်ရှိသုံးနေတဲ့ကောင်တွေကို nerf တာဆိုတော့
I love watching teams play Prophet with heroes that want to push. It gives him an incentive to get an active from the carry role and move toward enemy towers to take objectives like the Tormentor, like Roche. And in my personal opinion, I think Prophet is Nature's Prophet, that is criminally underpicked this tournament. I think this hero is S tier.
S tier,
really strong. In the absence of, let's say, Shadow Fiend, Lone Druid, and Drow, I personally think this might be, for me, the most well-rounded carry hero right now. It has very strong laning since they've buffed Nature's Call. People actually skilling this in lane it makes Prophet lose basically no lanes. He can win every single lane because he can join wherever you need help. He can itemize in different fashions and farms really fast. He is
ဒါ aspect ကလည်း rotation လုံးမှာ nature prophet ဆင်းမှာနဲ့ the prophet ဖြစ်တဲ့အားနဲ့ဆိုရင်ဟိုကောင်လေး
I'm excited because this draft
game 1လိုမျိုးပဲလို့မခံနိုင်လောက်ဘူးထင်တာနော်
every other draft we've seen at this tournament.
No, I wish out that big ကိုတိတ်နားမလဲ
like the supporting cast is totally different.
wish out that big ကဘာလို့ဖို့ပစ်လိုက်တာလဲပေါ့နော်
even Clockwork you were expecting this to be more of a mainstay.
aspect အဲ့လို magnetize တွေနဲ့ damage တွေထုတ်လို့ရှိရင်အဲ့လိုအမွှေးတိုင်းထောင်ပြီးတော့ healing လုပ်ဖို့လားဒါပဲရှိတယ်
You talked about
navigate လုပ်ဖို့ပေါ့နော်
which is the Earth Spirit and of course on the other side otherwise other than Tusk of course
အတွေးချင်းအဲ့ဒါတော့ဖြစ်နိုင်တယ်
everything is kind of
wish out that healing up
which is nice
အဲ့လိုမျိုးဖြည်းဖြည်းချင်းဝင်တဲ့
survive the dragon
damage type တွေကိုနိုင်တယ်ကွာ
but in terms of the Death Prophet to talk about that a bit we've seen some stinkers from this here in the last couple of years but I will if and a lot of those come down to the teams not wanting to push for some reason. It's like, why pick this hero then?
Dobson Ricky,
that does sound pretty cool.
I'm very curious to see his itemization. I think Death Prophet is one of the offlane heroes that has the biggest variety of builds. In the past, sometimes we've seen Death Prophet even go something like Greaves. Currently, he's queuing up Phase Boots. You can go an Aura type build. You can get Blink Dagger early. You can go Octarine Core to have ulti more frequently. Sometimes you get BKB. Sometimes you get Kaya Sanj. There is plenty of options. Shiva is a feels good item in all of those builds. I think this is the type of game where you want BKB on your Death Prophet as like third item. Just looking at the threats, because this hero by nature is an equilibrium hero. You want to take damage, but not so much that you can't out heal it. It's not ideal if you
လိန်နေမှာ
pose
လဲ
enough
ကွ
of
တ်တ
a
ယ်နော်
threat,
တီးလင်းလေး
however.
နဲ့
So you also
အဲ့
want
ဒါ
to
တော့
have
တော်တော်ကုန်တယ်
mobility
ဒါပေမဲ့
items
စပတ်တာ
to really get in there and use siphon
ခင်းနေ
and
ကောင်း
Nexus
အောင်လို့
as
နောက်
well
ကနေပြီးတော့တီးလင်းလေး
That's
လုပ်
the
လို့ရ
natural part of why you get phase boots. It's
အ
also
ဒီပွဲ
big
မိ
part
ခေ
why you
အ
often
ပြည့်
see
စော်ပြီးမှ
walls,
လားမသိ
because it's a multi-purpose item, gives you
အဲ့
mana
တော့ share
regen,
တွေ
move
ပါ
speed,
တဲ့နေ
and
သူ
of
လိုက်
course
ချ
the
ပေး
ability
ပြီး
to set
တော့
up your silence
တကယ်
reliably.
ဖမ်းပြီးစော့မဲ့ကယ်ရီက
I'll
လီ
keep an
နာ
eye
များ
on
ဖြစ်မလား
Collapse's build. I think it's very telling
ကြည့်ရ
of
မှာပဲ
how
ဘာလို့သူလည်းဖမ်း
Spirit
လီနာလည်းဖမ်း
interpret
နှစ်ကောင်
the
လုံး
game
ဖမ်းဆိုရင်အရိုက်ခံရမှာ
that we're in. And I agree.
မိခေက
play fast.
အဲ့တော့ share တို့ရာရှာလောက်နဲ့လိုက်ချဒါမှမဟုတ်လေ blame မေးတို့ပါတို့ဒီပွဲစပတ်တာ blame မေးကောင်းတယ်နော်
As of, I mean, when did they change Shadow Step to be
တရေကြိုက်တာဟို stop နှိပ်လို့မရဘူးတရေကြိုက်တာ
Will be first blooded by
nice Yatoro first blood
Kraken Shell not
let's
enough
go
to survive there.
Tag team can offset
နော်နှစ်ချက်ကွက်ဖြစ်ကွာ sprint 9 duration over ပြီးသွားပြီ
I
နှစ်ချက်
don't
ကွက်
remember exactly when it was changed. It's somewhat recent.
ဒီနေ့အိတ်နေလို့ရပြီ
We maybe have cast 1 or 2 games at most, but what do you think has changed?
အကြောက်တာအဲ့စပတ်တာ blame မေးဆက်ပြီးတော့အတင်းလိုက်ချတာတော့ကြောက်ရတယ်ဒါ prophet ကိုဟာနဲ့ကိုပြန်နာဖို့များတယ်အဲ့ချိန်ကျရင်
It has
ဒါ prophet တို့ aspect တို့ကအဲ့ blame မေး
which is
တဲ့
crazy
တိတ်မ
strong
ခံနိုင်
because
ကြ
now you don't need to put skill points into that. So now you actually have an
ပြီးရင်
ability
dispersion
that
ရောဆိုတော့
connects
သိရ
you
မှာ
to an enemy hero in the lane, and then you inherently have Desolate. So yeah, just that's pretty much it. It's a much better laner, which makes it more pickable. I'm surprised we've only seen it 3 times so far this year. This is going to be picked more, especially as we get to the main event. A lot of the time, teams pick. You see this trend of looking more and more towards safer and heavier late game and team fight, and Spectre is just, especially if 1 or 2 of the Chinese teams make the top 8, that region has always favored this hero more than the Western scene, I would say.
What's the build these days? So typically you would go earn into either Radiance or, if you want to go back further, Diffusal.
Yeah, it's earn Radiance most of the time. Treads earn Radiance, I think, will be
It does feel weird that when Radiance, like right now, Radiance is really good. Typically that means Spectre should be really good, but we're not seeing it that often. Why do you think that is?
I just think the hero is really good. So I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know
why do the pros disagree with you? Is really the question.
I mean, I-
Foxy
ပြီးတော့နောက်တစ်ခေါက်ထပ်ရှော့ရပြီ Yatoro ဖိနေတယ်
I
ကောင်း
wonder
နေ
if
ရိုက်
it's
ခံရ
just
တော့မယ်
struggling a bit too much in the laning phase.
Yatoro က game 2တော့တမင်တကာကိုပြန်ပေးထားတာကွာရော့မင်းတို့ယူလိုက်ဆိုပြီးတော့ငါတို့လည်း map over တီးထားတာဆိုပြီးတော့တဲ့
Like we've had, if you
Game
compare
3
this
က
to
သူ့
the
ရဲ့
Spectre of
အန်
old
ထက်
from a couple of years ago,
တ
I think
တိုင်
its
ပြန်
laning
ဆော့
is
ပြတော့မယ်
so much better, and its late game isn't
ဒီပွဲဆော့
significantly
ခြင်း
worse.
သူ
I
အန်
mean,
တက်
you
တောင်
don't
တ
have
ကယ်ဆော့
Shadow
လို့
Step
ရ
as
တယ်
the
နော်
ult, which made for
တောင်
a
နိုင်
much
ရှား
more
နိုင်
global
ရန်
game
ဝင်
that we
လုံး
saw
တဲ့
more
ကောင်မပေါ့
frequently.
ကလောဝိုက် who shot တစ်ခု
That
ပဲ
was kind of stupid. to
Ari
do
game
there.
ပိုက်လေး
Yeah,
တွန်းလိုက်
that
ပြီး
was
သွား
probably when
easy
Spectre peaked in the last
The
couple of
ports
years.
would just die anytime they showed anywhere.
Yeah.
As
Oh.
okay, Anisha making use of
Laguna.
that Laguna blade to decapitate Rue.
Send him packing.
LSA မယူထားဘူးကွာ
But yeah,
Level
အစင်မမ
advantage
တင်
in
တာ
the
ဘူး
lane.
LSA
with the average game time in this tournament and how the flow of the games have been, I think this is the single most surprising pick rate out of any hero in the pool. Is actually Spectre only being picked 3 times.
Yeah. It's always been a late game monster.
I guess part of it is because we have these, like, let's say 4 or 5 carries that are just too good, right? And if they get through, you just can't justify not picking Shadow Fiend, for example.
When there's a case available.
You're always picking Shadow Fiend. You're almost always seeing a Drow or Lone Druid seems to be still be favored by a lot of teams.
Ajay le,
But when all
separate-
of those are out and you get further down the
separate
pool, this
game
hero, I
3.
think, starts becoming really appealing. And I also think not all teams play Kez, I think. There's still some players that just don't
Well,
haven't
they're not
mastered
going to get far in the tournament.
I don't know how crazy Kez is without the Slark. If it's like...
I mean, it's definitely good still.
It's still good, but it's not... To the extent that we just watched in Game 1, it's not on that level.
What is... So talk to me about the Witch Doctor, because this is another hero that we're not seeing a ton of right now. Maledict level 3. Normally I feel like the times that we see it the most are against the Tide. 'Cause
True.
You can't crack and shell off the Maledict, or you can't dispel it rather. Yatoro admitting that
Yeah, it's
they will
over.
be losing this game.
Pausing, saying loss, and then disconnecting is actually really funny without context. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's probably a similar story with, all right, we have depleted the pool of other heroes we want to play. I don't see a specific reason for running Witch Doctor unless they were already planning if you had in the back of your mind, hey, we're picking Witch Doctors to set up for a specific type of lane carry that really benefits from the heal or from Maledict, then I get it. But the heroes they saw at the time, I don't think Witch Doctor is particularly great against Mirana or Earth Spirit, for that matter.
Dina, damn level 2 မှာမရှိတာပြီးတယ်ကွာဒါမဲ့
and that is going to be the death of the Death Prophet, although the Spirit Siphon keeping him alive a little bit longer. Just too much burst damage from Nisha.
မတန်းတော့မလို့ဘန်းဘန်းဘန်းဆိုရှော့
I think a big part of it actually is Voodoo Restoration against Magnetize. That does sound really good to me.
Yeah.
If you go 1-4-4 perhaps, which we have seen some players do, that could be a kind of interesting solution to that issue. Also because as long as you have it running, it can't get silenced off of you, so you just need to have it toggled on, and then...
It's interesting.
Maybe it's decent.
As
it feels like...
That would be pretty good against the Dire lineup.
Duration over
physical damage, though, from Spirit.
Yeah. It's a bit more of a mix.
But I would say, based on the games that we have seen, this is not enough magic damage from the whole lineup to justify a fight. But I feel like just an Earth Spirit.
အော်မိခဲ့ဘလိမင်းနဲ့လိုက်မချဘူးကွာ Radiant fan ဦးမှာအဲ့ဆိုရင်နှစ်ကောင် fan ဖြစ်မှာနော်ဒီကောင်လေး စပတာလည်း fan လီနာလည်း fan ဖြစ်တော့မယ်အဲ့
Obviously Mirana has a lot of magic damage.
အဲ့လို fan ကြီးကမကောင်းလားလို့
Decent portion of magic damage. Obviously Exo you're not going to block, but the other two abilities, I think it's good enough, specifically when you have Tide. This hero I would say is one of the single best buyers of the item. So I wouldn't mind it.
Mickey on the Spectre.
Liquid have to be wary about bottom now, by the way.
And Boxy is going to die in the mid lane. Spectre working on the Radiance now, so Earn online.
ပြီးတရေတွေစားကြိုက်ပြီးတာဝါပထမအောင်တစ်လုံးအဲ့မှာစပတာအဲ့
already conceded the tower.
အောက်မှာဆက်ဖန်းနေဘူးကမဖြစ်နိုင်တော့
They know Prophet can TP in from
ပြီးအဲ့အောက်ချန်ကလေးမှာဝက်လေးတစ်ဝက်လောက်ထောင်ထားလိုက်ဝက်သိမ်းမှာဟာရအပေါ်မှာဒါတူတူလုံးနေအောင်မဟုတ်ဘူးကအလဲမှာဝိုင်းလောက်တာ Aspect ကိုဝိုင်းလောက်တာ
That is a very big kill for Liquid.
Some early boots of travels on
အောက်တာဝါတော့ရပြီ
Will be at the cost of tier 1 like you said in that bot side. Yeah, you're right. Boots of travel.
လီနာရဲ့နောက်ဘောကတော့လိုက်နေတယ်ကွာရာတူတူနဲ့တိတ်မကွာဘူး level လည်းများတယ်ကွာ
typical pick up.
နီရှာ level 9နဲ့သူတယောက်တည်း9ဖြစ်နေကြည့်ပါဦးကျန်တဲ့ကောင်ပါအိတ်ပဲရှိတယ်
specialist array is
အိတ်တော့ဝက်ပဲရှိသေးတယ်သူက9ကျော်နေ
Unfortunate. Brew is going to find his way to the Witch
Arrow
Doctor.
oh ရှောင်းကအလားလေးပဲ
Arrow, though, the Starstorm's going to rip him a new one. Brew though will be the trade of supports.
Got any more connection?
Ace actually makes his way over as well.
His way over, yeah.
Not me being forced out. A little bit of vision now with that rocket flare in the tree line. Cannot get away, so Nisha does secure
Nisha
his
is scary.
Yeah, this hero was banned previously against Nisha in this series. Gets his hands on it this time. You got to pick your poison at this level. The players have so many signature heroes, and Lina was the choice this time around, and like the panel was talking about, Prophet is an interesting solution to her, but it's contingent on Earth Spirit or Tusk connecting in the first place. There's nothing else really threatening Nisha, and it's going to get a lot trickier once Nisha gets Ags, because then he can fly out of the shards. Yeah.
Nisha imagine that song
on Laurel again, but at least not as much as
ကာယ
last
သွား
game.
ဖို့လုပ်နေရလားအပြာကြောင်းလားတော့မသိ
He
ဘူး
didn't pop off in the first 15-20 minutes.
You
That
went
game was
magic လည်းမဆိုးပါ
How
ဘူး
many games have we
စ
seen
ပ
when
တာ
Earth Spirit
လုံလောက်တော့လုံလောက်နေ
feels like they always
အခု
contribute.
physical ဆော့နေလဲရတာဝါတကယ်ချိုးပေးရမှာဒီနာကွာစပတာတာဝါချိုးတဲ့ hero မဟုတ်အဲ့တော့ဒီကောင်အေးနှစ်ကောင်မူးပေးထားတယ်နီရှာဟုတ်တယ်ဟာ arrow မထီဘူး
Nisha's going to turn this around, trying to go high ground. The Moonlight Shadow kicks in, though. Do they have the vision? They don't need it when the attacks come from Spirit. Last right click was enough, it seems.
နောက်ဆုံး maximum damage သွားမှန်လာလားမသိဘူးတော်တော်ကိတ်သွား
My eyes immediately went to the minimap to check. In the Dire triangle, the Dire have placed a ward themselves, so they can see the
spare sequence တွေကသွားလာတယ်
This is why the Wrath of Nature did so much damage. They're effectively generating additional bounce targets. That was that was super hard.
As Root will be falling.
မိခဲက hero key ရပါပြီအဲ့ဘာလို့လဲမိခဲကနော်သူကလည်းသူ
that Lina won.
မွနေရမယ်ကောင် hero key လေးသွားပေးသလိုဖြစ်နေပြီ
Wrath of Nature do? Was that 400? 300?
ဖြစ်နိုင်အဲ့ကောင် hero game မပေးတာကောင်းတယ်
Well, it
စပတ်
starts
တာ
at
ကသိတဲ့အတိုင်းပဲ
125. It needs to bounce a lot of times to get to 300.
So it becomes a crit
PS
storm.
win plus
They
KO
say
ပါတဲ့
Ravage
အေး
comes down
ပုံမှာ
onto
လုံးပြီး
Yotoro. TPs are coming.
လုံးပါအောင်
They're
ကဲ
trying
ကြ
to
ပါအောင်
assist.
ကဲကြပါအောင်
Yotoro's
တိုင်းလို့
taking too much
အော်
damage.
မရဘူးဟေ
Will they be
း
able to get anything out of this?
Oh, I missed the roll.
And Spectre Mickey gets canceled.
Understand why.
Apparently, they're going to drop the ace
What?
side as well.
အော် arrow
Not
နဲ့
sure what
arrow နဲ့
canceled
stand
that.
ပါ
Candle, huh?
arrow နဲ့ stand
That
ပါ
was an arrow, apparently.
Was it a melee range arrow or what that I didn't see?
Yeah, I guess so.
ဟိုအဲ့ဆိုတော့1 for 2 trade ကတော့တန်
Really hard, by the way. I
အော်
wish I
နှစ်
had
ကောင်
that
တစ်ကောင်
video.
Oh yeah, that would be.
နှစ်ကောင်တစ်ကောင် trade
Mid tower though, on the menu for it.
ရှိမြစပယ်သုံးပြီးတော့ဝင်တက်သွားဆိုတော့တေးပြီးရမှာပဲကွာတိရ
know if they can really stop this push top. Rue has a full health pool to work with to tank.
I have to say, 2 Exos, 2 towers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And a dead
Successful
Boxy.
here. Boxy does
ဒီနာအဲ့လိုပေါ်တယ်ကြီးတွေ
This is
အော
where
က်ထောက်ပြီး
Death
ပြေး
Prophet
နေတယ်
feels
အဆင်မပြေ
like
ဘူး
a strong hero. They're able to get these early engagements.
We were talking about item build. He went Yules, and now he's going Kaya, and then BKB, and then I'm assuming Kaya Sanj.
And Laurel. Ace is going to
ဝို
show
င်းလုံး
up
ပြီး
in
Ravi
his
မရှိ
own
ဘူး Ravi မရှိဘူး
triangle.
ဆိုပြီးဝင်လုံးတာ
As you can see,
ကျောင်းဒီမှာစပယ်
Yotoro
မရှိဘူး
blade
ရာတူတို့
comes
ကအနောက်ထဲကို
out.
ဆင်းသွားတယ်
Who's
အ
gonna
မ
be the
လေး
first to
သူ
drop
ကိုယ်သူ
this off? Ace
သူ
attempting
ကိုယ်သူ
to
စေတန်း
pursue
တွေ
the
ပါ
division
ပါတယ်များ
now.
ထင်နေလားမသိဘူး
Thus,
တွေးရအောင်မ
too
ကို
late
င်း
to
သွားပြီ
find the core on the outskirts.
Ravi မရှိတိုင်းသာအဲ့လိုဝင်အကုန်ရှော့ကုန်မှာဗော ဟူရှော့ရှိသေးတယ်အကောင်းကောင်းတယ် light block ပေးထားအဲ့တော့တကယ်ကောင်းတာနော်ဘောင်စီကဟူရှော့ light သုံးနေတာအဲ့ဒါကိုရာတူရိုခရီကလုံးဝ micro ဆောင်းရမ်းကောင်းတယ်ဟို
Shadow, they want to steal the wisdom.
well play
Labs will show up. Boxy
Hey.
inside his own cogs. Ace on
ဘောင်
the
စီ
high
ရှော့ပြီ
ground.
ဒီဘက်မှာ
Yotoro shows up though, and they're gonna get that snowball surprise. Ace takes the tumble. Right click's coming now from afar. Yotoro
ဒီ
is
ရှားပါ
showing
သေးဘူးများ
hand.
အိုးရစပတာပါရောက်လာ
Little trouble. Nisha, the cover is here too. Has to go towards his triangle now, trying to attempt to get away from these 4 members of Spirit, but the Yules
Oh.
keeps them in place, and he gets
Ah,
arrowed
really?
and killed off. Double kill for Laurel as 4
Very
perish
good.
on Liquid side.
very good Ravi မရှိဘူးဆိုတာနဲ့တီးတာတီးတာဆိုတော့အဲ့လိုတန်ငယ်လေးတွေ triangle လေးတွေဝင်တီး liquid ကမားလည်းပါပါတယ်ဒီကောင်းလေးစပယ်မရှိဘဲနဲ့အတင်းပြန်ချ
It's been a stomp after stomp alternating, so
Yeah, cursed that one as well, saying this one was going to be a closer game.
to be fair, Spirit, this does feel like
ရပြီရပြီ sprint နိုင်ရမဆိုးဗျာအဲ့စတက်တွေပါစားရတာ good တယ် good share
into these early
နည်းနည်းလေးခဏ short ပေးလိုက်တော့ short ပေးလိုက်တော့ duration over ပါရကျင်လို့ အဲ့ခဏတော့ short ပေးလိုက်ပါဦး
push these towers. You got Earth
ပြန်တော့မင်းတို့ကောင်းလေး
just
နောက်ကစစ်ကေတာဝိုင်းဆိုတာမဆိုး
a
ပြ
good
စ်ဖြစ်
peak
သွား
for
တယ်
them.
အဲ့ဒါလေအပြာချောင်း first side တန်သွားနေတာဆိုတော့ defensive က
And this, of course, is the downside to Spectre.
ကြည့်တော့ရှိတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒီဘက်မှာ Dragon Slave မှုတ်မယ်
doesn't offer
ရေ
much
ဖြန်းမယ်
this
ဆိုရင်
early
တော့
on when
defensive
Hawks
ကတော့
on
ရှိတော့
cooldown.
ရှိတယ်
But I would argue there's a lot of carries that play
ဒီ
like
ခဲ
this
တဲ့
in
ဒီမှာ
mid-game,
reading အောင်
where
တဖြည်း
you
ဖြည်း
kinda
တော့
just
ချင်းကပ်လာပြီ
AFK
ပေါ့
for 15 minutes off on your own in the jungle farming. His radiance is about 1500 away.
Yes,
So
let's check
look
what
at
Pandi
something
Beja
like
ba, please.
18, 19 minutes for Mickey, which is pretty slow.
ရာတူတို့နောက်ဝမီ
Having
ဖို့
the
တော့မ
best
လွယ်
of
တော့
times
ဟိုကဖန်ပြီ
this
တ
game,
မန်
and
လုံးပတ်
that
ဖ
is
န်
again
ကြာ
credit
ရွယ်
to Spirit putting all this pressure. He only has a single death, but they're just forcing the issue so much.
Nisha. They get a little bit of vision thanks to the Essence Distiller. Arrow does hit, and that is enough. Nisha down and out again. Spirit in the driver's seat.
Essence Distiller is so good for Earth Spirit to play with. He doesn't have it himself, obviously. He has the vessel, but Marana with the Distiller. If Earth Spirit can track heroes through fog, it's just such a crazy hero given its reach and everything.
Yeah, that is true.
And Yotoro is
monstrous.
Yeah, this is just genuinely for me. This feels like every top-tier Prophet game I watch goes like this for himself. Then it's a matter of whether he wins the game or not. We'll see, but this is why I love the hero so much.
Arrow.
Like wins its lane, farms
Try not
super
try
fast,
mare.
joins fights, does a ton of damage.
No, they have
အာယောင်အေး
again, the Essence
ကောင်းတယ်
Distiller
နောက်တစ်ချိန်
is
ထပ်ဝင်တဲ့အချိန်
setting it
မှာ
up.
ရှော့
The Walrus punch to finish the job. And Mickey, did he buy the Sacred Relic at the very least?
Yeah, he has
Okay. So not a ton of gold loss.
အာယောင်
But
duration
still,
မ over တော့ဘူးလား
Look at this. Already a tier
သူ
2.
တီးနေပြီတီတူးကျုံး
Likely
ပြီ
to be taken out in favor of Spirit.
ပေါ်မှာထပ်ပြီးတော့
17
လီနာကို
minutes
သွား
tier 2.
နှိုက်ဖို့ကြိုးစားနေရလား
And even though Prophet isn't the best Roshan hero, they can still go for that very soon as well with Exo.
To get aggressive, gets the
Okay.
silence onto the Lina, collapsing nearby, gets
Laguna.
another silence on top. As Yatoro
Laguna
jumps in, they
Badu
kill
Yato
off
Ro
Nisha
Tore.
easily despite the Laguna Blade being used.
Now we.
They'll find a lowly tofu as well. Man, oh
ဟောဒီတော့ spray win လေးထပ်ထည့်လိုက်လို့နည်းနည်းကာဗာဖြစ် duration ကအန်တာဝါပြီလားမသိဘူးဒီလောက်ဆို
Boxy's going to be spotted.
ဘလိုကြီးတွေသေနေရဒုံလို့
Gets off the hook shot though, will live.
ဘလိုကြီးတွေသေနေကြတာဒုံ
This is a very awkward time span now for Liquid with this early game
ထက်
going
ကောင်တွေ
long.
ကေးနေတာလည်းမိုင်းတော့အနေကိုပြန်သေပြီးကြောက်
Kind of
ပြန်မ
doesn't
သေလောက်တော့ဘူး
anyone
ဟိုကောင်
to
တွေက
play
လုံးဝ
with. So he's kind of just
ဖိချက်တွေ
gonna be stuck farming.
အခုဒီကောင်လေး
with
တိ
Ash.
သွား
I
လောက်
mean,
ပြီပါ
it's
သ
the
လား
worst thing
ဘာ
of
ဖြစ်
all,
ယူအ
but
ရန်
perhaps
ဖုံမ
the
သုံးဖို့
fights that Spirit are forcing on you did demand a pipe.
မဟုတ်ရင် rabbit တစ်ချက်သုံးဗတဲ့တစ်ခေါက်လာဆိုင်ခံရအဲ့လိုဖြစ်နေဒီကောင်လေးသူ rabbit ယူကင်တာမသုံးတော့
That's
ဘူး
the
ကွာ
thing about Lina when you play her mid and go this build. If she does get caught, she doesn't have much to fend for herself with. So maybe something like a pipe could be a big help. Instead, every time Earth Spirit connects on Nisha, every time Tusk does, you know that Prophet's coming in and it's a kill.
Yeah, Ace is the top net worth on Liquid right now.
collapse လည်းဖတ်တယ် collapse
Fortunately for them, Spectre
No,
is
what
one of the
do they
best
have,
heroes in Dota history at coming back from these types of deficits. They are going to have to find a good fight once they get the
အဲ
Radiance.
မြင်သွားပြီ
Not me in the tree line. Spotted.
Freebie.
Arrow does hit Mickey. Attempted TP, but the Shadow Step and the Dragon Slave. So Nisha getting something to go his way for once.
Yeah, he wanted to try to give the kill to Spectre, but it got too close.
Feels like after his kill, was he 5-0 to start the game?
Yeah.
7-4 now.
Yep.
radiant ရပြီ okay
So until the kill he just got, he went
တစ်
1
ခု
and 4
ကောင်းတာ
after
ဒီ
being
တစ်ခေါက်
5-0, not a mid game.
off lane อ่ะ
Receiver
ဟိုကမပါဘူး
But that's the
ပြစ်ဘက်မှာဟိုဟာ utility ဟိုလိုမျိုး ပိုက်တွေပါတွေထည့်ထားမျိုးမရှိဘူးအဲ့တော့ radiant banning damage တွေသိရမလား Lina damage တွေကစာတော့စာ
If you
မှာ
go back through this game as Liquid and you look at the replay, maybe there was some
တပ်လာတာတိုင်းရတာလည်းတကယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ပိုက်ထည့်ပေးသင့်တယ်
important that they protect
အဲ့
Nisha.
Astrid
You can see they're
စ
starting
ပယ်
to play that
damage
way
တွေ
more now.
ကားတယ်ဘာ
But
ပြော
in my eyes, looking at
ဒီ
their
ဘက်ထည့်တင်တယ်ပြန်ပြီးတော့အပြာချောင်းပိုက်ဒါမှမဟုတ်လဲ
duty for the
အ
majority
ပြာချောင်း
of
ဓာတ်ကာအ
the
ရင်
10 to
သွား
20
ပြီးရင်
minute
ပိုက်ပြန်
span.
သွားပြီးဒါ
Because
မျိုး
who
လုပ်
else
သ
would
င့်တ
you
ယ်
play with? Tide offers no kills.
လောက်တာ
for you.
လုပ်သင့်တယ်
You're not protecting Spectre, most likely. Rather, if you're playing with Lina, you actually give yourself the opportunity of
ဟိုက
making
သူက
counter
နေနေရ
plays
ဆို
where
တော့ team
they go
fight က
under,
အဲ့လို
you hook
idea
shot
အနေနဲ့မှာ
off,
ပဲ
and maybe you find
ခံ
a
ဖက်
kill or two.
ညအမွေးတိုင်းလေးထုံး
And if she does
ဒါ
get
ကတော့
the
ရ
fastest,
သွားပြီ
if you're
နောက်တစ်ခါ
protecting
ဘာသွားမလဲ
Spectre,
ကြည့်ရ
what-
မယ်
what's she
ace
gonna do? Dagger and run away.
သူတို့နည်းနည်းပြန်ပြီးအားပေးနေရနည်းနည်းလေး
Not exactly.
အဲ duration over အောင်နည်းနည်းလေးပြန်အားပေးနေရ
Torment time.
Roshan လာတော့မှာ Roshan Tormentor ဘာလို့မလဲပဲဒီဘက်မှာ hook shot တကောင်တော့မိထားတယ်နောက်တစ်ချက်တိုက်တယ် Oh my god ကောင်းတယ်ကွာ Bouncy
Not me.
Marana လို့ကောင်း Power က3ချိန်တိုက်ပြီးတော့တေးအောင်လှုပ်သွားတယ်
Like Spirit were thinking about an early
Webley.
rush, but it was spotted by the Rock.
တကောင်ရထားတယ်ဆိုတော့ဒီကောင် Tormentor သွားယူမှာလားအေး Tormentor လေးရတယ်မဆိုးတော့မဆိုးဘူးမဟုတ်ဘူး
It's
ကွာ
the 20 minute
ရာတို
mark.
ရိုးစီကို
The
သွား
Marana is dead. This
အ
smoke
ခု
could
ရှော့
be
မှမရှိတာ
anything.
ဘလို့
Could be
ဝင်မ
Roche,
လို့
could be
ရာတိုရိုးကနောက်
Probably
BKB နဲ့အကုန်လုံးပြန်သေးသွားတော့တယ်နော်
even better.
Ravage
Ravage comes out. No time.
Oh,
to
LSA
that
win သွားပြီ
BKB right clicks come out as well, and that
That's
is the
not
death
the-
of Yatoro. Huge
ဒါပေမဲ့
kill.
အန်နေတစ်ခုကဒီကောင်လေးအခု Rabbit သုံးလိုက်ပြီ second 130 no spare အဲ့အချိန်မှာ Nature Prophet second 40နဲ့ပြန်လာပြီးတော့ဒီကောင်လေးကိုတင်းနေမခံနိုင်တော့ဘူး အဲ့တစ်ခွက်ရှိတယ်
cool as well. But very
အဲ့တော့
high
Nature
risk
Prophet
is
global ဆင်းလို့
also
ရတယ်ကွာ
wonderfully.
ခဏနေရကျုံးခံတော့မှာ liquid က
And with that Prophet dead, they also protect their own 21-minute wisdom. So now
ရာတို
Trophy
ပြစ်တာ
is
လာ
level
တယ်တဲ့
10, so that should be
High
4 points of
done
blue
it.
restoration and the
အဲ့
level
ဒါ
10 top
ဟို
for
ဟာထင်
200
တယ်
health. This makes their
item
Spectre
မဟုတ်တယ်ဗါလေ
significantly harder to kill.
ဗါလေ ambulance လား
And maybe
ambulance
just
ထင်
maybe
တယ်
he can stay alive and get off.
အဲ့ ambulance တွေက
some
ဈေးကြီးတယ်
restoration against the
အဲ့ဒါ
Earth
တွေက
Spirit. I think he should buy a Glimmer Cape first item and just do anything he can to stay alive and just keep popping out heals and focus way
မ
less
မုန်းလိုက်
on
ချဲလို့သုံးသွားရ
Maladin.
ကျုံးပြီမင်းတို့ Ravi မရှိဘူးငါတို့လာပြီအဲ့ဒါကိုဘယ်လိုကာမလဲ
Moonlight Shadow.
Baby,
later,
they're gone.
Boxy.
Goodbye. Might find another
Tofu
support
now
in the
they're
form of
gone.
Tofu, so both supports bite the dust for Liquid.
တော့ပြီ Ravi မရှိရနဲ့အကျုံးခံရမှာပဲဒါကပုံမှန်လေးပဲ
Exorcism still available as Laguna
အိုး
Blade
ဝေး
pops
အောင်
from
နားတယ်ဟာ
Misha.
နားတယ်ဟာရာတိုရိုသွေးတစ်ဝက်အောက်ရောက်သွားပြီ
For now.
I'm actually going to defend the tower with that. All right.
Okay တာဝါတော့ရအောင်အော်တာဝါတော့ defend လို့ရလိုက်တယ်
Starting to see some of
ကို
the
မို့
use.
အပြည့်မိသွားသွေးတစ်ဝက်ပြန်
Convenient rune for Mr. Yatoro.
လူရှန်စလုပ်နေပြီအဲ့အချိန်မှာ Tormentor လေးရနိုင်မဆိုးဘူး liquid
No Laguna, no resources on Lina. So Liquid, even if they know this is happening, they can't do anything about it.
Rocket flare. Close.
And it's an Aegis for Nature's Prof.
ပတ်တာဘာပြောနော် Radiant ရရှာ network ကနည်းနည်းလူလူတူတူတော့ဖြစ်တော့ဖြစ်လာရာတူတူကတော့ထားလိုက်တော့ဒီပွဲဘေးမဲ့ပေးလိုက်တော့ရာတူတူတော့မမီတော့
It obviously happened at a later time in that
ကျန်တဲ့ကောင်တွေကတော့
game, but it's
တပေါင်း
the
လေး
same
တွေမှာ
overall
မသိမ့်မ
story
ရိမ့်
Spirit
ပဲ
have a sequence that gives them multiple good plays and builds a big advantage out of nowhere. But now, for the last 5 minutes, Liquid haven't really bled out
တော်မ
any
န်တာကျန်
additional
နေသေးရ
gold.
နော်ဟုတ်တယ်မလားနှစ်ဖက်လုံးတော်မန်တာ
There
မ
is
ယူပါ
still
သေး
a
ဘူးလားလို့
tormentor, though, that should just be. I mean, I think it's just a matter of when the Spirit want to go there.
တော်မန်တာထိုင်လုံးသေးဘူး
Yeah, some big items coming out though. We got the BKB.
Rabbit ပြန်ပြည့်နေပြီ
Wait, who was that?
Well, they have
the
one.
Death Prophet, yeah.
So Collapse and Laurel and Yotoro, all three have BKBs. Makes for a significantly harder.
Late game
incoming phase for
မှာကြိုက်လေ
Liquid, and
late
they're gonna Moonlight
game
too. Not really sure what the purpose of this Moonlight Shadow is.
separate
Hide from Tormentor.
Yeah.
အဲ့ Marana
See,
late
can't
games
hurt you.
damage ကတော်တော်ကျန်းတယ်ကိုနေ့ကကြည့်ပြီးသွားပြီတကယ်ကျန်းတယ်
Looks like they are traversing towards this area though. Will be a
Arrow
preview.
Man တွေးတစ်ထောင်
A
ရော
crazy rocket flare will steal it. It is
scary လို့ကောင်းနော် Gyrocopter လားမသိဘူးအဲ
That would have been crazy.
ဒီကောင်ရဲ့အပြာချောင်းပါတယ်နောက်ဘာတန်နေလဲမသိဘူးပါတယ်ကွာအပြာချောင်းတက်ကတော့တေးကြတယ်အဲ့ဒါ Arrow ပစ်ချလိုက်တာ Arrow ထိသွားပြီးတော့တွေးတစ်ထောင်ရောပါ
Charges while you have leap on you.
ပြီး Astrid အဲ့ Magnetize တွေကနောက်ပိုင်းမခံနိုင်တော့ဘူးဒီဘက်ကကောင်တွေ Witch Doctor ပါနေခဲ့ရင်
It
လည်း
feels like a band-aid
ကိုထင်တော့
solution
မခံနိုင်တော့
to give Mirana better laning because her laning was falling too far behind as a support. I mean, it's fine to give her more right-click damage like this, and it's very thematic for the hero. Obviously, you could have also done it by somehow buffing the spells or giving more base stats or whatever. That's fine. I do think if part of the plan with it was to try to bring her back as a core, that did not really happen.
Kind of missed the old Aghanim Scepter by Blink Dagger.
You just star storms happen around you every 7 seconds.
တို့
or
ဘူးက
whatever
ရှက်
it
မ
was.
ဝယ်သေးပဲဘာလုပ်နေသူ့မှာရှက်ဝယ်ဖို့ပတ်စံရှိရနော်
That's if you like that gameplay, you
တော့
will
ဘာဝယ်
love
ဖို့
cross
ဆောင်း
Lex
ချောင်း
and
နေရ
Volta
မ
right
သိ
now.
ဘူးတက်
Just
ဝယ်ထားရင်
fight
သူ
those
တိုင်း
dogs
တိုင်း
out
လုပ်လို့
and
ရ
run through creep waves and they die, and you don't even show your hero.
I would say based
Very
on how
interactive gameplay.
many heroes can now just kill entire waves, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
In a way.
True.
Could bring it back and it would be no different than a lot of other heroes.
If you brought that Axe back now, it'd be significantly worse than it was back then relative to the field. That's very true.
Aegis for 2 more minutes.
အာ
What
Ace
can
ကပိုက်
Spirit
မ
get
သွား
out of
ပြီ
this?
ဘူးကွာ
What
တ
do
ခါတ
they
ည်းဘာကြီး
want
တော့
to
အဲ
get
ဖား
out of
ပြော
this?
င်းသွားမဲ့အ
Very
ကွက်
bad
ကြီး
question.
အဲ့တဲ့အကြီးတွေကြီးပဲသွားမဲ့အကွက်ကြီးကွာဖားပြောင်းကြီးကလို့လို့လားခြိပါးကလေးတော့မစိုးပိုက်မသွားခြင်းရင်လေခြိပါးကလေးကဘာပြောသူမအောင်မယ်
I think they wait for Yotoro to get his Silver Edge, and then maybe they make a move. Oh, hang
Oh,
on.
oh, oh.
Nisha attempting to TP. Looks like he's fine.
Oh, he actually baited 3 TPs. They think he flew north. That's pretty nice. Give some space to Liquid. Thing is, they don't know they have the space. Mickey is still terrified in mid because he didn't see them TPing. It's a bit of smoke and mirrors for both teams, really. Blink Dagger on Tofu. Interesting.
I
did not think he was going to buy that.
What the flash?
I mean,
Witch
it gives you
Doctor
an
ဒါက
way
ကြီး
easier
ဘာလို့ဖို့
time
လို့
positioning yourself for
ဘသူ့ကိုခုံ
getting
နေတာ
off
တော့
now
ဒီ
that
ကောင်
can
နောက်
afford,
ပြီး
but the
လို့
downside is you're still as frail as before.
Yatoro.
You get caught by anything.
Box
you
Davi.
He saw
Hey.
it.
Silver
Who's
Edge.
standing?
Sentry gets off the
Oh,
nice
hold
hook
it.
shot TP. He's good to go. Silver Edge online for Yotoro. Less than a minute though on the Aegis, so I'm not sure this is enough time to really get any more objectives. So got to give Liquid credit. Even in that game that they were completely stomped, they did fight back reasonably well. Better than expected, in fact. Kind of seeing that to a degree now as well.
Oh.
Ace spotted though.
He's
There's
broken.
the break, and
Baby,
there's
break.
the death.
This hero is not tanky anymore in this game until he gets BKB. They can literally just do this every time.
Laurel wants to get the action started.
Heroine နဲ့ပြေးပြေးပြေးအဲ့ဒါမရှိ
Fly
ဘူး
away though is the Lina. Still pursuing. It was Nisha able to sidestep. Laurel.
Very, very confident with this shield rune active. And the Aegis now expiring. So 3 minutes from knowing when Roche will spawn next.
လိုက်ရှာတယ်ဟေးလုံးဟာကိုတော်တဲ့ကိုပြန်လိုက်ရှာတာနော်ကြည့်အောင်ယာတူရောမရာနာကိုလိုက်ရှာနေတာတော်တဲ့ကိုအဲ့ဒါကလောက်ဝိုက်ကဟိုးအောက်တော်တဲ့ရောက်
What would happen if they changed it so when the Aegis expires, that's when Roche could spawn? Feels like there's always this like 3-minute period of a stalemate in a way where both teams are kind of just waiting around, waiting for potential Roche.
So you're saying the 0 to 3 minute timer starts on Aegis expiry?
Yeah.
And if you use the Aegis, when does the timer start?
It would be the same.
ကျုံးလာပြီလိမ်မင်းမပါဘူး
Silver Edge breaks Spectre. 2-for-1 special potentially. Mickey, one more right click does the job. Yatora with a huge kill. He's going to get a little bit bladed though. Boxing with the hook shot as well.
အောင်းနေဟေးအောင်ဟေးတေသွားပြီဟာ
So favor going liquid.
အဲ့ဒါအနေများတယ်
in this case.
ယာတူရောအဲ့လိုသွားတည်ရအနေများတယ်
Nobody near. If Spirit had a singular hero nearby,
အဲ့ဒါအနေများတယ်
those were individual
ဒီနာကြီးဖတ်သွားပြီရပြီကောင်းကောင်းပြန်ဆော့တော့တာရပြီမတလို့နဲ့တော့ဒီလောက်ဆိုကောင်းကောင်းပြန်ဆော့လို့ရ duration က over သွားလောက်ပြီပါဒီလောက်ဆို
Yeah, it's incredibly good. That's also why the panel was talking about picking Viper instead of Death Prophet.
အဲ့ဟန်တာ BKB နောက်တစ်ခွက်သွားမှာ break ခံရလဲကိစ္စတော့မရှိတော့ဘူး
The Death Prophet though, gotta say. Really liked Collapse's contribution to the game so far.
Boxer gonna tank the gank. Easy kill for Spirit. Well, easy-ish.
Nisha now with Yasha Kaya, so much faster to wind up that combo, harder to counterplay it.
Yasha Kaya ဟုတ်တယ်ကွန်ဘိုထုတ်ကအရန်လွယ် Yasha Kaya နဲ့ဆိုပတ် casting speed 25လားတက်တိလား
What's the next item for Nisha?
25% ထင်တယ်
He didn't
casting
end up
time
going the Maelstrom at all.
Oh, on Lena?
Yeah.
No, it's. Did I say he should?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
Yeah,
in the beginning of the game already.
Maybe I have brain damage as well.
Yeah, I think so.
second Roshan ကတော့လာချလောက်တယ်ကွာ liquid
Typical progression here for him.
second Roshan လာချမှာပဲရ
I think for a game like this, I'm not sure what is better here. I think sometimes you see Linus just buy a dagger or shadow blade to navigate better, be able to get the combo off. If you want something defensive, it's not the best Lincoln's game at all. It's kind of useless, as a matter of fact. Octarine is, I suppose, always all right. E-Blade is a pretty standard thing on this hero when you play the Spell Cleave build. Yeah, maybe E-Blade is just the best all around. We'll see.
Moonlight Shadow into a smoke from Liquid. Nisha's smoke pops. Don't have the vision initially. Collapse gets off the silence onto 2. Exorcism is popped as well, and that means disengage time for Liquid, but they're going to get caught out by that Yules. Boxy's going to be the first to fall.
Get
that big cast onto several heroes and Lulu's attempting to run away now. Collapse that BKB Exorcism doing a good amount of work. Should be able to get the kill with the help of Laurel onto Tofu. The buyback from the clock, though, and it looks like the fight will break up. Only support's dying.
Duration over confirm.
Yeah. Ace, no good opportunity to use the Ravage. Has to use the BKB defensively to get out. Kind of not interested in looking for too much more trouble after that. Big item.
Daedalus ဟုတ်ပြီ Daedalus Ace ကအားချောင်းနေတော့ရှိပါကမသွားဘူးအားချောင်းနေတော့
A basher for Mickey. Interesting. I guess wants to have a
reliable way of getting
the profit when he does catch him globally, so he can't just BKB TP out. Assume that's the rationale here. Same for the Earth Spirit. A lot of the time in this slot on Spectre, you see either Bloodthorn or Scotty.
Liquid က tower ယူဖို့တော်တော်အခက်ခဲဖြစ်နေတာပေါ့ကိုပြောလို့ Spectre tower ယူရဲ့ hero မဟုတ်အဲ့တော့ဒီနာကလည်း spell လို့စောနေတာဆိုတော့ကောင်းဒီ tower တိုင်းယူဖို့က
different but makes sense still.
9ယောက်ပေါင်းပြီးတော့လို့ယူမှာ3ယောက်လောက်ပေါင်းပြီးယူမှရ The first tower နှလုံးတောင်ကျန်သေးတယ်ကွာ
But he's going to go straight up.
ခံမှတ်မယ်ဆိုရင်တော့တော်တော်ကြီးကိုခံမှတ်ယူအောင်ပဲပွဲလို့ပြောလို့ရဒီပွဲက
this just yet. It's okay.
တော်တော်ခံမှတ်လိန်တွေကအများတန်းပြီနေနေချ prophet စစ်တွေရှောက်ပစ်တာနဲ့သိရမလား Marana အပြာကြောင့် arrow နဲ့အဲ့လိုရှောက်လိန်တွေတွန်းနေရတယ်ဆိုရင်လိန်တွန်းတဲ့ပြဿနာရှိမှာ wish လောက်တာ claw ကလိန်တွန်းလို့မရဘူး
In terms of, I mean, Liquid is
Hey,
got a
about
pretty
sheep.
scary lineup in terms of fighting into the Roche pit. They have tons of vision. They always have Haunt, obviously Ravage. Even have Lena that can just fly around. Like, there's a lot of opportunity to contest the Roche.
Lucian ထွက်တော့မယ်
Shiva
Rofa Shiva ကဟုတ်ပြီ
on Death Prophet will prompt the Moonlight. And in similar fashion to other liquid
ထူးဆန်းတာတခုက
deficits,
Marana
doing a
အခုတည်း
good
အပြာ
job
ကြောင့်
of
မရ
not
သေးဘူး
being
ဒီကောင်
caught out too
တိတ်မ
much.
ဖမ်း
If
ဘူး
they
ကွာ
do, the
Nomi က
general tend to find some sort of a trade.
Nomi က vision တွေပဲလိုက်ပေးနေတာဒီကောင်ဒါ fan နေအခုချိန်အပြာကြောင့်ကမရစရာအကြောင်းမရှိဘူး post ဟိုကောင်က
Might just be good
တက်စ
enough.
ကား
They're gonna roach.
အကုန်လုံးခံပြီးသားဟာလာပြီ Lucian Raw
And you can see
Rocket
the
နဲ့
smoke now from Liquid.
အဲ Rocket အဲ့ချိန်မှာတော့တော်တော်ကောင်းသွားပြီကွာ Lucian ဒီကောင်လေးတကယ်လုံနေလားလုံမနေလားဆိုတာကြည့်လို့ရ
Despite being smoked, you see some spells being used.
ပတ်တာအဲ့ချိန်မှာ
Comes
free
out
fan
in the
ထိန်တိုင်း
triangle,
level
so
ဆင်းနေ
Liquid
ဆင်းလာ
are
လို့ရတယ်
aware that nobody's in the pit.
နောက်ကပတ်ပြီပတ်သွားတယ်
The
ကောင်းတော့ကောင်း
old
တော့
wrap around now.
ဟိုကပတ်သွားတာလေးရဒါပေမဲ့တာဝါကိုချိုးနေတယ်ဒီမှာ Creed တွေကအဲ့တော့ Spirit ကလည်းငလဲရှေ့ကိုပဲတိုးသွားတယ်နောက်ပြန်မဆုတ်တော့ဟိုကောင်လေးနောက်ကပတ်လာတယ်ဆိုတာတိနေတာဗျာဝင်ပြီဒါပေမဲ့ချော်သွားတယ်အတိသွားပြီလေအနောက်ကနေအေးမ Ravi Aspect ကိုဖြတ်ပြီး combo ရှိသမျှအကုန်ပစ်ထဲတာဖင်နေကိုဒါပေမဲ့
So he
How- how
takes
you
it,
down now?
Synderen, but I don't think he was planning
မ
on
တန်ဘူးနော်
dying.
Ravi မရှိတော့ဘူး
Does have the buyback if they
မ
really
ရာ
want
တို
to
နဲ့
try to
Collar နဲ့
engage
နှစ်ကောင်နဲ့
here.
စော့သွားမှာ
Boxy does get cleaned up.
ရာတိုကပြန်သွားပြီကွာမန်နာမရှိဘူးကွာမန်နာမရှိဘူး BKB ဖွင့်ဖို့တော့မန်နာမရှိဘူးဖြစ်
And now Collapse and company stuck in a bit of a weird spot, but can always come back.
ပြန်ဆင်းလာပြီပြန်ဆင်းလာပြီ Aspect buyback
Root taking the right click damage
ကျုံး
from
ပြီ
the
ရာတို
Lina.
တို့အကုန်လုံး
Two
ပြစ်
support
ပြီးအောင်
for
အေး
Liquid, and there's
sure
the right clicks from Yatoro as he comes back into the fray, and Mickey bites the dust.
And that's Roche.
Lucian,
Gets
you-
away, absolutely.
30
Buyback did have to be expended though from Laurel.
That's still that's
Aspect
well
တော့
worth
buyback
it.
ထုတ်လဲရ
I kind of like the
ဟို
mindset
ကောင်
of
လေးကအဲ့လို
Ace
တ
there to
ကောင်
just
ဖြတ်
blink
ဖို့အတွက်ကို
Ravage
Ravi
Spirit because
သုံး
they
နေရ
know if
တော့
they don't do that, he's
ဘာ
going
ထဲ
to
က
get
နိုင်
saved
မှာတော့မ
by
ဟုတ်ဘူး
Tusk.
ကွာ
So
တ
you're
ကယ်
kind of doing it as a zoning spell half of the reason. You're seeing the replay here, so Tusk can't come in from the side for a snowball save in time. But still, the buyback and, of course, the Prophet connecting. Oh, back in live.
Yes, indeed. Ace pretty damn low here. Attempting to TP. Looks like he's good.
Gonna lose his tower still.
Collapse has a shield rune. He is omega tanky right now.
Gonna go for the Hex next.
Not
on
her.
Death Prophet. So still playing. Oh,
အဲ့
never
ဒါ
mind,
10
he
မိန
is
စ်လောက်
gonna
စိန်
blink.
ပြီး
I
ပါ
was
ဦး
gonna say still playing
စိန်
without
ပြီးမှ
blink,
နိုင်
but
လိုက်
that
အဲ့ဒါ
is
နှစ်
the
ချက်ကွက်
next item.
10 မိနစ်လောက်စိန်လိုက်တက်အေးကြီးကြမှာတက်လိုက်ပြီးပြီအာ
Is Hydra's breath Mjolnir
Nisha
combo common on
physical
Nick's
ပြန်
top?
ပစ်ပေးဖို့ကြိုးစားနေပြီကွာ
Yeah.
မရတော့စပတာကိုအားကိုးလို့မရတော့ဘူးတဲ့ဒီကောင်
This
Daedalus
hero
တဲတာ
always wants a Dragonlance upgrade.
ကောင်းတာပဲနော် Daedalus
So in Pike games where that's really important, you will get that. But Hydra's breath is obviously significantly more damage.
What makes this not a good Pike game?
Metamorphic
I think it's less important against a hero like Spectre because she's going to stay on top of you anyway. Most likely, I don't think you can create enough distance for that to be meaningful. For that to be meaningful.
ဥစားတက်စပီတက်တာဒါမှတက်တာ
So let's say he was playing Prophet against
Let's try item.
Terrorblade. I think he would be
Hang on,
much
how
more
am you-
likely to want to buy
no.
Pike so he could reset position. Also, because if you're playing against heroes that buy Pike themselves, it's really good to have Pike to match. So if they force in aggressively to try and overwhelm you, which Terrorblade can, you can do the same in turn and reset the position. But it's not necessary this game. The main upside to it is having it against Clockwork, but evidently it hasn't really been enough.
Refresh
of a
out
problem
သွားနေ
that
ပြီတိုက်ဟန်
Yatoro
တာ
has felt like he needs it. I don't know if he's been hookshot a single time this game.
Daedalus ရသွားပြီ Nisha okay
Yeah, that's true.
ကြည့်ရမှာပဲ high ground ကတော့အရင်တက်လို့တော့မလွယ်ဘူးเนาะတိုက်ဟန်တာနဲ့
More so than anything.
လီနာနဲ့ဆိုတော့ Sprit က game 1 တုန်းကအတိုင်းပဲပတ်ဖမ်းပြီးတော့
Daedalus.
အနောက်ကပတ်ချတဲ့ကွက်တွေပဲလုတ်တော့မယ်ထင်
And
တယ်
it looks like it will be a
face to
hurricane
face တော့မ
Pike
တက်လောက်ဘူး
coming up.
So he's going Pike now. That does change the equation a bit for Prophet, but I mean, he's committed at this point with the Hydra's Breath. Tofu's sitting on a lot of gold. He's got 3,000 gold and still has the Gree.
I forgot that was even a thing.
I mean, at this point, it's probably too late for Glimmer. He's going to go Ags, it looks like. So more damage.
All right, Roche Banner placed from Spirit.
အဲ့ Roach Banner အယူဘယ်လိုလုပ်မလဲလီနာသွားပြစ်မှာပဲရမှာနော်ပြင်းတယ်တက်စကာတစ်ချက်ရိုက်လိုက်ရင်အဲ့လီနာပြတ်သွားမှာအဲ့ Banner ကြီးကသွားပြစ်လို့မရဘူး
Super careful with blink punch if she goes to hit the banner. That's what Nisha's scared of.
Hook shot, Boxy, okay, Yatoro
Luiro.
ends up in no man's land. They do get the kill on the clockwork, but Yatoro's taking a ton of damage. Maledict is applied, so BKB's not
ဘာလို့ဝါလဲ
That's life
Boxy က
number
force
one.
နဲ့တွန်းတယ်အာသိပြီ
Not gonna find a connection. Pops his BKB.
Oh, good Yule.
Yule's onto
ရာ
the
တိုတို့က BKB မပါဘူးမပါတာမဟုတ် BKB ကုံသွားတာအစနိုးဘော save ဟုတ်တယ်နောက်မှနီရှာကတော့ collapse လိုက်လို့မှပြေးနေရပြီ
So Ace is dead to rights. Meanwhile, Collapse in no man's land. It's off the exorcism.
He's maledicted.
Still alive for now. Nisha ticking out in the base.
Collapse
Gets
Snowball save ကကောင်းနေတာရာတိုတို့ပြန်ရောက်လာပြီ
He's gonna get healed up by these exorcisms. And now they kill off another core hero in the form of Mickey. And just like that, okay, finally the Death Prophet does fall.
MVP ကတက်စကားရာတိုတို့က BKB ကိုဒီနေရာမှာကြီးမိလိုက်တယ်ကြီးမိလိုက်တဲ့အချိန်မှာဒီနေရာမှာပြန်လျှော့သွားတဲ့အချိန် BKB မရှိတော့ Snowball ကောင်းသွားလို့
The best Jules usage I've seen all tournament. Not a very quick thinker. Gets in there. Jules the tide to
အဲ့လိုကြီး nature prophet လို့ကောင်းကြီးလွတ်သွားရင်ကဒီကအချိန်တိုင်း battle ကိုပြန်လာလို့ရတော့အမှနှစ်သက်လို့ဖြစ်သွားအဲ့လိုနည်းနည်းလေးမှလွတ်လို့မရ
follow up snowball save
level 25
so very beautiful
Baga Creek
from
level 3ယူထားတယ်
keeping Yatoro alive
အေးပဲတိုက်လို့ပြန်ဆုတ်လိုက်တော့
pays it back big time
easy take it easy နောက်ထပ်4မိနစ်လောက်
Very, very good.
4မိနစ်လောက်နေမှတက်နိုင်သွားလောက်ပြီ
Can they find a way to hold on? I mean, how is their high ground, would you say? It feels like it's okay. Not incredible, though. The gush, very annoying.
Yeah, Lina's annoying too, for sure, but the thing is, the way Lina kills in this game is pretty counterable because they
Liquid
have
အောက်မှာ
Tusk
ထွက်မ
in
ချရင်တော့
particular. So
ကောင်းမယ်အောက်မှာထွက်ချလို့ရှိရင်ကြီးကြီးခေါ်သွားလောက်တယ်
you go and hit the tower from long range
နောက်ထပ်4မိနစ်နောက်ထပ်3မိနစ်လောက်
see a situation similar to the one we just
နောက်ထပ်
had
3မိနစ်လောက်
where if Liquid want to kill him they kind of have to dump a lot
အ
of
မချ
stuff
ပါနဲ့
if
လို့
there's
ဆူတောင်း
any clutch snowball save or any geomagnetic grip to get him out maybe Earth Spirit could even buy a blink axe I wouldn't mind that looks like it's going to be Octarine though for Laurel but if I'm Spirit I'm not too worried about sieging once I have an Aegis but until then of course it's risky
ထွက်ချပြီငါထင်တယ်ငါထင်တယ်ကောင်တွေထွက်ချမှာလို့အဲ့လိုထွက်ချလို့ရှုံးသွားရင်သွားပြီ
Nifty rune down bottom for Nisha is actually going to
Oh
find
my
it here.
god.
Get Arcane with him.
Nice.
Immediate flame cloak, but not going to find anyone. Going the
Wait,
literal
what
only
town
way
is
on
that
the
town
map
like
that they
that?
don't
I'm at
interact
the
with the
town.
hero. It
ဟုတ်ပြီ
happens.
နေချာ
Unfortunately
prophet
for
ဆင်း
them,
လာ
the
ပဲနေရာ
smoke
ကို
is
သွားတာကွာ
not
ဒါ
gonna
ကြီး
work. And the lines are being drawn by Spirit now. They are connecting the dots like, okay, they're not mid, they're not top, they're not bottom.
Process of elimination.
There's not many options left.
Wrapping around is not me.
တော့မီရတယ်လိုက်ရှာတယ်ဟေး
Bit off here.
He might end up dying, but
he'll get the vision. Hook shot Laguna Blade ends up being an
ကောင်းတော့ရတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ဟိုဘက်လိုက်လာပြီဟိုဘက်လိုက်လာပြီ
they did have to walk for a minute for it though.
Spirit still want to fight though apparently.
Okay 4ယောက်5ယောက်ချခြင်းနေ
No buyback for the Marana, so it is 4v5.
That's 2 back-to-back smokes used for Liquid though. They must be running out of
4ယောက်5ယောက်
I think this is their last one.
အဲ့လို2မိနစ်ပဲ2မိနစ်ပဲမချနဲ့ဦးဥလျှော့လည်းမရှိဘူးအဲ့ဒါကိုရှေ့ကနေပြီးတော့ဘာလို့
smoke. Won't know about Roche for a minute and a half. Yeah, looks like Spirit are able to dodge this.
ဒီကောင်လေးလည်းဖန်တော့ဖန်တီးနေရပဲအေး
There's the
ရတူ
benefit
တူ
of
ရတူ
having
တူ
a Spectre though. You can join at any time and still push out those lanes that do not have barracks any longer.
ဝတ်ရှိမှရမှာဒီတိုင်းကြီးကအောက်မှာရတူတော့အောက်ရောက်နေပြီမိခဲကိုဝိုင်းမတော့မယ်
Gets rolled on, gets broken, gets killed. Huge kill overall for Spirit.
They could force a buyback with this because Liquid simply cannot team fight without Spectre. So you could think about knocking on the high ground with Exorcism. Go and take the outpost so Marana can TP down. Which is exactly what Rue's going to do. And then you're going to go over, pop Exo, have Prophet hit from range. And yes, you don't have Aegis, but I still think being able to force this Spectre buyback is extremely valuable. The question is, how do you do it safest so that they have to buy back?
Pressure
but you don't
baby.
expose yourself
I bet
too
not she
much?
it. Pressure baby.
All right, last remaining barracks here. Need to defend for Liquid.
Moonlight Shadow, there's a Yule setup.
Yule set up with the arrow, not going to connect. Nisha.
Arrow Bluido.
Trying to bait something there, almost.
Maybe the buyback.
Either the buyback or maybe a failed Ravage or something. But Liquid keep their cool.
Boxy. They keep position here. Creeps are pretty damn annoying. Laurel going to take a Laguna.
Oh, Laguna ကြီးအဲ့လိုတွေထိုးပြတာနော်။ဒီကောင်အခုချိန် Laguna ကီးမဟုတ်တော့ပါဘူး physical ကီးဖြစ်နေ
What the hell?
ရပြီ43မိနစ်ပြည့်သွားပြီတားကြီးတို့ရပြီအေးဆေးဆော့လို့ရပြီဘလို့ဆော့ဆော့ရပြီကိုရှန်လေးယူလိုက်ပါသေချာချင်းနော်
Push out the lanes very effectively the whole game.
စပတာဘိုင်ဘတ်တော့သူတို့ force ခွင့်မရလိုက်ဘူးပေါ့နော်။ရာသူတို့က item 6ကွက်မွန်းချက်ဝါလိုက်ရှုပ်လို့မွန်းချက်ဝါပြီးပြက်ဒါမှမဟုတ်လေဘိုင်ဘတ်ထားပြီးတော့အေးချင်လဲယူသိရမလားဘိုင်ဘတ်လည်းထက်ရှိဆိုရင်3သက်ချလို့ရတယ်
Anything meaningful, Tide, Refresher.
HR Prophet 3သက်ကျုံ
Still a couple like 2,000 away. Spectre is working on Butterfly now, so Mickey swapped away from the Scotty.
Okay. Interesting. I mean,
he's almost doubled in net worth by the Prophet, by the way. Just throwing that out there at 43 minutes. Prophet 40k net worth, Spectre 20.
I don't know. Why?
It actually kind of is.
ပြာချောင်းကအေးပေါ့ထဲ့တရားမရှိတော့မှတော့ပြာချောင်းမသွားတော့ပါဘူးနော်
Except he's actually good late game. I mean, is there any room for him to grow though at this point?
Moonshard, eggs.
ရပြီဒီနေ့ကထိုင်နေလို့ရပါတယ်ဒီနေ့ကနှစ်ချက်ကွက်
Pretty much it. I don't know.
အောင်မြင်သွားပြီနှစ်ချက်ကွက်အောင်မြင်သွားပြီ
Either of those are that big.
No. The eggs can be kind of nice because it means he has a global way of forcing Lina to use BKB, for example. It's very annoying. If he casts it after Spectre uses Manta, you just root all of them. That's also really good.
$20 away from Roche.
ဒီရှား item ပဲကြီးကဘယ်လိုကြီးမှလည်းမသိဘူး तू ကဟိုဘယ်လိုပြောရမလဲ
Did Ace just craft
သူ့ပခုံးပေါ်အကုန်ရောက်လာတော့အဲ့လိုဖြစ်တတ်တယ်
Well done.
I mean,
ပုံမှန်ဆိုရင်က carry ရှိမယ်အဲ့ carry ကိုမှအနောက်ကနေပြီး तू ကသူ့ဆော့ပေးရမယ့်ပုံစံစပဲအပြည့်အဲ့လိုတကုံတွေပါနေနဲ့သိရမလားကိုနေ့ကဗါလဲနေကမာ Lauren of ဆော့သွားတယ်လို့မျိုး budget base အပြည့်ကွာအဲ့လိုမျိုးဆော့ရမှာ
31k lead
အဲ့
for
ပွဲ
Spirit.
အနေထားနှိမ့်ရလဲနှိမ့်နေတယ် तू တခုခုလုံးမဖြစ်တော့မယ်ဆိုတဲ့အနေထားမှာ तू လည်းအဲ့လိုမျိုး
Laurel spotted, will roll away though.
physical ဘက်ကို
Level
ပြန်ပြောင်း
24
သွား
now.
အောင်ကွာသိလား
And that 25 talent, like we
ဘုံ
talked
မရ
about
တော့
in
မယ်
past
ဆိုတဲ့အ
games,
ချိန်မှာ तू ဒါ
insanely good.
အဲ့တန်းအဲ့လိုမျိုး
Contra's
လိန်သွားတတ်တယ်
catalyst on this hero is disgusting.
Yeah.
It is so
ကိုမြောက်ဒီ
good.
မြောက်ဖြစ်သွားတာဗော
I
နော်
feel like you could say that about a lot of heroes in this patch right now. Boxing in the tree line. Aghanim Scepter is picked up by the Nature's Prophet.
နားတယ်နော်ကိုမြောက်ဒီမြောက်တော့မဟုတ်ဘူးဒီကောင်တကယ်ပြစ်ခွင့်ရရင်ကြည့်အောင်နားအေး
Nice hook shot from Boxy brings him back.
Snowball လာပြန်ပြီ
Meanwhile, Collapse with the exorcism on the back line.
Ravage ဟုတ်သွားပြီဟာဘတ်တရီက Oh my god Aspect က no ဘိုင်ပဲရှောသွားတာ
Back onto the Earth Spirit. Yatoro right clicking to his heart's content, and that means a mass TP for the Tide Hunter. An attempted one from Tofu, not happening for him though. So pretty good fight for Liquid. All things considered, they might still end up losing Roche here.
Yeah, they spent all their spells, so they'll take the two
Ballsy,
kills,
ballsy, ballsy.
one of which
Nice
came
in
off
it,
on 4, but
This is a very good hero to try to do this.
yeah, he doesn't have dagger though, makes it significantly harder.
Hook shot. Ooh, so close.
If he fired that
Go
a
for
second
it.
early, he might have tried.
Yeah, 100%. Yatoro gets Aegis. Oh, they find the break now.
Oh
Onto
no.
the Spectre, and Mickey dead.
Mickey, no buyback.
No buyback, and that probably does it.
That's just classic Prophet. You get Aegis and you immediately kill the enemy carry on the other end of the map, you know? Just such a fast connection immediately. He might find more. He's going to walk into Ace.
Ace, okay.
break
Broken inside.
arrow
He's
Oh
dead.
my god
Does have
အဲ့လို
buyback
ကြီး
this
ပလိန်
time,
ကြီးသေး
though.
တာနော် liquid ကကောင်းတယ်တင်းလည်းအဲ့လိုတွေသေးတာ
He's so slow without boots and without the silver edge up. But he still finds his and he gets a damage rune as well. All right.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Let's see how long this Rax stands. If he gets to swing a couple of times.
Pew, 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 pew. An attempted defense from Liquid without their Spectre, Witch Doctor, Tumble, buybacks are going to come out now. Not going to be nearly enough to find a kill.
Nisha BKB ရှိတယ်။တိတန်းလေးနဲ့ပြစ်တယ်။ Ravi ထပ်ခွဲအောင် Ravi ကဟိုကြီးနဲ့ကွာ refresher ဟိုကြီးနဲ့ထင်တယ်။
BKB in retreat and with mega creeps and all the buybacks coming out.
စပတာဘိုင်မမရှိတော့မရဘူး။ဒါလိုမရ
They're
ဘူး
going to play it a little bit safe. Obviously Aegis is still online for 3.5 minutes, so they can reset, wait for the Earth Spirit to be back.
လက်ချက်ကွက်
And of course for these creeps to push into the base inevitably. Not going to wait that long, though. Spirit ready to pound.
They know there's no Ravage, so
Roche banner
no reason
placed.
to wait.
And they're going to try to end this right here, right now. Yatoro with the Mjolnir applied. Going to take the shadow step. There's the punch from Rue. The kick as well. Not able to find the kick connection, though, onto Nisha inside of his own throne as the Magnetize comes out. You can see Collapse with the Yules. Looks like they'll find Boxy to start this fight.
တောက်တုံးတွေကချတာတော့ကြည့်အောင်အဲဝင်သွားပြီလား
Laurel ends up in the fountain somehow. Don't think that was planned. He will survive if they find the connection though onto the Death Prophet. That's going to be the death of Collapse, but you can see the throne is exposed as Yatoro, just objective base gamer, going to try to finish this right here, right now. Going for some hero action though. He's going to get stunned locked, and that's going to be death number 1 out of 2. Spirit, they get the buyback on the Collapse. Now they can just focus this throne, surely. Spirit siphon on several. Does die. Exorcism is more than enough, though. And Spirit will take game number 3 and take the series 2-1.
Really, really nice series
ကိုကြီးနဲ့ညီလေးနဲ့တွေ့တော့မှာ
Obviously
ကွာ
two
ကိုကြီးနဲ့
very
ညီလေး
stompy
တွေ့တော့
games in this third one, also relatively one-sided, but I think
ကိုကြီးနဲ့ညီလေး
it
တွေ့
was
တော့
nice
မှာ
to see from both
အဲ့တော့
teams
3C
in
နှစ်
their
သင်းဖြစ်
victories
သွား
just
ပြီ
how decisive and how strong
He
they played
shine
to their strengths and
Sprint နဲ့
Spirit
ဒီနှစ်ကောင်ကတွေ့ပြီ
That's right, panel.
ကိုကြီးနဲ့ညီလေးတွေ့ကြပြီ
A true
ပေါ့နော်
testament to the way that these teams are able to
ကြည့်ကောင်း
prepare
ပြီ
for
ကွာအဲ့ပွဲ
each
က
other, but also prepare for themselves. Game number
ကိုကြီးညီလေး
3.
မနှက်ဖြန်
Whilst we
17နာရီ
love
ခွဲ
what was coming out from Liquid in that draft, the Witch
အာ
Doctor, the Tide,
2C
the Spectre,
2C
especially the Tide, right? Monkeys. Just like you predicted. Spirit won it.
No, just like I would have predicted. Yeah, well, yeah, as you said. But sorry, I thought
Dude,
you
I
were Liquid
debated you
initially.
so hard. He
Let's
thought I
check
was
way
going to
out.
say the Liquid win.
ကဲအဲ့တော့
But yeah,
Bye-bye.
Spirit won. I think
Yeah, easy to thought.
I think the Last Pick Death Prophet really did solve
See you guys.
the Witch Doctor problem. It laned really well against the Spectre and was just able
Yeah,
to
နှစ်ချက်ကွက်နဲ့
have
အ
a
ကုန်
really
လုံး
good early game.
ကိုကြီးသွားပြီပေါ့
Open
နော်
up these towers early on, and I think kind of what we talked about, you know, this Last Pick Death Prophet did a lot more than the Last Pick Lunas in the previous two. In the previous
တခြား
two
prophet
matches,
ဓာ
so,
prophet နှစ်ကောင်နဲ့တီးသွား
I think Spirit kind of like fixed
Eh,
their,
you
fixed
two
their
like,
drafting,
I don't
order,
know.
drafting issues, and they just came out very strong here.
I think in particular it put pressure on Team Liquid. If you see like this clip we just saw, they're like diving past this tier 1 tower. I feel like it made it so it's like you're losing your towers, you're losing your map, you're losing your lanes to this Death Prophet, and you're like, okay, we have to do something proactive. We don't want to constantly react. We have the Spectre. We should be the ones going, and then you just take that one little step too far, and now you've given them another advantage to Team Spirit. And I think that like you make one or two of those mistakes versus this Nature's Prophet, the Death Prophet is like very fast mid game, and just like we were saying before, it's like you just hit the timing 1, hit timing 2, and then timing 3 is the game ending.
It's the Prophet plus the Spirits lineup. Dead Prophet, Nature's Prophet, Team Spirit, a lot of spirits coming out from the Exorcism, Earth Spirit on top.